This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers.
I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Pins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. Who that? To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on this beautiful Hot Take Tuesday. That's right. I am your host, none other than Stephen D, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. What's going on, everybody? Super excited y'all are here with me, hanging out with me this morning. We got a big show lined up for you today. It's Hot Take Tuesdays with Nando Talk and Nicky Smokes. They'll be here soon. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to hang out with those guys. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Make sure you guys do that. It's good stuff, okay? Make sure y'all do that. Make sure you follow at Spread Kindness, Positivity, and Love. I'm doing my own producing today. Coach is taking the day off, relaxing. I got this ship today. I said ship. Okay, ship. If you haven't followed me on all social media, make sure you do. Social media at Stephen D SKPL. Hey, look, follow Miami Sports Music at Miami Sports Music, and also on Twitter at MIA Sports Music as well. On your way in, hey, hit the like button. Hit it. Tap it. Whatever you got to do to it, just hit it. Hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. I think we're like 850 people away from 10,000 subscribers. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So I'm pretty excited about it. Let everybody know that we're live right now. Tell your friends, tell your brother, tell your mother, tell your cousins, tell your sister. Who else am I missing? Missing anybody else? Subscribe to the channel. Okay, I told you what to do. Now do it. Go do it. Do it now. Get to the chopper. Hey, look, if you want to sign up and become a member today, there are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. I would love for you to sign up and become a member today. Can we get 2 new members to the channel today? Or if you were a former member and you want to sign back up and you need to renew it, I want to see it. I want to see it. Let's go. Sign back up. Let's get 2 new members today. Sign up today. Become part of the family. Make sure y'all do that. Sign up today. Become part of the family. Also, hey, you can help the channel grow by donating. Donate. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow by donating. There's lots of different ways you can do that. You can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You can also use Cash App or PayPal. All right? I put the link in the chat here. I'm telling people today, like I told them yesterday, we didn't have any. We're accepting $42 donations for the 42 points the Dolphins put up. Let's go. Let's go, cuz. Help the channel grow by donating. I don't care if it's $1. It goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. If you want to use Cash App, use MSM Podcast Network. The link is right here on the QR code, where you can, what I just put in the chat, or you can use PayPal, which is also MSM Podcast Network. Make sure you all do that. ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports is the #1 place to get your cards, jerseys, balls, and hard-to-find items. Make sure you follow ZSM Sports on Instagram at SportsZSM and on Facebook at /ZSM-Sports. Make sure you also follow Hangry Owls. Hangry Owls, good food, good mood, craft subs and salads. Hangry Owls. We love Hangry Owls. They got amazing desserts there. They got amazing subs. Make sure you go to Pembroke Pines, 16606 Sheridan Street in Pembroke Pines, and give Al a call. Call him at 305-279-5332 and follow him on Instagram and Facebook at Hangry Owls, HANGRYALS. Make sure you give him a call. Make sure you use the code word SKPL. Get $3 off your subs, and on Fridays, get $6 off your subs on Spread Kindness Fridays. Get the Spread Kindness sub: roast beef, lettuce, tomato, lettuce, tomato, onions, pickles. I'm about to say turkey. Maybe you should add turkey to it, Al. I don't know. Vasasaur We love some Vasosaur. I think Nando Talk's going to be having some Vasosaur this morning. Just throwing that out there. Born and Raised is the beer, the official beer of Clock Blockers, a beer created for the fans by the fans. Vasosaur Brewing Company. We love Vasosaur. They're absolutely amazing. We're going to have it at the tailgate on Sunday. I'm just letting y'all know. Vasosaur will be at the tailgate at East 32 on Sunday for this big heavyweight boxing match between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins, which we're going to talk about today. Hey, speaking of Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins game, if you need tickets, a great place to sit is the place to get it. A great place to sit. If you guys give them a call, okay, go online, go to a greatplacetosit.com, okay? And if you give them a call, number one, they're absolutely amazing. But if you give them a call and give them the code word DWA, okay? Give them the code word DWA. Call them at 954-989-7979. Again, that phone number is 954-989-7979. You will get 5% off your tickets. You need to find some tickets for this Sunday. A greatplacetosit.com is definitely the place to get it. 954-989-7979. They are awesome. Give them the code word DWA. You get 5% off your tickets. And by the way, there's no service fees. The price displayed is the price you pay. A greatplacetosit.com. They're absolutely amazing. We love them. They're awesome people. Make sure y'all do that. It's good stuff. New member in the building. Like it. Let's go. Finn's in the house. What's up, Finn's in the house? Where's my air horn at? Shout out to Finn's in the house. Welcome to the family. I can't get that deep voice. My voice is like still kind of gone. Yeah. But yeah, Finn's in the house, man. Welcome to the family. Super excited that you're here this morning. It's good stuff. Good morning. Almost back from a morning Vasosaur run. Yes, I know. Nando Talk went to the alcohol beverage center this morning to get some Vasosaur. That's how dedicated he is. Shout out to him. Hey, where was I at? Oh, want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor of the show, Tailgreeter. Where would we be without Tailgreeter? We love Tailgreeter. Make sure you download the app on your current Apple or Android device today. It's good stuff, by the way. Good stuff. So make sure you download the app today. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Download the app on your current Apple or Crapple or Android device, whatever one you have. Tailgreeter, absolutely the best way to go. Yeah. Today's Hot Take Tuesday, Nicky Smokes and Nando Talk. Nicky Smokes still looks like he's doing his thing, going to get the Vasosaur. Let me say hello to the people in the chat real quick because I didn't get a chance to say hello to y'all. Who do we got up in here this morning? We got Robert. Good morning, Robert. Chris Smith. Chef Zhu is in the building. Shout out to Chef Zhu. Chris Smith. Cruz Ruiz. Adam E. Big Dougie B. Finn's in the house, now a member of the channel. Cap for Life. Bob Young. Mark K. Bills Mafia is in the building. Oh, I'm sure they are ready for the game. Big win for you guys last night. We're going to talk about that today. Aldo's in the building, crying that Tua showed out. I agree, Aldo. Chris Smith, MB41. Who else I got up in here this morning? Timothy Eisen. What's up, Timothy? 1, 2, 3, 4 Fs. I love you, buddy. How are you? Chris Smith. Who else? Miami Breaker 305. Miami's GOAT is in the building. Fins Fans 2023. Simply AKG2 is in the building. Start panel, go chat, go Pats. No Pats here, my guy. But I appreciate you stopping on through this morning. Who else is in here this morning? Rashad, morning, fellows. Rashad is in here. DDG. Omar Castro. Vasosaur. You said to roll the R. I'll roll the R. Vasosaur. Okay, I'll do that. After the party you threw this weekend, I had to join the wave. It is fire, Finn's in the house. I appreciate that, cuz. I appreciate that. Justin Vandenberg. Dolphin JK, what's up, man? I think I got everybody. The red-bearded rooster. I know, man. I know he's still hating on him. We're going to talk about that this morning, too. All right. pull up my Twitter timeline. Get ready to go. All right, let's do it, man. What is going on? Y'all ready for the show today? Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. CLOCKBLOCKERS right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. As my voice is gone. I got to get it ready for this weekend. And you know how I got to get it ready? Let me bring in my first co-host of the day because we're still waiting for the other one to show. Nando's always late, man. Actually, he's not. He's not always late. I'm just giving him a hard time this morning. But let me give the other half of the dynamic duo, Nicky Smokes. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning, brother. How are we feeling today?
I can't get my voice back, man. I'm trying everything.
Well, today's Tuesday, so you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You got 5 days.
I know.
You got 5 days to come back.
I know. What's going on, man?
What a win. Nothing. Life's good. Woke up this morning, so I'm blessed.
Feeling
Dolphins,
like P. Diddy. Yes.
Dolphins come off with a big win on the road. Unbelievable. And I'm here about to talk ball with you, so life's good, man.
Life is great, man. Let's Adam Sadowski, I didn't see you, man. Am I blocked or something? Did you see my chats? I didn't see you, Adam. Well, good morning. I see you now in the chat. 2-0. Let's go. I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't see you, buddy. I don't like when I forget people. All right, anyways. So I was at the game this weekend.
Unreal.
Wild. But I had people hitting me up at halftime because of a post that you posted at halftime.
Oh, really?
You waterboarded yourself? What did you do? Can you explain
I waterboarded
to me what
myself.
happened?
Yeah, so I believe we were down 28-7 at that point. And I was just like, same old Dolphins, same old crap. Tua had 2 terrible interceptions. Well, the first one wasn't as bad when I went back and watched it. But like raw emotion first half, I was like, oh, Tua looks bad. The defense looks bad. Like everyone just looks terrible. This team just looks like they suck. Like we're sorry. Like we're frauds. Like basically last year. So then I said something has to change. So I went outside and I waterboarded myself. And then I changed my shirt.
Is that still on Twitter? Is that still on Twitter?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the post right now.
Dude, it's faster if you hit like the media tab on my profile and scroll down because I'd be tweeting a lot.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, I thought we were dead at halftime. And I know you had to be heartbroken at halftime.
Oh my God. So, I mean, I was like I said yesterday on the show, I was sitting at the game and I'm just there and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, is this the same old Dolphins again? Like, it's just, it wasn't anything more than I've seen this before.
Right.
And I'm sick of seeing this is what I was getting at. Oh, I found it. Here we go. You straight up waterboarded yourself, bro.
It didn't work though. I was actually trying to just end it.
You cracked me up, bro. I love you.
You should have saw my video at the end of the game when we won. I was going fucking nuts.
Well, I'll play that here in a second too. But man, you are. God love you, man. So yeah, people were texting me that, but I was like, that's how I was feeling though.
Right.
I was like,
dude, I didn't want to watch the game anymore. I was.
I was there. I wasn't leaving. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I was definitely. I was not leaving at all. Andravia says you clearly don't know what waterboarding is.
I didn't have enough water.
You did not have enough water, but it's still funny nonetheless. I got you would be traumatized. I got what you were trying to go for. So yeah. So anyways, we're in the stadium, and honestly, what got to me negatively was the Lamar Jackson touchdown to go up 38-14. That's where I was like, or 35-14.
That's what broke me too.
It broke me.
We came back. I was like 28-14.
Oh my God.
Game.
I had Crypto next to me. And Crypto was at the game. Shout out to Crypto. And Crypto was and we just kind of looked at each other like, I am so not ready for Monday's show. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear the fans. I was dreading Monday's show.
Could you imagine what our show would have been?
We did.
Had it been like 42-15.
I wanted no parts of it. I was like,
dude, that would have been the most embarrassing thing of all time.
And then so here's the thing. So then they score on that next drive, and I turned to my buddy Ryan Keeling. Shout out to Valley Fanatics. Doll fan club. And I said, we're going to come back and win this, man. But here's the thing. I said it with confidence, like to myself. I knew after that first touchdown, I didn't doubt it. I was like, we're going to come back and win. I don't know why I felt that way.
After the first fourth quarter touchdown?
After that, yeah, in the first fourth quarter touchdown. It's so crazy. We had 4.
I know.
It's so wild. So after that first fourth quarter touchdown, I was like, bro, we're winning this. And I said it with confidence, and he turns around to me. He's like, dude, calm down. I'm not saying we're not. Just don't jinx it. I said, bro, we are winning this game. And then they scored the second one. And then the third. And it's how they scored it, right? The Tyreek Pat. Like, come on, bro.
Unreal.
Come on. And then
greatest thing I've ever seen.
Because I was
greatest thing I've ever seen. It was a Dolphins fan.
Well, here's the other part too. So I need people to understand. Dolphin fans were in the building. There was
I heard him on TV.
I would probably say it was probably 35% Dolphins fans.
Really?
Which is a lot on a road game. I don't care. Like that's not like MetLife. MetLife, you're getting 50+% Dolphins fans. We take
no way.
Jets. Oh, bro, we take over Jets. Jet fans are so bad. Oh my God. So bad.
I got to go to that this year.
Dude, I'm going to be there. Let's go. We'll do the pregame show together.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm about.
And we'll do Saturday night together. We'll podcast it all the whole weekend. You
Sounds
down?
Like a plan. Yeah.
Let's go, Nicky. Smokes, is it official? Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'll buy the tickets. I'll see how good we look this week, but I'm out. I'm about going anyway.
I'll make you a deal, Nicky. If you come, I'll see if I can get your game ticket. You got to sit up top with us.
That's fair.
But you got to do the whole weekend with me. Saturday night.
All right. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. So it was like 35% Dolphin fans, which I thought was good for Baltimore, right?
Right.
And it was just and Ravens fans, bro, they were salty as hell, bro. They were so salty. Like they were talking mad crap at 35-14. Just, you guys go home, blah, 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 blah. The moment we scored that first touchdown, I said, don't get it twisted. We got to it, son. And they started laughing at me. I said, don't get it twisted. We got to. I said,
you didn't say that.
Bro, I did. Ask Crypto. I was talking. I was like, we got Tua. I said it in the building. I said it, cuz in caps, all caps. Yes, I did. I said, we got Tua. Let's go. And then he scored the second touchdown, and they didn't even want to look at me, bro. They didn't even want to look at me. They were like this. They didn't want to look at me. So, and then we scored that third touchdown. And then the fourth one was to Waddle was just, did this just happen? And it was crazy. Were you there at the Miami Miracle?
No. But the funny story about that is I was in college in Orlando at the time, and my roommate, Michael, he's one of my best friends, huge Dolphins fan. I shut the TV off, and he's like, bro, turn the TV back on right now. I'm like, no, dude, like, I'm not watching it. We lost. He's like, bro, just put it on. So I put it on. Tannehill's dropping back, and boom, like the Miami Miracle's happening, and we saw it, and we were going crazy.
Did that just happen?
It was the craziest thing ever.
Dude, I was so I was at both games. I was at the Miami Miracle, and I was at this. And I'm trying, like, people, as we're walking out, we're talking with, like, oh, by the way, as we're walking out, I'm like, we're like, it's a traffic jam to get down the escalator down.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm talking crap. I'm like, oh, let's go. Don't go home, salty fans. Come on. And so there's this old white lady, and she's probably in her 60s with her husband. And she's like, oh, congratulations. You won the Super Bowl. Oh, congratulations. You have the same record as us. I said, lady, we just beat you. So that means we don't have the same record as you. And don't be mad. Dude, I've walked out of the stadium plenty of times with the L. This is the first time we did it. Don't get mad that we're all of a sudden talking crap.
You want to know what's funny about that?
Take your L, go down your escalator. Have a nice day, lady. Definitely.
You know what's great about that is that
look, crypto co-signing. Crypto co-signing.
I believe you. And if my tone sounds like mono, it's because I'm pretty sure I'm sick right now.
So you
But
would be
anyway,
both, though.
yeah, I mean, I've been road running, but to what you said, how she said you won the Super Bowl. So when they came down to South Florida last year and we beat them primetime,
Yep.
I was talking shit, and they're like, "Congrats, you just won your Super Bowl. I'll see you in the playoffs." Oh wait, you're not going to be there. And I said to them, I said, "You're not going to be there either, buddy." And they didn't make the playoffs because at the time they were 6-2. They thought they were going to the playoffs.
Yep.
They were 6-2.
Bro.
Anyway, screw them.
Dude, so yeah, man. I forgot what I was saying, but we were walking. It was an amazing feeling walking out of M&T Bank Stadium with a win, and the way we did it was just on cloud nine. Just
I've probably watched the game like 7 times.
I've watched. So I haven't watched the game in full. I've watched the 30-minute replay on DirecTV twice.
I mean, yeah, that's the full game.
I've watched all the touchdowns 7 or 8 times. I've watched the Tyreek touchdowns at least 40 times. I'm like, did that just happen?
It's crazy.
Did that just happen? And here's the thing for me. Like, I didn't predict a 40 burger this week, although I did eat one yesterday. I opened up the show yesterday. I don't know if you saw. Had a whole cheeseburger. Had a whole 40 burger, cuz. Opened up the show, not talking nothing, just eating my 40 burger. And I'm like, I knew that this team is capable of that. So I feel like week 1, that was the basement. That is the bare minimum of what this team can be.
Mm-hmm.
And fourth quarter Sunday is the best that this team can be.
Here's my thing with that. It's just what I saw. I mean, I don't even want to say that's the best because I think we waited too long, but just the fact that
you think it's better? You think we can do better than the fourth quarter?
Yeah, well, I think we could be more complimentary. Like I don't think the special team should let up a kick return on the first play. I think the defense could have prevented a couple big plays. I just think as the offense scoring 4 touchdowns in a quarter, like that's peak, obviously, right? But I'm saying us as a team collectively over 4 quarters, I don't even think we've hit our peak yet. Like I don't think we've had all 3
That's
phases.
fair. That's
fair. Week 1, it was special teams and defense. And then week 2, it was offense is just going to make up for everything because special teams let up a big kickoff. The defense let up 2 big plays that honestly I think are outliers because we usually don't get beat like that. But I don't think this team's hit its ceiling at all. I think that fourth quarter is just a preview of what this offense can, like its capability to score at will. And we've never had that as Dolphin fans. I can't remember the last time we've been able to score 4 touchdowns in 1 quarter. I've never seen a quarterback throw for 6 touchdowns and 469 yards in my entire life. As a Dolphin fan, obviously, like I don't even remember the last time I saw someone throw 6 touchdown passes in a game. And anyone knocking that, like, shame on you. Like, were they open? Yeah, but aren't you supposed to throw it to the open receiver? Isn't that your receiver's job?
Yep.
I mean, when you have a head coach like Mike McDaniel who's lining up and scheming up offensive plays so that it creates that confusion pre-snap, and they don't know if they should double team Waddle or Tyreek because they're both going for 11 catches, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and you just have all these mismatches across the field, you're going to get busted coverages. That's why you bring in all of this talent to create this chaos pre-snap for all these defenses, and that's what happens. You get burnt. I thought Tua played a phenomenal game. I thought the team showed a lot of guts. I've never seen that type of resiliency from the Miami Dolphins. I mean, 35-14 on the road. We're usually dead in the water. And this team, they didn't flinch. They just kept fighting, and tip my cap to Tua. Like, I'm always critical.
Hands down,
I'm very objective, though. I think I'm fair on like how I critique him, but that kid shut a lot of people up, and he proved that he can be that guy. But with his performance, he just set the bar. He just raised his bar, like that 215-yard 1 touchdown isn't going to cut it anymore because I saw greatness last Sunday, So, like, the bar's been raised. And, like, that's – like, he already answered so many questions. It's only week 2. Can he win a shootout? Yes. Can he go toe-to-toe with a elite quarterback in the AFC? Yes. Can we win a game because of Tua? Yes. He checked all 3 boxes in 1 game right there. So, hats off to Tua. Hats off to the Miami Dolphins. And I can't wait for this Sunday, man, because if we go out there and win this game on Sunday, I swear to God, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Bro, I've been saying that like because we are.
I love
going,
it, Nicky. Mr. Smokes.
We're going.
Like,
Nando,
I'll
thank you for
always give flowers
us.
when they're due, brother. Always. I
Nando,
swear, if we beat them Sunday,
Good morning, Nando.
Good morning, guys. Sorry for the tardiness, man.
Tell the people why you were tardy.
Was cupping a little fresh pack of this, but I got to hear Mr. Smokes' beautiful little points on the drive over, and it's.
Is that a little Vesa Sur?
Of course, man. A little Vesa Sur. Oh yeah, we got to teach Steven how to say it, man.
Dude, you got to bring the towels because I took one of your towels and then my buddy stole it, and I was like, dude, I love that towel.
I'm gonna have to call Vesa. I got to call them today actually to figure out what they're giving me for this week's tailgate. So.
If not, I'm gonna go back. And
I actually might need Nando to go pick that up, or maybe you to go pick that up.
I can do it this time.
Okay, all right. Nando's got it. Okay, good talk. All right, Nando, give me. We had a chance. Just give me your thought. We haven't heard from you. What did you think about yesterday's game, man?
It was electric.
Sunday's game.
It was absolutely electric. Smokes. I totally agree. Like that fourth quarter was the chance for the Dolphins offense to show this is what we're capable of. This is. Maybe our ceiling, it's I don't know how much higher we can go. Maybe 500 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Hey,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Why not? Cuz
why not let it fly? But I think with
maybe
those
this Sunday against Buffalo, Nick.
Well, dude, we couldn't even run the ball the way we wanted to because we were down the whole game. We ran the ball great. Like that's what our offense hasn't peaked yet.
We're gonna get more balanced, and like I think
scary.
The passing yards will come down, but I agree. Like we'll peak because we'll be a more balanced unit. We'll be unstoppable and running and passing. And like you said, we haven't seen a complete showing from this team. Week 1, we saw a crazy defensive game. Week 2, we saw a crazy offensive game. For Buffalo, we need both of them to come. We need all 3 plays to come. We need offense, defense, and special teams. They've been looking nice. But my big thing is, the Dolphins have clearly been better than an opponent and beat him like a good team does in week 1. Week 2, we faced adversity and we took the hits, came back, and Tua did it. He led it, and giving credit where it's due. That's the defense locked it up in the fourth quarter, but Tua balled out as well. And if you can carry that momentum and take that into week 3, we've got a shot because we faced adversity and Buffalo is not. Buffalo's had 2 cakewalks so far. We go punch him in the mouth. We go punch him in the mouth early.
Oh, we go punch him in the mouth. Let's go.
We're getting 6 points at home.
This is big brother coming home, and little brother's hit a massive growth spurt, okay? He thinks he can still bully me, pick on me, and come and take my stuff. No. One solid punch in the mouth, break that nose. Let's see how big Papa Josh Allen takes it to the Dolphins, man.
Oh, my God. Nando's ready for that life, son.
Like, I want them to start with ball, bro. I want to start with ball. What am I saying? I want to start with ball, touchdown early, and let them know Dolphins are ready to play. Let's go.
I have more confidence going into this game than I did before.
I've never had this much confidence playing the Buffalo Bills in the last 3 years.
No, I just feel like it's going to be a fight. I'm not walking into this game thinking.
What does Kevin Garnett say? It's a bar fight, Craig. It's a bar fight.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I think that's what
this is going to be.
It's going to be a tough game.
That's what I want to see.
Is Buffalo Miami next week? Like, all right, before I get into that, because I don't want to get into that yet. We'll get into that in a few. We got all morning to do this. I appreciate that. Now, let's talk about the national media's take on all this, okay? Because there is somebody that I have to play. Y'all know who it is. We're going to play it. I'm going to play it. And I just want to get your thoughts as we're playing it, because I thought it was straight haterade. That's what I thought it was, okay? We're going to play it. I'm gonna let him say it.
Up big numbers as we predicted all off season, and you're going to get fooled and suddenly think he's great. Congratulations for hitting a bunch of wide open guys on broken coverage.
Excuse me. Break this. What?
Don't target the open guys, bro.
Why do you not have that same energy for Josh Allen last night? Because Josh Allen, same thing last night, right? Anybody else does that, it's a great play.
Dude,
Tua does that. Bro. It's broken coverage. Way to go. What is he?
He's still small, not very athletic, with an average deep arm. Folks,
you look pretty athletic to me.
Under throws Tyreek Hill there. If you
keep
these throws in the NFL, these are layups.
He is hitting them.
And dude, the throw to Tyreek was like 60 yards in the air.
He
threw it from the 40-yard line.
Wow, what an amazing throw there. That's a practice throw. And then
did the man just say that in NFL game it was a practice throw? Colin, do better, man. Come on, bro. I can't take you seriously, Colin, because you sound like a hater. Aldo says, y'all laughed at me at drafting to a 4th. Who's laughing now? Let's go, Aldo.
Well, we took him at 5th, but
I think he's in fantasy.
He Aldo drafted him number 4 pick overall in the Clockblockers Fantasy Football League.
Aldo, great quarterback pick, but I don't know about 4 overall, man. Like, I got him in the 14th round.
He overthrew somebody who made a great catch. I mean, that's a great catch, actually. So again, you suddenly think he's now tall, really athletic. This is so predictable. They give him an offensive coach. They get him Tyreek Hill. He already had Jalen Waddle, who's in year 2. They get him Cedric Wilson. Both the running backs look dynamic. They get him an all-pro left tackle. His numbers go up, as we told you they would, and everybody freaks out.
All right, time out. Let's get something straight, okay? Did we not say that when Tua makes the step this year, that he would not get credit for it? That I know I said it. I said the national media is going to say it's Mike McDaniel, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle. And I said, look, there's some truth in that, right? I said, you should get better if you have better pieces around you.
Yep.
But the fact of the matter is you still have to execute it, and you still have to do it. I don't understand the hate fest of this man from the national media when he throws 6 touchdowns in a game. Can you explain this to me?
Colin is making it sound like I can go out there and throw 6 touchdowns on the Baltimore Ravens when I can't throw more than 15 yards, man. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Right?
I love how he said it's so predictable. Like, anyone predicted 469 and 6 touchdowns. Like, that's not predictable.
Especially for Tua.
You have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Yeah, like, obviously your numbers are going to get better. But you came back from 35 to 14. He looked pretty athletic on that spin move. I don't know about you guys. I've seen him take many ankles. Is he big and strong all of a sudden? No. But did he anticipate and deliver and throw the ball into windows before the windows even appeared? Absolutely. Like, we know who Tua is and what he is. And what he did on Sunday was remarkable. And for him to just sit up here and just hate on everything that he's doing, I think he just
Colors
needs the
said no.
interaction on Twitter.
Colors say no. He's saying Mike Glennon could do it, not you, Nando.
Mike Glennon could not do it, bro. Mike Glennon would have shattered, just like me.
Ask yourself today in the AFC, where does Tua rank? Is he Josh Allen? Hell no. Herbert? No. Burrow, despite the 0-2 record? No. Patrick
Despite
Mahomes,
the 0-2 record and 5
Lamar
turnovers
Jackson?
or 7 turnovers in 2 games, for sure.
Nobody's sitting here comparing him to those guys except the media. Let this man live. Let this man have his flowers for a good game, bro.
Yep. I agree.
Over the line.
I agree.
I'm too small. He admitted it. He's not Lamar. He's not Herbert. He's not Josh. He's not Patrick. He not any of these guys. I think he's a left-handed Mac Jones. Maybe.
Did this man just say that Tua is a left-handed Mac Jones?
Like, his first statement is correct. Like, he's not any of those guys, but he doesn't have to be. Tua can be Tua and ball.
Did he
he
just say he's a left-handed Mac Jones?
That's when it gets ridiculous.
Yo, did you see the video of Tua throwing righty?
It looks beautiful.
No,
It's so crazy.
I saw it on your stream.
We'll play that. We'll play it in a little bit.
Yeah. It's crazy. He looks elite.
Patrick. He not any of these guys. I think he's a left-handed Mac Jones. Maybe he's a little better, not much. But we told you this would happen.
Disrespectful.
Miami's going to
So
win the
disrespectful.
playoffs. They're going to be so much fun to watch because they just took the Niners assistant and brought the offense out. That offense got Jimmy G to a Super Bowl.
Stephen, no, bro. It only
offense
took
is
3 years
so
for a big game, and he got
quarterback-friendly.
lucky.
And
Yo,
the
find
Dolphins
me,
wide receiver talent, in my
Dude,
opinion.
find me a clip of Jimmy G throwing 6 touchdowns and 469 in a game.
What do you mean he got lucky?
Come on now.
Than San Francisco does. So this was all very predictable. Now, does Tua deserve credit for yesterday? Absolutely. I thought it was awesome. It's one of the best games of the year. But we told you this was going to happen. is that this renaissance, in fact, I think we made a prediction at one point. We said add 20 to 25% on all his stats. The dilemma is going to be at the end of the year. You're going to talk himself into being Herbert, Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, and he's not. He's still small. He still have an average deep arm, but I'm happy for him because, again, this kid has gone through so much nonsense. The ownership stuff, the Flores stuff, the defensive coach stuff, the bad O-line stuff, the rumors about Deshaun Fitzpatrick coming in every third start. It's easy for me to root for Tua, and I really is. And he's proven he can put him in the pocket with protection. He'll hit open guys. That's not his issue. But this suddenly yesterday I'm on a social. Oh, my God, Tua is small.
I've never seen so much hate in my life, bro.
Look around the AFC. Where would you put him this morning? At best, like 7th? At best? I mean, I know you got him better than Russell Wilson this morning. He's not. By the way, don't call me a hater.
I am.
I had Miami beating New England and getting into the playoffs. I think they're a playoff team. I like the coach. I think they're on the right side of the ball now. I love Cedric Wilson, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, 2 really nice running backs, a legit left tackle. In 2022, they are built to win some games, even in the tough AFC. I can like something, but not go gaga and fall in love with it. I like the story. I think Tua is going to, for the next 2 years, win a bunch of games. This year, he's into the playoffs. But the reaction is so predictable. Of course he's going to improve his numbers. They weren't even terrible last year.
Can somebody
don't call me a hater, bro? I'm just about to massively hate.
Can you please
I'm trying to see.
No offense, bro, but I despise you. I don't understand. I feel bad for the nonsense to his face. Let me apply some more nonsense.
Colin Cowherd. As long as his team keeps winning, I don't care. Like we're 2-0. Colin Cowherd, say whatever you want. Like anyone can say whatever the hell they want. Like we're 2-0. And look, Tua, he's got a great record as a starter, bro. He's got a great record as a starter, and I'll leave it at that. Is there things that he could be better at? Sure. But there's things everyone could be better at, and he played his ass off on Sunday. He earned my respect. I thought he looked phenomenal. It looked like a leader of this football team. And with that, I have the utmost confidence in him and in his ability going into this week. And there's no reason for me to feel otherwise as of right now.
All right. So I considered it hate. There are people that don't consider what he said was hate. I understand Colin Cowherd has a show. I understand that I do some of the same things on here from a standpoint of my job is every morning give takes as to what's going on. Difference is I come from a standpoint of I've watched every single down of my football team. Okay. My favorite football team. I come at it from a fan's point of view. I get it. And I also understand that if anything sounds negative against the team, it comes off as hate. But the man threw 6 touchdowns yesterday, and all that man could say, and don't get it twisted, he did say it like he threw it in there to cover himself. But the gist of his comment was he's not good, that we're led to believe, we're going to believe in a false prophet or whatever he wants to call it. And to me, that's like, let this man have a chance.
Right.
And if it's so easy, why don't other people do it in the NFL often? Because it's not easy. It's not. Now, I don't want to put crap on all the national media perspective because not all the national media dogged on him yesterday. Rich Eisen, bro.
I haven't heard this yet.
Oh, you're gonna be happy. Wait to play you. This is awesome. So this is from the Rich Eisen show. And this is awesome.
Everything pales in comparison to what the Miami Dolphins did to the Baltimore Ravens. Because what the Miami Dolphins did to the Baltimore Ravens in a league where, yes, it's a Monday after playing these games and you overreact, but what the Dolphins did to the Ravens in Baltimore in the fourth quarter in particular, on Sunday, what the Dolphins put up on the Ravens, what the Dolphins made the Ravens go through, what they did to the Ravens, what they apparently can do when they put their pedal to the metal. Resets Yes, the AFC East, if not the entire conference. We need to see it over and over again. I understand it. But I did not think the Buffalo Bills would have anybody in their division or anybody in their conference outside of the Chiefs showing an ability to go point for point with them. And to have an offense that puts so much pressure on the defense, you're basically trying to tap out. You're calling uncle. You're calling your aunt. You're calling whoever to say, make it stop, please. Because this Dolphins offense is relentless. It is dynamic.
I love it.
And it seems like it's got 200 plays in their playbook. They are fast. They are very, very troublesome. If you've got anybody suspect in the back end of your defense, and the Ravens clearly did and do, and they got exposed by Salty Tua.
And let me just say, I am so happy. Like, I don't hear the national media giving us praise. So when I hear Rich Eisen go, like, he's not done yet, cuz. He's not done. It's so, look. I
keep running, Rich.
I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play.
You betcha. 36 for 50, 469 yards, 6 touchdowns. The 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, they needed it. They were down 35-14 entering the fourth quarter. And Tua starts slinging it. And he's throwing go routes, and he's throwing quick passes, and he's spinning out of trouble. And he is a problem. Yes, he's throwing accurate, catchable balls. Yeah, that happened. Mike McDaniel, God bless him, what he has brought to this equation, he's brought belief. And we were all like, yeah, most accurate ball you've ever seen. Got it. He's calling Tua from the plane from his PJ with his family being flown to South Florida, talking him up. Yeah, we get it. We got it. Sure, Mike, you're just talking your quarterback up. Well, good job. Check that box. And I just love his style, man. He didn't use any of our cliches. He didn't have to. But this is what he had to say about the comeback win. Go for it.
I mean, we've been talking about it. We just had a game where we were able to have the lead the whole game. And so I the night before, I told the guys that, I was really hoping that we'd get some adversity this game. And, I want to see how we respond to a deficit. And apparently they just took me way too literal.
I just love him. He cracks me up. Let me just tell you, folks, what we saw yesterday in the fourth quarter and throughout. The 6 touchdowns by Tua Tagovailoa, the first Dolphin to do it since Dan Marino, who, by the way, was there celebrating with the team in the locker room. Yes, sir. First Dolphin quarterback.
By the way, I just want to throw this out there. A lot of national media pundits and reporters or analysts or hosts, I personally don't think watch a lot of Miami Dolphins games. And when they do, they're looking at the highlights. Rich, if you look at this notebook, it's handwritten. This man is taking the time to talk about the Miami Dolphins. He's putting work in. If somebody's handing it to him, so be it. But those are handwritten notes that are in this book that he has, right? And he's also talking about. I saw Marino in the locker room post game. National media pundits aren't saying this. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody who I think emotionally wants to see this team good. He's emotionally invested. I personally think in it. So I appreciate the love from Rich, and I'm going to finish playing this because it's awesome.
Since Marino in '86 to do it, the only other one was named Bob Greasy, who did it in '77. He 28 in the fourth quarter, the 28 points in the fourth quarter. He was 13 of 17 for 4 touchdowns and a quarterback rating of 154.2. Marino can't believe it himself. Third quarter since 1991. Third quarterback. Pardon me. Hold on a minute. It's the first time ever First time ever a quarterback has thrown for over 400 yards and 5 or more touchdowns, and 2 others on his team had 170 yards receiving and 2 or more touchdowns in the same game.
So Stephen D admits they don't put in work, then faults them for hating. How they be hating if they're judging based on the eye test? Fair question, Color. I said that Rich was putting in the work. I didn't say anybody else did. If you go back to the Colin take, Colin said, oh, this player scored a touchdown. Oh, this play. He doesn't name them by names. If he knew anything about, he'd be like, oh, that Gesicki touchdown that he reached up for. He said that was the only place Tua could throw it to. And he knew that Gesicki could go up there and get it. So he did.
That throw was insane.
And he was, and if you go back and look at, the statement that we just heard previous from Colin, he was saying that was a bad throw. He's also saying that, these throws are underthrown. If you can't hit, he did hit the throw, Colin. So number one, I don't think he personally puts in the personal work, at least for the Dolphins. I'm not going to say anything else, at least for the Dolphins. So if you want me to give an eye test, that's fine, but watch the whole game. And if you're not going to watch the whole game, try to get as much information as you can. He's sitting there literally looking at those plays. He's like, oh, well, that was a good throw. Oh, that was a good play. He didn't watch the game. He saw the highlights. What do you want?
Tyreek Hill, 11 catches for 190 yards and 2 scores. Waddle, 11 catches, 171 yards and 2 scores. Only teammates in the Super Bowl era to have those stat lines of 170 or more receiving yards and 2 or more touchdowns in the same game. The only other teammates to do it, Don Hudson and Andy Urum, who I believe I'm saying his name right, for the Packers in 1942.
All right, hold on. Let's pause that for a second. Let's forget Tua for a second. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill did something that has never been done in the Super Bowl era and has never been done in the history of the NFL since 1947.
Unreal.
Best wide receiver combo
in the
NFL.
But that's just luck. Yo,
Cheers
get out of here with this stupid that's just luck. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are easily the best 1-2 wide receiver duo in the NFL right now.
Wombo combo.
Easily. By far.
Yep. Boys are ready.
Best Wombo combo, baby.
Tell you what, though, I can't wait for Buffalo.
What I want is
I want to see a matchup on it, man.
An opinion without it always be taken as hate from some Yahoo and the Miami sports media. That's
I understand what Color's saying. Like, hate means something specific, but in new media, and I get you might not ascribe to that, but like that's what mainstream media dictates it. That's what the word means now, is that hater means someone who's just disparaging on a player, just throwing negativity without having a fundamental basis, without having backup, without having credible evidence. And that's all Colin is doing. He can't even name the guys who are making these plays.
Yeah, and by the way, Color, Colin and that whole situation is the exact reason that you and the Fins Tailgate Network and me here at Miami Sports Music and TD and Reason and Nicky Smokes at the Smoke Show and Nando Talk, that's the reason that we have views, because real fans that watch play in and play out know that what Colin Cowherd is saying can't be trusted, because he's just saying what he's saying for either clickbait or whatever it is. He's not saying it from the standpoint of, I've watched every play, I understand what it is.
Right.
I know the players that are here. I know that Tua threw that ball in the back of the end zone where no one else could get it, and I trusted Mike Gesicki because I knew the man had hops and could get up there and do it. Not saying it was a bad throw. So I do think it's hate, because it's ignorant. It's ignorance at minimum. It's ignorance at minimum. And I don't have time for ignorance. And it is part of the reason that YouTubers like you and I, Color, that we have an opportunity to have a platform. That's it. That's the biggest thing. Am I wrong about that, Nando?
No, 100%. I understand. Like it works out for us, I guess. Thankfully, Colin's an idiot. I applaud you. Like I mean, I don't make money off this like Colin does, but I get to talk and have some fun thanks to Colin. So I'll give him some applause for that. But like Cutler, like I wasn't trying to talk for you. I just watched your show yesterday, so that's why I was saying like I know you don't like that's not your view of hate, which is respectable, bro. Like I wish that were the case. Like I wish it like there was a softer term, I guess, like disliker, I guess, or shader or negative. But like it's not, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use the term hater. That's just what I'm personally gonna use for Colin in that particular.
Well, that's the term.
I believe it fits. I believe it fits. I believe the shoe fits.
Like
let's finish up listening to this because it's awesome.
It's the 10th fourth quarter comeback when down by 20 or more points in NFL history. The last one was the Miracle at the Meadowlands 2 when the Eagles came back on the Giants and Deshaun Jackson walked it off.
That was a crazy game, by the way.
Since 2011, teams entering the fourth quarter in the NFL, since that day that Deshaun Jackson walked it in the end zone. Since 2011, teams down by 21 or more in the fourth quarter. 0-710.
Okay. Let's break that down. So you're going to sit here and tell me with a straight face that he got lucky in the fourth quarter? Teams in over 10 plus years in the NFL, no quarterback has gotten that lucky. 710 losses, 0 wins, but he got lucky in the fourth quarter. What are you talking about?
1 out of 7-11.
Am I missing
that
something?
Might make it sound more lucky.
No.
Really?
You had to. No. So here's my argument. I'll listen to
say
that
you
argument.
Play roulette, right? And you hit one number out of 117 spins. Like that's kind of lucky. Like I'm not saying it was lucky. I just don't think like that's a good point to use against it being lucky.
And here's what I'm saying. If it
I get what you're saying.
You still had to have you had to have talent in order to be able to do that.
Right.
Tua's got talent. You have to have talent in order to be able to make that.
I'm not calling it lucky. I'm just saying like that stat makes it sound more lucky than skill and talent.
I see where you're coming from, and I think it's a fair point. I don't agree with it because if Ryan Fitzpatrick didn't do it, Tom Brady didn't do it, Josh Allen didn't do it, Justin Herbert hasn't done it.
But someone's gonna say,
hey man, look, I'm not trying to like degrade.
Peyton Manning hasn't done it.
I'm not trying to degrade this man. So I thought it was a great performance. I don't think it was lucky. I don't think it was lucky at all. I thought it was skill.
It was
offense
skill.
Looked great. Yes. It took grit. And how about the defense making 3 stops? Shout out to Landon Roberts. He blew up that play on 4th and 1.
Von Joe does not like that you just shouted out a Landon Roberts.
Well, I don't care. Von Joe could watch the game and he'll see that if he doesn't make that play on 4th and 1, we probably don't win the game.
Hey, Von Joe, you better give a Landon Roberts his flowers, my guy.
Dude, I'm not saying a Landon Roberts is like some elite talent overnight.
No, but he
made a huge play on 4th and 1.
That's a veteran. It's a veteran
play.
Big play.
Without that play,
I'm just giving Von Joe a hard time about Landon Roberts. That's all. By the way, Sammy Guevon had some big tackles too.
I was about to say, Sammy Guevon jersey, a Landon Roberts jersey.
No, I wore my Zach Thomas jersey. I had to wear my Zach Thomas jersey in there.
Hey, you got to wear a clown-proof jersey when you're behind enemy lines for sure. Like, you can't wear a Sammy Guevon jersey.
Color says regarding to a coward as being incompetent. That's fair. I'm still gonna say hater. But I can appreciate incompetent. That's a fair point. Let's finish up with Rich.
It was so impressive what the Dolphins did. Lamar Jackson became the first quarterback in NFL history to throw a touchdown pass for 75 or more yards and run one in from 75 or more yards out. And it's not even in the top 5 stats we're mentioning from the game. Lamar Jackson was entering the fourth quarter total MVP candidate, and he may still. We're marathoning, we're not sprinting, but that's what the Dolphins did. They erased it, and it's Tua who's doing it. And Justin Herbert's got fractured rib cartilage. Who knew such a thing existed? And Joe Burrow is 0-2. And you know who's 2-0? 2-0! My God! The guy who's been much
Who knew that
better
existed, though?
because of the other two quarterbacks I just mentioned, raging success.
He said, you know who's 2-0?
To put a point on it, yes, the Dolphins can do this. They've won a game, just like the Chiefs. They've now won a game where their offense gets rolling and can't be stopped, and they've come back doing that.
Yep.
The Chiefs won a game where they were leading throughout, and their offense was rolling and could not be stopped. The Dolphins won such a game in week 1. Their offense wasn't rolling because Belichick is Belichick, and the Patriots are the Patriots, and it's a division game, and it was week 1. But the Dolphins put points on the board and put a defensive score on the board. And the Dolphins now have come back and they've won games where they've been leading throughout when they're struggling. And they've won a game in which they were struggling and it didn't matter because they could put points on you in a hurry. And the question is, can they do that to the Bills? Can they beat the Bills in this division? We're going to find out. You know what? In 6 days. Because that's who's next for Tua. They go home to take on the Bills.
Baby.
2-0.
We're going to find that out fast.
2-0,
cuz short week, and we'll see if the Titans can tenderize them a little bit tonight.
They did not.
Not at all.
They did not.
And then there's the conference. Everyone can say, oh, it's just still Tua. It's Tua. The ball flutters a little bit. He throws it here. Who cares if it's fluttering, underthrowing, or it's perfect? Because Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are going to kill you. And Gesicki jumped. He nearly hit his head on the crossbar right behind him, catching one. That Tua high pointed on 3rd and 13.
By the way, so we heard
touchdowns on
Collins take it wasn't accurate, and his wide receiver had to go up and grab it to make a crazy play in order for him to do it. Eisen's take was he high pointed it because there was no other place to put that ball, and he knew that Gesicki could go up and reach it. Two big national media pundits, two different points of view.
One did his homework, one didn't.
My opinion.
I'm just saying if Herbert makes that throw to Gesicki, like Colin Cowherd's like, oh my God, look at this.
That's
guy.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, like they don't like Tua. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We'll get over it. But Rich is killing it right now.
I'll never get over it.
Look out for the Dolphins.
If the playoffs started today, the Dolphins are the 2 seed.
Very good. No, I know, and I know you make a good point. There's so much, and we overreact, and the Dolphins can look terrible next week. I know
it was exciting,
but we've been talking about who's the next Marino. When are they going to look like that again? Well, guess what? They did stuff that Marino, Duper, and Clayton did yesterday with Tua, Waddle, and Hill in Baltimore when Baltimore hit him with an opening kickoff for a touchdown.
Right.
And then Baltimore went up 35-14 on him.
Ravens also fumbled on the 1-yard line.
Well, I think they're missing J.K. Dobbins. They have somebody who can pick up some short yardage and get in the end zone and, so that's my take on week 1.
Bro. Thank you, Mr. Rich Eisen.
The only wrong thing he said is that's my take on week 1 because it's week 2.
Yeah,
besides that, everything perfection. Like this is the only thing you could criticize on that take. Everything else,
we were looking down the barrel at being 1-3, like at halftime, and now we're 2-0 with the biggest game of our lives on Sunday. Like this game Sunday is franchise changing. Like it could change our entire franchise after this week.
So determines if we're in the good timeline or the bad timeline.
So let's get into Sunday's game, right? Miami Dolphins 2-0. They've put up 62 points, I believe, right? In 2 games. Game 3, beer 3. They have 7 touchdowns in 2 games. Their wide receivers, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, are leading the league in yards in the entire NFL, by the way. They're 1 and 2. And we're playing a team in the Buffalo Bills who have put up 10 more points than us in 2 games, right? Only 10, right? And they have beaten both of their opponents. They pulverized them. They made them look silly. Now, Buffalo has in week 1
whooping people's ass.
They are. Okay, let's call it what it is.
Yep.
Buffalo looks amazing.
They're clean.
They do. But we look damn good too, don't we, boys? Yep. And so this is oh man. man. I don't know.
Here's
let's talk
my
about that.
analogy for this. Here's my analogy for this. The Dolphins right now, we're like the girl that's a dime when she goes out. She's got her makeup on, the dress on, she's looking good. But then she goes home, she takes a shower, and it's either the makeup comes off and she's still sexy, or the makeup comes off and you're kind of like, oof, you just went from a 10 to a 5. And that's what this game is on Sunday. We're going to go in. We're going to go into the shower, and either that makeup's going to come off and this team's still going to look beautiful and sexy, or we're going to look terrible and ugly.
The face reveal.
Reality.
I love your analogy, Nicky Smokes. I love your analogy. And in Miami, that's such a very accurate analogy.
Oh, my God.
It is. I'm telling you, like, that's what's going to happen. We're going to come out of that shower either looking beautiful and
DDG said
sexy,
Dolphins got the Instagram filler. Love it. Love it. Look, I mean,
hold on. I just got a little flare of energy. I cannot wait for this game. Like, Stephen D? I've been sitting up here and I've been telling you this for how long now?
Funny
I said
shit. Man.
Everything I care about is Week 3 against Buffalo, and now we're 2-0 at home.
No. Say it right.
2-0. We're 2-0 at home, and we're 6-point underdogs. You want to talk about, you want to change your franchise? You want to talk about being the underdog, chip on your shoulder, proving people wrong? Look no further than this Sunday.
Let's go.
This offensive line, these weapons. I mean, the defense, they got to step up. I mean, Xavier Howard has to play better than he did last week because Stephon Diggs looks freaking phenomenal. But my God, this Sunday, we have the opportunity to transcend our franchise to a whole nother level. If the Miami Dolphins win this Sunday, do you have any idea how crazy this city would get? How crazy these talk shows would get? How arrogant and stupid and dumb we would go.
Insane.
With the win against the Bills.
Insane.
But
absolutely
also,
insane.
I'm going to run through a brick wall.
How terrible and depressing it would be if we lose 42-14. That's how important this game is.
All right,
this game can take us to the most extreme or the low of lows, and I can't wait to see what this team does. That's what's going to tell me if it's different or not.
That's why it's so electric, bro. It's like the ultimate gamble. Whether we're going to have the highest high or whether we're going to have the lowest low fall to earth, And it's scary. It's nervous.
I think the Finns win or they get blown out. I don't think there's a middle ground. Like, I don't think
I disagree with that.
I think we win close, or like we win a good game, or I think we get smacked, bro. Like we're either gonna rise to the sun or we're gonna fall to earth, bro.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you, because I want to play out every scenario here. I want to get into this game. I want to talk to you guys about this game so much. I want to break down positions and everything. All right, if the Miami Dolphins lose in a close game, are you still not kind of hyped? Like, bro, we're just about there. Like, we just
look here.
Yes, but I don't know if that happens.
I'm gonna peel back on what I originally said, because I believe last week, or I think when we beat the Patriots, I said I don't want any moral victories.
There's
like,
moral
if we
victories
went out
here
there
this week,
and we lost 31-28 against Buffalo, and then we go over there to Cincinnati
and we take care of business and we kill them,
it's like we're 3-1. It's like, all right, like, bet, like, we're here, and then we'd have to go out there in Buffalo and play them tough. Or if we steal one from them, that would mean more to me than winning at home. I think beating them in Buffalo would be, at that time of the year, is like, yo, we could go win a Super Bowl.
I'm going to be real with you guys. I think that the Miami Dolphins, it's going to be a close game no matter what. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think that the Dolphins, my hope, this is my hope, right? So, yes, at halftime in the Baltimore game, I felt like crap. I'm like, oh my God, same old Dolphins, right?
Right.
In the fourth quarter, though, even in the post-game press conference, McDaniel said they ran the F-it play, right? They had this play called the F-it play, and they ran it, and they just started airing it out. They changed their entire game plan in the fourth quarter, right? Actually, the end of the third into the fourth. So their second half was totally different. My hope is that McDaniel's smart enough to kind of see, I don't have to be conservative. I can let this guy air it out. He's got the goods.
Right.
So so I think that we're going to totally look like a different team come next Sunday against Buffalo. We have to. That's number one. Number two, I think we can get into I'm confident to get into a shootout with them. confident that we can get in a shootout with Buffalo.
Yeah,
100%.
I didn't have that feeling till last week, but
I didn't either.
Just seeing Waddle and Hill.
That's not true because
after
I've been
catches
preaching on my channel for weeks now. This team is
Stephen D,
capable of putting
Stephen
up 40
D,
points.
Stephen D, before I'm talking about after the Patriots game, there's no way that you saw an offense who put up 7 points and said we could compete a shootout with Buffalo.
You can go back. You can go back and look. You can go back and look.
No,
at
you could have Roach go back and look and find me the clip. I'm not going through.
Nicky, I promise you, they've been.
So the smoke show intern, bro. Come on, man.
I've been preaching for weeks. This team can put up 40 points. I promise you, I've been saying it.
I know you've been saying that, but you didn't say we could win a shootout with Buffalo.
No, I did not say that.
Yeah, that's
those
what
were
I'm saying.
exactly.
Two different things.
That is too.
But no, our offense
can put up 40
with
points.
Our offense competes. Our offense
40 burger Steven.
Oh my God,
I'd rather have Tyreek and Waddle than Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis.
Immensely so. Like there was actually Buffalo fans trying to say Gabe Davis was better than Jalen Waddle, and it's an absolutely ridiculous statement. It's the same thing as Jets fans trying to say Eli Moore was better than Jalen Waddle. Like it makes no sense. Like Elijah
doesn't matter. Screw him anyway. He's not on our team.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I call him Ellie Moore. Ellie Moore. I don't care about him, bro. Like whatever, bro. Like Ellie Moore, L Moore, whatever. None of them are better than Jalen Waddle, who can catch it close, go deep. He's evolved into this almost a wide receiver one, except we have Tyreek Hill. Like it's crazy. 1 and 2 in the NFL.
Jalen Waddle over Jamar Chase. Can we have that discussion?
Dude, like you could, especially this year with how slow Joe Burrow started. Like maybe there's people say like, oh, it's Joe.
I mean,
Burrow
they're both great receivers. I think they could both be wide receiver ones. I mean, Jamar is, but I don't think Jamar Chase would be wide receiver one over Tyreek.
Oh, no way.
I don't think there's really anyone that'd be wide receiver one over Tyreek. Maybe
hey, real quick.
Tyreek was here.
Somebody who was supposed to
wide receiver one.
Somebody who was supposed to take the morning off and just called me while I was on the air, jumped into the back room because I guess Nicky said something. What's up, Roach?
Hey, I went back and looked at the tape. You never said that.
I said, bro,
my dog Roach.
I told you to take the day
Epic
off.
producer moment
I was
right
in the
there.
ER all last night, couldn't with chest pain, and I didn't get any sleep. I got like 3 hours of sleep, and I'm trying to
relax, bro.
I'm supposed to keep my blood pressure down. They said.
All right, bro.
And
I love you.
I'm good. I'm in a good
morning
place.
off, bro.
I got sleep, man. I got coffee. I'm good. What's up? What are we talking about?
Keep your blood pressure down. I've got coffee. We're good.
Roach is a trooper, bro. Roach was in the ER last night, and I
hope you're okay, man.
Bro, relax, sleep.
It's stress, man. Just stress getting to me.
Dude, don't
relax, bro. We're 2-0.
I'm excited for our offense.
Oh, it's not Dolphin stress.
I know,
it's not Dolphin stress.
I hope you're okay, man.
But we are 2-0.
Yeah,
we are 2-0. Yo, Roach was getting bullied on Twitter the other day. Someone was taunting him. I think it was level 2 noob. I think level 2 was all.
Oh no, he got you good.
No.
Oh, that little playboy.
That's like level 2. I don't consider that bullying because I think I understand his comedy. You know what I mean?
No, he's hilarious. He wasn't actually bullying you. He's just giving you a couple digs.
Dude, level 2 noob definitely.
I was kind of mad that Pat McAfee didn't pick my overreaction tweet.
Oh my dude, people were getting clowned.
I tweeted Tua might need a helicopter to airlift his nuts because he's about to teabag Von Miller this week. and that didn't get picked. And I'm like, what?
I would love a Tua step over Von Miller. If I see Tua walk
I'm
over
excited
Von,
for that matchup though. Like our offensive line versus their D line. That's gonna be a great test.
So
Shout out Greg Little too. He played his ass off.
I'll tell you. I think our team stacks up in every way, shape, or form. There are two people that make me nervous: Jordan Phillips and Von Miller. Those two guys make me nervous.
Little revenge game for my guy Jordan,
and we have to beat them. We have to figure out a way to stop them. Well, what do you like? How do we do that, Nicky? Like, how do we stop Jordan Phillips and Von Miller with the offensive line that we have?
You go 22 personnel and just have 2 tight ends and just sit there and block your ass off and get the ball out quick. I mean, like you said, we ran those effort plays and it worked. But I see
Alec Ingold's going to get a lot of playing time at tight end.
Dude, I love how they use him.
Yep.
Like he
He's
lines up
gonna
as
get
a
a lot
receiver
of
to
playing
block
time
on
on
screens.
Sunday.
Exactly. Hit the nail on the head right there.
So what kind of plays take up the most of a defensive? Like what ruins a blocking play? Like a screen or like a big rush? Is it a screen or is it a long throw like deep down the field?
Probably a screen.
Probably
just
a
anything that's
screen.
quick because like
So-
they're trying to get to the quarterback, and the faster you get the ball out, the less effective the blitz is.
So
I expect a lot of short passes this week. For
Then that's
sure.
what
Make him hesitate.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, you don't have 3.5 seconds to throw the ball.
You
45
don't
yards
at
on
all.
the field.
You do not at all.
You got to
And
create.
if you
any
look
extra
at what
time.
Buffalo did week 1 against the Rams, everything Josh Allen did was 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, and then they set up a play
And
action.
by the way,
they
they
take
had
you
3
deep.
turnovers week 1. They had three, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think they had
Yep.
3 turnovers.
Yep.
And Rams just didn't capitalize on it. But if they
Hey,
did,
but we
it
have to
would've been a
run the
game.
ball. We have to run the ball
Yeah.
effectively. If we can't run the ball, I don't think we have a shot.
Dude, but so that's where it comes into, right? Like we got to stop Jordan Phillips and Von Miller. Like I'm gonna say it, and people are gonna get mad at me, but I'm scared of those two guys. They scare the heck out of me, bro.
Dude, their defense has been electric these first 2 games. Like they've been unbelievable. They're a good football team, man. Like
They're
this
a
is
great
not
football
this is
team.
not some like cakewalk. Like this is a real deal test.
This
Are
is-
the Super Bowl favorites. They're our division rival, but you have to understand who they are and what they represent.
Yeah.
They are the cream of the crop football team, and that's the level that we're trying to be on. And that's why I can't wait to see how
does our defense play against their offense though, right? Because Nick Needham, he had a decent game, but he's still a liability.
Cater's gonna start outside. He started all outside the second half.
It's Cater season.
It's Cater season.
Dude, here's my
Darth
thing.
Cater.
Here's my thing. Look, like
Darth Cater.
these are not excuses, right? The defense has to play better, but kick return for a touchdown, and that's 7 points. Is Xavier Howard going to get beat for 80 yards on a slant? I mean, is it possible he's going up against Stephon Diggs? Yes, but do I think it's going to happen back-to-back weeks? No. And then a 75-yard Lamar Jackson one-play touchdown. That's 3 play, all one play, gigantic plays. That's 21 points out of their 38. Now, of course, things happen. It's football, but do I think all 3 of those things are likely to happen again this week against Buffalo? No, I don't think so. So I think
because we're going to clean them up.
Limited. Correct. And just probability. Like there's really just I don't see a reality.
I
where
think
we
probability
like
goes out the window when you're playing Buffalo, bro.
They're really good. They are. Dude, they are really good. Like
so let me ask you something. If we go out and get, let's play devil's advocate here. If we get killed, but we go out and then kill Cincinnati, what do you think of us after the Cincinnati game if we kill Cincinnati?
Well, that's like a particular stage, bro.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think we're 3-1.
No, I'm
still confident.
I get that.
Depends.
But
if we kill Cincinnati,
where do you think we measure up?
Are you saying we kill Cincinnati?
Yes. If we get blown out by Buffalo, but then we go blow out Cincinnati.
Just because it's a short week, and we kill Cincinnati in that exact scenario, I'm okay with it because it's like, okay, the boys took a tough L to a divisional rival. We got there in 3 days. Said Thursday Night Football. Let's show the world. Stop talking about us. We can kick another team in the teeth. It still sucks, but like I would be.
Where would you have us measured up?
We're 3-1. Like Smoke said, we're 3-1. But it's like
here's the thing: we're a playoff winning team. If we get blown out by Buffalo, like the Super Bowl champs did week 1, like the Tennessee Titans did week 2, if we get blown out by Buffalo and we're still 3-1, we're a playoff winning team. We're not an AFC Championship winning team. We're not a Super Bowl winning team.
We slide back a bit, but we're still playoffs.
We're a contender. We're a competitor to be.
And can you improve? Can you improve throughout the season to get good enough to play against Buffalo?
And you don't even
beat them
have
in
to
Buffalo.
Improve. You need
beat them in Buffalo. Hell yeah!
That's what I'm saying. We'd have to wait until that moment, though, week 15,
and
to
the Niners. The Niners swept the Rams in the regular season last year, and then lost to them in the NFC Championship.
Just one bad game. That's all you need from them. If that's the case, if they're that,
you got to beat them once.
Yeah, and there's other factors.
For us to go to the AFC Championship game, like we got to take it one week at a time. Play Buffalo, play them well, and if we beat them, I am sold. And the only thing that would hold this team back, God forbid, is injuries. But right now, if this team goes out there and they compete and they play well, and if they win, I'm sold, man.
Bro, if we win on Sunday, like we have to be the number 1 team in the NFL, right? Like we would be the number 1.
At least in the AFC is what I was trying to say. But then there's talks of the Chiefs. I don't think the Chargers.
I want to see Tua have that same moxie he had in that fourth quarter, though. The whole game. Like, it's got to be.
He doesn't.
I think that is
the
Tua,
numbers
though.
with the
Not the
moxie.
numbers.
I agree with.
I'm talking about like he looked like a different player. Like
he did, man. He looked so. I
like
told
he
you
let
in the
everything
fourth
that was
quarter,
in his head. Out,
that last drive,
you know?
he got into the huddle, and he said, "It's either us or them." And Tyreek said in his post game interview, he said, "I got hyped off that. Like I was ready to go through a brick wall." You know.
See, I would have ruined the huddle because I would have made a joke right after, and everybody's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Damn it, Roach.
That's how I want to see. What about Stephon Diggs? Who covers Stephon Diggs?
Oh, he was so nasty last
Had to
night.
be Xavier
was
Howard.
crazy.
No one else could guard him.
Yeah.
Like Xavier's gonna have to
So
follow.
is he a shadow on Stephon next on Sunday?
You cannot put Cater Kohu on Xavier on Stephon Diggs. You cannot put Nick Needham on Stephon Diggs. Like Xavier Howard has to shadow him.
So
the
Nick
entire
need
game.
Yeah,
X,
right now we got a shadow.
X on Sunday. He has one job, and that's to
Yeah,
cover
Stephon
Stephon Diggs.
How do you
Follow
feel
him
about
everywhere
X
he
so
goes.
far this year? Improvement, same.
I mean, he could have had a pick six that won us the game.
Dude,
he almost got cooked.
that
on
was
that
in
slant
his
route.
hands, bro.
Right.
That was. I watched the replay 4 times now. He had that.
Because I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I seen last year, you see X make plays, right? The last 2 years.
Mhm.
And then you see X get cooked. Right.
Yeah, but
it was
he made plays week 1 against the Pats.
And
I mean, he made a couple plays last
I don't
week,
feel like
but-
I've been seeing him get cooked as often.
I mean, you only saw him get cooked once.
Yeah.
It
So
was a big play, but
so if he's on Diggs, you still got Gabriel Davis.
Somebody's got noise in the background, just so y'all know.
It's somebody talking.
Okay, I think it's Nando.
You still got Gabriel Davis and then Dawson Knox, who I think are both good.
I'm not worried about Dawson Knox, to be honest.
Dude, Dawson.
I think
so,
he's good.
So
but
I want to talk about Dawson Knox.
you don't shadow a guy like Dawson.
I
Knox.
think
No, not the shadow.
Dude,
I'm just saying,
is
like,
this a fair
we gotta
statement?
hope those
is
other guys
is
can cover
Dawson
that.
Knox a top 5 tight end in the league?
Not yet.
Yeah, he could be. You can make the
Not
argument
yet.
for it.
You can
I mean,
make the argument.
You got Kelsey, Andrews, Waller, Kittle.
I know this. He ain't jumping up above a goalpost.
Definitely not Kyle Pitts.
Grab a
He's been
touchdown.
killing me in fantasy. That 5th tight end's always up in the air. I'm trying to think who else I put up
So,
there.
Steven, would you take him over Gesicki?
I had this
I don't know.
conversation last night with Tamika, with my wife. Like we were talking about it, and I was like, Dawson Knox can block. Gesicki can't.
Right.
That's real.
But are we at the point now where we don't need Gesicki to block?
We don't. I mean,
Like, do
seeing
you
what
think
we
that
saw
was
on
the
Sunday.
realization in that fourth quarter? Like, man, Gesicki's too much.
No,
of a
but what
weapon.
I'll say is I don't see Gesicki getting much playing time on Sunday. I don't. He's a
depends.
liability to us on Sunday.
It depends. If we're playing like whatever you want to call that offense we were using in the fourth, if we're playing like that, then maybe the whole game. But if we're not, then I don't. I feel
If
like
we're in the red zone, Gesicki's playing.
that's fair.
If we don't get into the red zone,
That's fair.
Gesicki's not on the field on Sunday.
Or third downs, red zone, third down.
And he caught a touchdown.
you
3rd and
have-
13 in the red zone.
But you have more. But your plays, I feel like, are more opened up with Alec Ingold, because Ingold can play tight end and fullback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so look, there's just, oh my God, it's so wild to think about that this matchup is like 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. I don't know, because both these teams looked very similar in a lot of different ways. The only way that it doesn't is maybe the defense. Does Buffalo have a better defense than ours?
I mean, Greg Rousseau right now is outplaying Jalen Phillips. That was kind of like one of my hotter takes. I think Phillips sees that and says, "Yo, my former UM teammate, this isn't going to stand. I've been doing nothing so far. It's time for me to have my little coming out party. If he can finally get 2 sacks, 3
The
sacks."
problem is he's in coverage so much.
I know.
I know
That's what I'm
they
saying.
were dropping
So
him
I don't
back
think you're going to
last
see it
week
till
in
Byron
Baltimore.
comes back, dude.
I don't know, man. I think we've got to get after Josh Allen. Like, we've got to rile him up.
They were
guys
dropping
gotta
him
step
back
up if they
because-
wanna beat
time
Baltimore.
out, Roach.
That's
They
the
were
other thing.
dropping him back for coverage because of Lamar. You think they're doing the same thing for Josh?
They were doing it week 1.
Were they with Mac?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Remember
I
we were
didn't
complaining
that.
week 1, like where was
I
Phillips?
was.
And then he
was
gave
all
up that
in
touchdown,
zone.
remember?
Yeah.
Because he was out of position. Now, you got
Now in the fourth quarter, did they change that for the
I don't
Baltimore
know.
game?
DirecTV sucked.
Dude,
Hey,
yeah, my
you're getting
NFL
a refund,
ticket went
Steven.
out.
They said they're refunding everybody for the first 2 weeks of the season, DirecTV.
My NFL
No
Plus
way.
was,
Yeah.
was lagging a bit.
Oh, it was bad.
Dude, it
was
wasn't
out for 2 weeks
working.
straight. But then you got to look at is there gonna be somebody QB spying Allen the whole game?
That's the problem. I think he's going to kill us.
Who are
with
you
his
going to do
legs.
that? And if you have that,
Phillips would be the
you're
guy,
leaving. Here's the problem,
right?
Was someone spying Lamar the whole game?
I don't know.
No.
So then we won't do it
Who
for Allen.
was?
Well, the thing with Allen is it'll be like 3rd and 7. You'll have everything locked up, and then it's one-on-one, him and your linebacker, and he just stiff
shit.
arms your linebacker like he's a cornerback or something.
on the lights.
That's his problem. Like, that's our problem, is you have everything locked down, and then here comes Josh Allen scrambling, and then he's running 15 yards to the right, and Rick throws it 45 yards to the other side of the field, and you get burnt when you had everything locked down. It's gonna take a hell of an effort, man. They look good. They're a good football team.
Is
but
this the biggest?
That's why I think
we ain't scared of Buffalo.
Is this
35-31
game,
Dolphins.
Would you say that this game is bigger than the playoff Pittsburgh game?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it is.
sure.
Because
Dude,
we had Matt
went
Moore
into-
there.
I went to that
there's no hope.
game. I mean,
We
it was a
both were
big
at that
game.
game.
We went
We
in
both went
with
to that
Matt
game.
Moore. Matt Moore. He
Tyler
got
Thigpen played in that
decapitated.
game, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that whole team was hurt going into that.
Negative 11 degrees at kickoff, by the way, cuz.
Yeah,
It
I
was
got
cold.
sick after the game. Like, I had this
So
frozen stuff in my chest.
You know,
and it
I'm
didn't
actually
go
happy
away
Buffalo
for like a
won
week.
now
I'm a soft asthma guy.
because
I
when we
couldn't do
beat
that.
them, it's going to be so much
Negative
better.
11 degrees, bro. It was so cold.
It was,
It'd be better.
dude, I've never seen anything like it. I was holding my beer, and like the rim would freeze up.
You never seen that?
I've seen that in my Syracuse times, bro, for sure. Like,
Yeah, when I
Dude,
lived in
I-
Minneapolis,
I-
You want to
lived
know how
in South Florida my
disrespectful?
whole
You want to know how
That's crazy,
disrespectful it was? So Solo and I go to the game.
football game, that's
we,
tough.
we get a rent a car. He flew into BWI. We get a rent a car. We drive over to Pittsburgh.
was he on time?
He was on time. It's a miracle.
That's not a dig.
It is a dig, and I'd love it, and I'm here for it. And I
just
hope
hear you-
Solo's listening and heard
I hear
it.
you say it every time he comes up.
because the band's like notoriously late for anything. But
can't have
Yeah,
me
that
at the
gives
live
me
show.
anxiety. Like,
What?
I hate being late to places. Like, it drives me nuts.
You and Solo are not the same person, Nicky Smokes. Let me tell you,
And it
because that
wasn't-
man is late to everything.
The
That
legend
man is late
Solo
to his
came
bar-
after me at the live show.
What was it? 2 hours? 2 hours to the to the.
It's not.
Jimmy's?
It's we're on Solo time. That's what it is. We're on
It
Solo.
was funny.
Time. So anyway, so we get the thing. So we didn't even get tickets to the game. We're like, we're just gonna get a rent a car and just go to Pittsburgh. So we go to Pittsburgh. We get a hotel, or we actually show up. I think we show up the morning of the game, if I'm correct. I don't even think we got a. We did no. We went there the night before. Went there the night before. Got a hotel. Woke up the next morning to go to the game. Didn't have tickets yet. 30 minutes before the game starts, we're walking in looking for scalpers, whatever. We found $50 tickets for a wild card weekend, 11 rows from the field in the end zone.
Nuts.
$50 per ticket. On it. Done. And you know what the scalper told me? Quote, he goes, "Oh, Steeler fans don't care about the first round of the playoffs. They're not worried about it." I was like, that's so disrespectful. My pockets appreciate it, but that's so disrespectful.
Dude,
But yeah.
someone gave me a free ticket walking into the game. He said, I just want to give it to a Dolphins fan. Like, just take the ticket.
Where was your ticket at?
I mean, I already had seats, but they were up top, and he gave me tickets like 15 rows up. I was like, all right, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, we were there. We were 11 rows in the end zone for that butt whooping. 21-0 first quarter.
Dude, I remember my feet turned to ice, so I started running laps around the stadium to like get my blood pressure up. And dude, I was miserable. Like I can't do the cold. I hate it.
So
I hate it.
yesterday,
so bad.
my dad, Bills
so
fan,
bad.
right? I grew up in a Bills household. He up in
you know
upstate New
know
York,
what cold is, bro. If you lived up there.
he and then moved to Minneapolis too. It was colder there, -40.
So real quick, I think you're about to tell the story, but are
Negative
you and your
15
dad
cold is not
talking
bad.
crap to each other this week?
Yeah, so every year we have a thing. Whoever wins the AFC East, the other person buys all their AFC East champ gear, every piece.
So
that
you've been
comes out.
getting cooked.
You've been getting cooked, son.
Oh my
So
God, Roach.
I need a win, man. Like,
You're like, Dolphins, help my pockets out, cuz. Let's go.
He got me this for my birthday.
At least he gave back.
I think I see Nicky wearing this.
I think I have that.
Yeah, the short sleeve.
Yeah, that thing's fire.
So he called me, right? This is before I went to the hospital, and he goes, I need to go find a ticket place, right? And I need to buy us both tickets to the Dolphin Bills game.
A great place to sit.com.
And I told him that. And he's like, and he goes, I'll fly down.
A great place to sit.com. Call them. They're absolutely amazing. 954-989-7979. Okay. Use the code word DWA. Get 5% off your tickets. There's no service fees. The price you get is the price you pay. Okay.
Right. So he's only been to Buffalo Stadium. He's never been.
Great plug.
I think they used to call it Ralph Wilson. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, it was Ralph Wilson Stadium for a long time.
But so he's never been to any other football stadium in his life. So he called me. He's like, hey, I'm thinking about getting us 2 tickets. I'll fly down. I'll get us, since he knows I don't like to fly. So he's like, I'll get us a rental car. We'll drive from Jacksonville to Miami.
Are you coming to the game on Sunday, bro?
No. And he goes, we'll get her sit in the Dolphin section, and I'll be wearing all my Bill stuff. And I'm like, I'm not taking you anywhere wearing that crap.
Bro, no.
That's what he used to tell me, man. He
taking a hit for the team.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing there's too many Bills
my
fans
dad
at that
is a
game.
scrapper, bro.
Me.
He'll end up getting me in a
week
fight.
One.
That's what my dad will end up getting me in a
It was
fight.
85-90% Dolphins fans.
Amen, dude. That was the first time that I've seen Dolphin fans absolutely destroy Patriot fans in attendance.
I wanted to say
the Patriots don't take over like Buffalo, but that was the most Dolphin fans I've
usually
seen.
I would say on average,
fans,
Patriot
bro.
fans are like 25, minimum 25% of the stadium. Yeah,
30.
minimum 30% of the stadium. Not in week one.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to fly all the way to South Florida in 110 degrees to see Mac Jones play. Like they did it for Tom Brady.
Say it again, cuz.
So Nicky, the reason I don't want to take him is he used to get season tickets to the Yanks, right? And he would take me always to the Red Sox games. So I'd go to Yankee Stadium to go see the Red Sox, and he'd put us right on the third baseline, right behind where the batters warm up, and he'd be right on the front row, screaming his head off the whole game. He's just yelling at these guys warming up.
So you think he's going to do the same thing with you?
The
embarrass
most
you?
offensive
Dude,
thing.
just get your ticket and say you got to go, and then come sit with us.
He has no
bro.
filter. He'll, even if it's considered offensive, racist, whatever, he's going to scream it just to mess up your swing.
You just go and then just leave him there at the game. Say, Dad, I'm going to get a beer.
Well, back in the 90s,
and then just go.
You used to be able to bring coolers to the game. You used to be able to bring coolers to Yankee Stadium. A cooler literally came down from the upper deck and hit him in the back of the head one game. A Red Sox fan.
Probably got what he deserved.
Yeah. And then I've seen him get in fights where me as a 9-year-old is sitting outside of the jail cell in Yankee Stadium. My dad's inside the jail cell, right?
No shit.
Your dad sounds ruthless, cuz.
I've been at games where the guy from Baywatch, what's that German dude from Baywatch? David Hasselhoff, sitting 3 seats to the left of me, right? And so I'm like, and my dad's doing that. And I'm like, Dad,
put some
look,
respect on David
Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff's name. That's Knight Rider, sir. Put some respect on Knight Rider's name.
Knight Rider wasn't supporting the Yankees that day. So,
according
to my dad, he's an F and P word, is what my dad told him. So that's what I had to deal with. That's why I don't take my dad to games.
Nando, what are you doing?
I think Nicky would like my dad. I think he would laugh at him.
We'd probably be best friends. Actually, no, he's a Bills fan. I'd probably end up fighting him.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, all right. Let's get back to the Buffalo. Let's get back to the Buffalo game. All right. So let's talk about Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Who's covering Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill on Sunday for Buffalo? Nobody, right?
Good luck.
Kyer Elam.
But that goes to the. Let's get back to the
Little
point.
UF
That goes to the point of is he going to have time to throw the ball to them once they're open?
Well, that's the key. Like, I'm not so much worried about Buffalo's secondary as I am about their pass rush. Because Von Miller's looked nice. Greg Russo's been decent. We've talked about Jordan Phillips. Like, it's up to the O-line to give Tua time to throw, because I'm not too worried about the secondary. I'm not too worried about the matchups that Waddle and Hill are going to face. Like, yes, they've got great safeties, but so did Buffalo. That was the whole narrative of, their corners are weakened, but their safeties are strong. So Marcus Williams get 2 picks, and Tua still threw 6 touchdowns on them. Like, it's up to Waddle and Hill, but it's up to the O-line to hold it up. Greg Little,
Yeah,
baby.
Greg Little's
going to have the best game of his life.
It's all on him.
Running backs are going to have to be able to pick up the blitz.
Is Armstead going to play?
Why wouldn't he play?
I mean, he's been questionable this week or this past
Just
week.
Dude, this is the biggest game of the year.
Okay.
Cut it off. Cut it off. You don't need it.
He said just
You
cut
need
it
a
off.
toe. You got 9 others.
Bro, if he doesn't play this game, we have no shot at winning.
Is the big toe a toe, like the thumb?
If he doesn't play, we have no shot, bro. He's got to play. He's got to play. I agree.
Larnell Coleman cannot start against the Buffalo Bills. Tua will end up in the hospital.
Yeah, I can't have you go from practice squad.
So that's the thing. That's the other thing that scares the hell out of me, because the last time we played them in Miami, Tua was out for 6 games or 4 games or whatever it was. Like, we all remember that, right? Like that.
Oh, yeah.
That happened. I don't want to bring it up, but we got to. Like, we got to be
revenge game. And dude, Tua never wore a flat jacket before that. I didn't know that.
He didn't?
No.
Dang.
Well, now he'll always wear it now, but
for life.
Do you know, somebody was telling me this weekend that Tua, in his mind, always thinks about the injury during the play. Do you think there's some truth in that? Like, he's always in the back of his mind. Like, we're talking at the tailgate in Baltimore, and some fans said it. Like, he's like, I think Tua in the back of his mind is always thinking about getting hit the wrong way again and getting injured.
You could maybe say that before this game, and then you saw him like unleash some
he's always
times.
thinking about not making a mistake. Like, he's trying to play too much.
I think Roach just hit the nail on the head. I don't think he's worried about the injury. I think he's always trying to make the perfect play.
He just needs to be creative and just say F it.
Like that spin move.
Is that the word of the week? F it?
F
it.
it.
The phrase? Can we say it without being banned? Or paying
F it. We just say F it. That's all you can say.
Are you flipping my flippers, bro?
Are you flipping my flippers? I love it, bro. Welcome to Flip Floppers. Are you flipping my flippers?
And Madden just gave Tua Team of the Week captain, so he got the 90 overall card on Madden if you play Mutt. So it's
What
a
happened?
luck draw, so you have to buy packs and then open it. And if you don't get
Yeah,
it,
Roach is like a Madden guy, bro.
It's probably going to
Roach
cost you about
plays
$2 mil
Madden in his sleep.
to get it.
$2 mil?
Like,
I
not
don't play
real
Madden
money,
like
bro.
that,
Madden money, yeah.
Madden money.
Oh, okay.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It's Hot Take Tuesdays with my man Nicky Smokes from The Smoke Show. Go check out his show Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on The Smoke Show YouTube. Awesome show. Check out my man Nando Talk. Nando, you got your own channel, Nando Talk, as well as you are on Miami Sports Fanatics, right?
Yes, sir. At 8 p.m. usually on Mondays. I'm getting that worked out with Gio right now. But I'm doing a little Nando Talk on Thursdays, 3 p.m. And I might actually go today at 3 p.m. just because I've had 4 Vasasurs already, and it's
He's
time.
like, let's go, cuz.
It's time to. We might go at 3 p.m. today as well. You know, I'm not trying to interfere or clash with some other times, but 3 p.m. Tuesdays, Thursdays might work with my class schedules as well. So,
do you cover lacrosse ever?
Dude, Water Dogs PLL champions, baby. Let's ride. Okay,
I got to come out one night when you're doing it.
Dude, I don't cover lacrosse, but we could talk about that. Syracuse lacrosse too. We'll always cover that.
Hey, Steven, you need to watch the lacrosse game. You would really like it, I think.
I'd rather eat glass.
Oh my god.
Rather eat glass. I'm just letting you know.
Lacrosse over baseball any day, bro.
Lacrosse does nothing for me.
What?
Nothing.
It's like hockey. Right?
I'd rather watch
And
WNBA.
soccer.
I'd rather watch
baby.
the WNBA than
Chill. That's crazy.
That's blasphemy, bro. Straight blasphemy.
I would definitely. I'd watch WNBA over lacrosse any day.
Do you know how big of hits
I've
you
watched
see in
about
lacrosse,
5
dude?
quarters.
Bro, I have the #1 team in the country here in
25
Baltimore,
years.
and Johns Hopkins, and I've been offered free tickets at least a dozen times. I'm good. I'm all right.
The one time I bet on UConn women's and they lose to South Carolina, dead to me. Women's basketball.
I'd rather watch
Dead to
women's.
me.
I would rather watch women's field hockey than lacrosse.
Women's hockey might do it for me.
Field hockey, Nick.
Definitely not freaking.
Oh
WNBA.
man! All right, guys, we're gonna do the Ask Panel update. Or Ask the Panel. Hashtag Ask Panel. If you have a question for Nicky Smokes, Nando Talk, Roach, myself, get up here. or get up here, ask us a question. We want you to get on with us. You can ask us anything you want, or you can put it in the chat at hashtag AskPanelQuestion. I'm going to post the link. Let's go. And take y'all on one at a time. Y'all can get up here and ask us some questions. Whatever y'all want to talk about.
Come on, Andrevius. Come up and ask us a question, man. Don't be.
Daniel Taylor says, I'm a fan of the Las Vegas Aces in the WNBA. I'm just saying.
Didn't know that was a team, but okay.
Go Aces.
Go Aces.
Go
I'm
Aces.
a fan of the Aces now. You know what?
Now,
Official update.
Does Miami have a WNBA team?
I don't think we do. So I'm a Las Vegas Aces fan now. Go Aces.
If Miami has a WNBA team, I'm just saying.
Unless
Now,
that's the case, then you know.
I went to a
Chef
Timberwolves
Shoe
game.
said, read my comment from. All right, let me look for it, bud.
Steven, I went to my first NBA game. I was so high up in that stadium. I felt like if I tripped, I would have fell onto the court. It was so weird. The angles in a basketball stadium of the stands, they freaked me out.
It looks weird.
My freshman year at Syracuse, the women's went to the semifinals or the national
Carrier Dome
of the WNBA like college championship. I think maybe
Also
one bus
known
got
as
filled up.
March
It was
Madness
crazy.
in women's college
It was
basketball.
like one bus got filled up, bro. 12 buses got filled up for us going to like the first round of the playoffs.
Women's college basketball is
Dude,
awesome. I
went to the
women's
Carrier
college
Dome
basketball.
when
Crazy.
Donovan
Real talk.
McNabb was quarterback, Nando. When my dad,
That's sick.
he put his hand on my head like he was JFK, and I was a little baby.
All right, I
Yo,
agree.
Stephen
The
D.
O-line is going to be the key factor to give Tua time to throw the ball. If they can hold their guy, we're good. We ain't scared of Buffalo. Look, I'm just saying.
Never scared of Buffalo.
We'll never support the
This year.
WNBA until they bring back the Miami soul. Boo them. So Miami had a team. I didn't know that.
Okay. If they bring them back, that's when I'll support the WNBA. That's
Yo,
perfect.
Stephen D.
Until then, I boycott.
Check your Twitter DMs. Play the video of Tua throwing right-handed.
It's gorgeous.
You need to see it. Like, it looks insane. He looks like Drew Brees.
And I agree, it won't get copyrighted. It's flipped.
Yeah, it's flipped. You can't get copyrighted. Promise you. I did it yesterday.
Oh, is that how you do it?
So they just flipped. It says SB. Doesn't say CBS.
It's grabbed by Hill.
That's genius, Nicky.
If I get flagged, I'm gonna be mad.
He's caught 9, 3rd and 10.
It looks so weird.
It looks so, bro. He looks like the throw looks better.
Throw
Yeah,
is
it
better
doesn't
right
look so
handed.
cocked like this. Like, is that the issue? Is that my issue with his throwing? Is that I'm not used to looking at a left-hander?
Yes.
Pete, get back up here, Pete. I saw you in the back. I was bringing you on, Pete.
Doesn't it just look so much better? Like, I think our eyes just don't like lefty quarterback.
We're just not used to it.
I wonder if he can actually
They
throw
blitz,
right-handed.
they bring 5. Tagovailoa. Oh, an acrobatic catch to the 45. Hill. Williams brings him down.
Tyreek Hill with an exceptional catch, getting it into Baltimore territory.
He looks like an MVP quarterback right there.
That's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He broke the tackle that time.
Bring out number 13 for that man right now, if he's right-handed.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If he was,
Blocked by Armstead. 2 into the
I think
end zone.
this is what everybody means. Like, the coaches see this. We're all just too dumb because we don't know what a lefty should look like. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Like,
doesn't he just look so much better right-handed?
like, can you imagine if this
Like
is
the
what,
ball, it just looks so much better.
like, what if Mike McDaniel did this? He's like, should I accept the job in Miami? He's like, hold up. What if I flip? Whoa, Tua looks amazing. All right, let's sign
What
aboard,
if that's
bro.
how they watch
I just
film?
think we're
Do you think
just
that's how they
not
watch
used
film?
to looking at lefties.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if that's how they watch it? Like, what if that's how they decided? What if we're not just used to it? And like, this is what it looks like to an NFL man who knows what form looks like, what a lefty quarterback looks like, and goes, Tua's throwing perfect for a lefty. And us as just normal people just can't see that. You know
Did
what
you
I'm
show
saying?
the
The
Sean
ball,
Payton
like the
walk
ball
back?
looks faster. Everything just looks better.
It's
I just think
gorgeous.
it looks weird to us that he's a lefty.
It's like an optical illusion almost. Like, it's just
yeah,
like,
it is.
Did
it
you guys
really
show-
is because we're not used to seeing it.
Did you all
but
show
that's like
Sean
what they are.
Payton saying he was wrong
like,
about
Dan's been in
Tua?
the league 20 years. Like, it's crazy.
hold on, I'm
I don't
typing
blame
something,
us.
right?
Like, we're just not used to it. We're not. We don't see that unless you're like, I don't know, like the biggest Steve Young fan in the world. Like
Right.
you're the biggest Vic fan. Like, you're like, yo, I'm the lefty guru. Tebow's my best friend. You know, like, unless you're used to that kind of ball, I don't blame us for not seeing this. You know, like,
Andrevius is shook up in the chat right now.
What did Andrevius
That's the
say?
first time he's seen Righty Tua.
Looks
telling you, bro. Like,
It's crazy, bro. I've been thinking about this all night, bro. Like, it's wild.
But I wanted to say about Sean Payton and his critique on Tua before the game, and then after the game, he walked it back, right?
Oh, yeah, I saw he walked it back.
And I think that proves, that proves something I said where I was like, well, I think he said what he said based off of conversations he had during that tampering period with the Dolphins about Tua, with how the team spoke to him about Tua. And that's why he gave that opinion. And now that he's seen Tua do what he did with his own eyes,
I was wrong.
He's like, yeah, I would, yeah. So
wait, you're saying his first answer was because of how the team felt about him? Like he said that, or
like when he was, when he tampered with the Dolphins, right? When Dolphins were tampering to get him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that came from straight conversations like, hey, you don't like, this is how we feel about Tua. We're not sure. We could end up, if you need to put in somebody else, you're free to do that. Like that, not being confident in the guy when they spoke to him. And I think he just took that and said it on the show.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
All right, let me bring in the first person in here. I had Pete. He was the first person. Pete, get back on. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to do 15 things at once. First person I got is Lil Tua. Who's Lil Tua?
Lil Tua.
It's Lil Tua from the Rock.
What up, Rashad?
Oh, Rashad, man. It was such a close game between us, bro.
I got killed in every league last night.
Last night you had Josh Allen last night. Did it work out for you, or did you need Josh Allen to play the fourth quarter?
Josh Allen got me 58 points. So
you won.
I was
You
down,
were down
like
40
100.
something.
Yeah, I was down almost 60 points, and he got all of it.
Right.
That was crazy.
And that's what Jonathan Taylor only get me 7 points.
And Stephon Diggs
And you came back and won by how many
leagues.
points did you win by?
195 to 181.
God, boy.
Dude, I'm
I
telling
know
you,
you were
man.
hating last night, Rashad.
My team is dangerous, guys. My team is dangerous.
I couldn't even take it
Now here's a
anymore.
real question, Roach. Are you starting Josh Allen on Sunday for your fantasy team?
I got him or Jared Goff, so I have to go with Allen.
Who's Jared Goff playing?
Let me look.
You know what? It's okay. We can let Josh Allen throw for 800 yards, 10 interceptions. It'll bounce out for Roach's team. They won't score, and we'll be good to go.
Right? A couple picks.
And don't break
so next
every
week,
single drive.
Hey, this is exciting.
10 picks.
I'm playing Hangry Heroes next week, so he has
You're
Tua.
playing Tua?
Oh,
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
You have Allen on your team, and Aldo's got Tua, and you guys are playing
Right.
against each other.
Golf is
you gotta
playing.
keep it now.
So Jared Goff is playing Minnesota.
You gotta play it now. Oh man,
Tua
I ain't gonna
outscored
lie.
Allen this week.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. No cap. I hope Aldo whoops your ass. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Well,
I hope Aldo
Right
kills
now,
you.
it says I have a 64% chance of winning.
Well, I hope Aldo kills you.
Y'all
That's
was
all I'm saying.
Bowser.
I love it.
But
I love it.
here's the thing with Yahoo Stats: when it tells you about your fantasy team, I see teams
Tell him,
every
Hangry
week on
Al.
there.
Tell him all. Tell him Al. Tell him you're
You
gonna
guys
whoop
be
him
laughing
on.
at me. You guys
What'd
are
you say?
laughing. Who's laughing now?
Didn't he drop 86
Hey,
points?
you know what I think? I think y'all
Who's
should do a
laughing
little
now?
bet. Y'all should do a little side bet
Wait,
for this game. on
who's
Sunday.
laughing about what?
Tua.
About you picking Tua with the 4th overall pick? I'm still laughing because you could have got an awesome running back or wide receiver and then got Tua in the 5th round, but you lost your shot.
Aldo, are you 2-0 in the
Coulda.
league?
Coulda.
I am 2-0.
That's all that
Are you-
matters, bro.
Better yet,
That's
are you-
crazy. He's
are you
2-0 and he took Tua
2-0
4th overall.
in your
That's
fantasy
wild.
league. In the fantasy league, let's go.
Greatest GM ever.
I don't know
Everybody
something we
was
don't.
clowning him at the draft for picking Tua with
He
the
said, I don't
4th
need
overall.
a first round
It's
pick,
still
bro.
not a good pick, Steven. It
He's
doesn't matter what Tua's
2-0.
doing.
Dude, he handicapped
Let the
himself
man
and he's
live,
clapping
Buzz.
you guys.
Let
That's
the
all
man
I
He could have
know.
got Tua. He could have got Tua in
can
the
you tell these
13th
guys
round.
it doesn't matter? You still could have got him later. It's still not a good pick.
Yeah, it's
Not,
not a good
when
pick,
every
but-
single one of us.
You
is
could have
up.
got Tyreek and Tua.
Yep.
You didn't even get Tyreek with Tua?
No, he could have picked Tyreek with the 4th overall pick and then got Tua later on.
Yeah, you could've got him in the second round.
Would have stacked it up, yeah.
Bro, you would have been. Then you really would have been
Yeah.
killing it. Who's your wide receivers, Aldo?
My wide receivers are.
I got it. So he has Marcus. Is it Marcus Brown from Arizona? It just says M. Brown.
Marquise Brown.
Okay,
Hollywood.
Duvernay, Sammy Watkins, Chase Edmonds.
Who's his running backs?
How is he 2-0?
Chase Edmonds, Edwards Hilaire.
It's a 20-team league.
Darren Waller, Higbee.
Ooh.
Kicker is Bullock from Tennessee and Tampa Bay's defense.
Bro, you should trade Wall. See if you can get Tyreek from somebody, man. Who's got Tyreek in your league? In the Clock Blockers
What would
league?
he give up for Tyreek though?
I would give up.
Like, who would take any of that for Tyreek?
I think Andrevius has Tyreek.
Andrevius, will you give up Tyreek? He said, no, I got Tyreek, cuz.
Yeah, I thought so.
Andrevius, give up Tyreek. Let Aldo have the. Tyreek got to be untouchable, K-Flex. Shout out to K-Flex. K-Flex, get up here, man.
Has he
Get
ever
up
been
on
on
the panel,
He been here all morning.
Shout out to K-Flex.
Chatting it up.
Andrevius said, absolutely effing not.
Dang, man. You won't give it to Al? He'll give you a good sub.
Hey, Andrevius, I want a rematch in Madden, by the way.
Andrevius, he said he'll give you free subs for a month.
I've been training in Madden.
For a month.
Steven.
He'll give you free subs for a month, Andrevius.
For Tyreek, I'd take that in a heartbeat, bro.
Steven, I feel like Rocky
I'd have
Balboa.
to sacrifice that league.
Andrevius whooped my butt in Madden.
Daniel said.
I've been in this room practicing playing against Tua and the Dolphins just to beat Andrevius in Madden.
Andrevius, he said he'll give you free
Ain't no
subs
beating the
for a
Dolphins.
month for Tyreek. That's a
Best
trade.
team in the NFL.
That's a trade, Andrevius. You better take that.
Just cheese and veggies, though.
Are we the number 1 seed right now?
We are the number 1 seed.
We're
Second
number-
place is the Eagles and then the Chiefs.
The Eagles, man, they look good last night.
I couldn't tell if I was watching the Eagles or Buffalo play.
What did y'all think? Last night's games were trash, right?
I took Vikings.
I mean, they're trash if you're a Vikings fan or a Titans fan or
Dude,
who's better.
Kirk
That was
Cousins.
horrible.
Kirk Cousins plays like trash in primetime.
Primetime Kirk, you shouldn't expect anything
He
else.
is so bad.
I'm the biggest idiot in the world, bro. I actually bet on that. I totally forgot about Primetime Kirk. My buddies were clowning me as soon as I sent that slip in. They were like, "You're an idiot."
I didn't know that was a thing.
I had the Eagles, so I was loving Primetime.
Oh, I should have known that, Dang.
Dude, somebody made a bet on a two team like a 2-thing parlay on DraftKings over the weekend. I'm gonna bring in Pete because I let Pete wait. I don't want Pete
They
waiting.
do like Titans.
It was like
Hey, I gotta hurry up. I gotta
it was
hurry
a
up.
$7
Sorry,
bet and it
Nando.
won like
Hurry up. I gotta hurry up and let everything
$10,000. It was
go.
crazy.
Guys,
Go ahead,
I don't
Pete.
have much
Go
time.
ahead.
I'm gonna get timed out, blocked. Somebody's gonna interrupt me. I can't stand it. But let me ask you guys a question. How do you guys feel about Xavier Howard today?
I mean, look, in the fourth quarter, he showed up. He showed up when he needed to.
Oh, so that's what we're gonna do here? We're gonna praise players for showing up in one quarter, luckily?
He showed up when he needed
Yeah, but he's
to.
been
What else
great
do you
his whole
want?
career here. He got
Who
burnt
pra-
once on a slant route. I mean, he's been great his whole time here.
Who praised him?
You're gonna just clown Xavier because he got burnt
No,
one time?
it's not clowning Xavier, but at this point, we need to find a way to get rid of this guy. He's lost the step. He
Why
has
do you
no
wanna
speed.
get away?
He got first of
Pete,
all,
I have
he
one
got
question.
smoked by Rashad Bateman, and then he can't even catch Lamar Jackson. He got smoked by Lamar Jackson.
Bro, not
What
many
is
people
going
can
on?
catch Lamar
He's
Jackson.
one of the most athletic men in the league, bro.
Yeah, but this is one of the highest paid
rid of
cornerbacks. You need to be able to stop speed receivers, Nick. If he can't contain speed receivers, then he's not an all-time pro cornerback.
Did you see what happened to
Simple and
Jalen
plain.
Ramsey week 1 and then what he did week 2? I mean, it happens, bro. He's playing against the best in the world. One-on-one, he got beat
You
on a
expect
slant.
something to happen week 1, first game in as a corner, but week 2?
Even Jalen Ramsey was getting burned in the
It's
Super
only
Bowl,
week
bro.
2.
It
He's
happened.
been great his whole career here. He had an opportunity for a pick 6. He made a huge play. What are you talking about? You're gonna
he's
give up a
lost a
top 5
major
corner
step.
because he got toasted by
I think
by
he's lost
Bateman
a
one
major
time?
step. Yeah,
Remember
I think
you're-
he's lost a
remember you're
major
talking to
step, and it's a
Pete.
big
That's okay.
concern.
So Pete, we get rid of him. Then who's going to
Pete.
play corner? Tell me who's guarding Stephon Diggs this week. Can't wait to hear.
We need
that.
to build capital.
Xavier Howard.
What's your
And let's
answer,
put
Pete?
Nick
Who
Neal.
are you gonna
We need
put
to
on
build.
Xavier
We need to
Howard?
build.
Who are you gonna put on
We need to
Stephon
build
Diggs?
draft cap. We need to build
Let's
draft
put
capital.
Build
Go
draft
ahead,
capital. So
Benogany.
let's get rid of our
On
best
Stephon
corner. We're
Diggs.
2-0, but let's build draft capital For sure, dude. Great plan. Come on, Pete.
You're talking.
That's not. Come on, Pete. That's a perfect plan. If this is a guy that's not worth the contract and has lost the
you don't build
step,
draft capital when you're 2-0 and get rid of your best cornerback. You don't do that.
we should be clearly 1-1 right now, and you guys know
We're
it. Lucky
2-0. It doesn't matter what
quarter.
we should clearly be. We're 2-0.
Let him breathe.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Get it out.
So
Get it
now,
out, Pete.
now, next question. Real question. How did you guys feel at halftime?
We all wanted to kill ourselves. I waterboarded myself. But how'd you feel at the end of the game? That's what matters.
Shocked. I felt shocked.
That's what matters.
I felt happy, and I felt good, and I couldn't wait to come up and talk to you two in the ears.
That's why you play 4 quarters, though. That's why you play 4 quarters.
60 minutes, cuz.
As Patriot fans, how I felt when it was 28-3.
I felt like the
Super
man
Bowl,
at the end.
and ask them how they felt after the game. We had the guts. We fought back, and we won. Of course, it was terrible at halftime. But at the end of the game, the Miami Dolphins scored 42 points and won.
Sure did.
Wait a minute. I don't think X knew how fast Bateman was. X did exactly what you were coached to do. He stopped playing man, started respecting Bateman, and was giving him a cushion. You're wrong, Pete.
Who said that? Because I can't see right now.
Flip side fishing.
Flip side. Oh.
So
he gives up. He gives up a 75-yard touchdown. He can't catch up to Lamar Jackson, but this is your highest paid cornerback.
Catch up to Lamar Jackson.
This is your highest paid cornerback.
Lamar
Jackson
an MVP of this league, bro.
You're talking to Pete, guys.
You're putting that
this
run
is an
on
all-pro
Xavier Howard
cornerback, highest paid. This is the highest, one of the highest paid corners. He should be able to catch Lamar.
Oh my God!
Especially of Lamar, who looks like he's tripping at the end, and you're falling with that false tackle. Come on, bro. Like that's all I'm pointing out. He lost the speed, bad knees, and I think he's overpaid. That's what I'm really pointing out.
That's nuts.
So now, since I'm still here and I'm kind of shocked, just like you guys.
Nobody wants to win. Lamar Jackson today. 4-3. Lamar Jackson runs a 4.340, bro.
We want to hear what you got to say, Pete.
This is what I really want to say. This is really what I want to say. Can I please say what I really want to say?
Pete, you came up here, you asked 100 questions. Let me ask you a question.
You gonna get
what corner in the league is catching Lamar Jackson when he gets ahead of you in the open field?
No one.
No. Pete, name them. List them, Pete.
A lot of
List
Jalen
them.
Ramsey.
No.
Jalen Ramsey.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Got him.
Absolutely
Jalen
not.
Ramsey would have got him.
No,
bro. No one.
Xavier Howard was already at a bad position. Like, come on, bro.
wrong.
Like, he was already in a bad position.
Duh, because he
Yes,
he
you
plays.
are.
You're
Especially if
cornerback.
you
He's
trip like
a
that.
wide receiver on the
He
back.
tripped at the
Cornerback,
end.
not our front
Up the
seven.
middle.
You're
Flexen
blaming
said
Xavier
Deion
Howard,
Sanders.
not our front seven for that.
I agree. Clay Flexen might be right. Deion Sanders is a once-in-a-lifetime player. What are we doing here?
GOAT.
Jalen Ramsey not catching Lamar, though.
Thank you. Like, what are we doing here?
Okay.
Pete,
So now,
Okay, Pete. I'm gonna give you Jalen Ramsey, even though you're wrong. Keep the list going.
Wait,
I
how
don't wanna,
fast
that's
is
it.
he? Is Lamar?
Lamar runs a 4.340.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
T.
based on
faster
pictures,
than
he's a
running backs
4.42.
in the
Hold on.
NFL.
T. Christopher Carter said Alexander, Ward, Ramsey, and Lattimore are the highest paid CBs, and they've all been burned in the first 2 games of this year.
Lattimore would have slammed Lamar Jackson, bro. He would have never even got that far. Have you seen how Lattimore slammed Tua before? And Waddle. I mean, Waddle. He slammed Waddle on the sideline. And Waddle's fast. Okay, then. He caught him and slammed him. So now this is what I want to say because
he's losing sleep
I don't
over
need
this. This is
interruptions.
crazy.
I do not need interruptions with what I'm about to say, okay?
Oh my
Please.
God.
Let
You will
me
not
get
be
this out.
interrupted. Go ahead,
Let
sir.
me get this out as a Dolphin fan. I truly need this out.
right now.
No, forget that. That is true.
Well,
But let
for
me
Lamar,
tell you
I would.
guys. But let
For
me
Lamar,
tell
I
you
would.
guys what. Let me tell you guys what Tua just finished doing right now in the 4th quarter. This guy probably ruined our organization for the next 2 to 3 years. And this is what's scary about this, because there's a
Ain't
chance
no way.
the organization
Let him get it out.
thinks and stays stuck on this moment for a long time. And this is a weekly business. This is a moment where Tuaneers, 10 weeks down the line, we could lose 10 in a row. But you Tuaneers will still come back to this very same game and say, Tua, remember what he did in the fourth. I'm afraid that the organization is now have become Tuaneers themselves, and they're not going to let go of this fourth quarter performance.
You might be right.
This is a
Someone time him
situation.
out, bro, please.
Wait, this is a situation I truly deep down inside feel the organization needs to take advantage of and be ahead. We cannot walk.
He's a Dolphins
when we
fan.
have
Can't
an
vote.
emergency,
Yeah,
listen.
you're right.
Listen,
I'm sorry,
when we have
Smokes.
an
I just won't waste my
emergency,
money on
we
that.
cannot
Is
walk
he a
to
Dolphin
the
fan?
emergency room. We have to go there
Is he a
fast.
Dolphin fan? He wants to get rid of all the winners. Is he a
Please,
Dolphins fan?
Greer,
You need to have a
We
tinfoil
do
hat.
what's
finally
right
start
for this
winning, and he wants to get
organization.
rid of everybody.
This is
Is
crazy.
you done or is you finished?
I think he's done.
I'm out of it because I'm trying to keep my.
So
blood
do we
pressure
start
down.
over like 2019?
I think he's done finally.
Pete, do we hit the reset button?
It's good, man. It's just a scary
Or
dark
you gotta
cloud
follow
Do we
right
hit
now.
the reset
And
button,
I
Pete?
hit it, man. Hit it, man. Y'all be positive all you guys want,
No,
man.
no,
I
no.
just
I'm
seen
saying
yesterday's fourth quarter
Pete, we're
performance kinda
asking
like
you the question.
set
As
us
a
Do we start over?
franchise, do we hit the reset
Oh, I
button
thought
as a
I was supposed to play the
franchise?
music. I was like, what?
I did too for a second.
I was
then
waiting for the
realized what he
music
was
too,
saying.
Rose, because there's a lot of
I
dark
am
thoughts in my head.
asking you, what
Do
do
we
you do
start
right
over?
now? Do you hit the reset button as a franchise? Do you trade everybody away by week 8?
Not the players, okay? Not all the players. Some of them we do have to make some moves on early before it's too late. And I just told you the guys who. Tua
The short
and
receivers.
Xavier Howard, okay? The
And
other
Waddle. Don't
stuff,
forget Waddle.
it
You
could
forgot Waddle today.
well, we
And
only
Tyreek,
need
'cause
one of
he's
them.
short.
We only need one of them.
Oh, so
So we'll
Tyreek
keep
or Waddle.
Tyreek. We'll keep Tyreek and
The
get rid of
expensive
Waddle
one.
on the trade too.
The
So-
expensive older one we keep.
Hey, they just paid $10 on Cash App to get you off, so you're out of here for 10 minutes. See you
Sorry,
later.
Pete.
Oh man, I was enjoying it.
My hat's gone. Oof.
Dude, I couldn't.
Oh, welcome back, Smoke.
I don't know, and
Hey,
like
that was
no
me, by the way,
disrespect, no
Stevie D, that
disrespect,
made-
but
Shout out-
how
shout
is
out
your
to you. Shout out
genius
to
plan
Alex,
to
man.
trade your quarterback and corner 2-0?
And
And
Waddle.
Waddle. And Waddle.
You know-
And Waddle.
Hold on.
You're 2-0, but let's trade our starting quarterback and our number 1 corner for draft capital.
And our
while we're
number 2
2-0
receiver.
before we
He
play the
just gave
Bills.
me a headache with
Yeah.
every single take.
Right
that
before the
he freaking-
Bills. Toughest part of our schedule. Okay.
I know it's
Good
hot
morning,
take
guys.
Tuesday, but that's like crack pipe Tuesday. He's on
So,
Flocka or meth. Or,
if
I
I
don't know
may,
what he
if
is.
I may,
Pete, why don't
Stephen
we
D,
just trade the whole
Friday.
I don't know
organization?
about that. I wouldn't say that.
Why don't
if
we
I
just
may,
trade
Stephen
everybody?
D, can you just check out the timestamp that I left in the back channel? Because what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that is the one at 11, the 11:20 mark. You're gonna see how we run the zero blitz perfectly. And earlier in the first half, you're gonna see where Boyer didn't know what he was doing. So what you're gonna see in the 11:20 timestamp is the way we run the zero blitz perfectly, and you bring the receiver to the ground. And what you're gonna see in the first half is 11 yards off, and Xavier basically has to push a receiver out of bounds 12 yards, first down. So my thing is Boyer, and I left. So my thing is my concern is play calling for Boyer. All right, so that's my and like I said, I left the timestamp for you guys to see in the bad channel. It's just elementary. You do not run being scared. In fact, you run the zero blitz how it's supposed to be. So when a receiver or a quarterback does the what they call the first blitz read, we're able to tackle that player and bring him to the ground. So that's, once again, we don't allow 42 points if we play that way the first half and as a defense.
We didn't
And
give
so
up 42 points.
Yeah, in order for us to get a 7-point lead and maintain it, Boyer just has to go back to what he did in the 11:20 timestamp mark. That's all he has to do. Just go back to what he knows. Yes, when we blitz, the receiver gets a quick read. Yes, we tackle him and bring him to the ground.
Yeah, man, we just gotta, it is Buffalo.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in
Massive.
progress. I just can't get over what Pete said. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like out of this world right now.
I think you guys take Pete too.
What up?
I think he's just messing with y'all guys.
Yeah. He messes with me well, bro.
I think
he's
he
the
knows
master of his
exactly what
craft.
he's
If that's what he's doing, bro.
He knows exactly
What up? What up? What up?
That's why I said let him
What
get it
up?
out.
What up,
Like
Esther?
don't feed.
I don't know what
Let's
Pete
hear what he
said,
gotta say.
but I'm hyped for this game Sunday.
Man, all you need
Besides,
to know is Pete said
Cállate
trash
los
like
hocico.
Buffalo, and it's putting out bad opinions.
What up?
What'd he say?
Jalen Ramsey would not have catch
Trade everybody.
Who would catch up to Lamar? Lamar's what corner catches up to Lamar? Come on. Man.
Listen, 2-0 against 2-0. 2-0 against 2-0. Somebody's always gonna go on Sunday, baby, and it's gonna be the Bills,
I wish
man.
that this week they will flex that to prime.
Let's
I
go,
wish they would
baby.
flex that to-
I'm so
to
mad
Sunday
this
Night
game
Football.
ain't prime time. I'm so
For
upset.
real.
And all I
wish
gotta
this
say
would
is,
flex to prime time.
fuck the Bills.
I just don't want to see our team come
That
out
was-
flat. I think
that
we
was
have
a
a
check.
chance, but it's going to be a rough game.
No, I just
want to I want to see Melvin Ingram put
Guys,
Josh Allen on his ass in space. You know what I mean? I've seen him running around wild already for 2 weeks. I want to see Melvin Ingram put him on his ass, his fucking ass. Brandon Jones, Channing Tindall.
Realistically, what can Josh Allen do that Lamar Jackson didn't already do to us? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he had like
but
three,
you really
50-something yards, 100-something rushing yards.
You want to let that go back to back? No,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, like, if that's worst case scenario, like if Josh Allen worst case scenario has a game like Lamar, at least now we know our offense can hang, and worst case scenario win a game like that. Obviously, our defense needs to tighten up, and we need to play the Bills much better. But it's a team we have a lot more experience against. If we can finally say, like, hey, we have this much tape against them, if we can figure out the plan.
The Titans put out some good tape last night.
I'm kind of shocked that nobody's holding Boyer accountable here. Like, yes, we're excited of the all-time play of the offense. Like, Boyer needs to know better, man.
He did.
Sharif, we scored 3 points in the half. Like, we gotta relax, Sharif.
Bro. Sharif, it's okay, man.
Gotta relax.
Lamar's a monster. So is Josh Allen.
At all. Right?
We're not going anywhere if Boyer doesn't know how to
Lamar
adjust.
played a perfect game.
In my opinion, Buffalo last night didn't look that.
Wait a minute. You didn't see the adjustment in the second half, Sharif? What game did you see?
Buffalo did not look like they were. Buffalo's not even a juggernaut, in my opinion.
I need to know. Someone please explain, because Sharif said that we didn't make an adjustment.
Tennessee
What adjustment?
sucks.
We made an adjustment.
Tennessee's trash.
Yes, he did.
Hello, Nende.
The adjustment was that Xavier was able to drive on the ball, either tackle the man or run a pick six. That's the perfect way we run a zero blitz. But he had to wait till fourth quarter to do that. My thing is, I don't know if it's Alexander or Flo who helped him last year, but you shouldn't have to take that freaking long, man. No, man, you shouldn't have to take that. No, you shouldn't have to take that long, bro.
Sharif,
I don't give a damn, bro. I don't give a damn.
Sharif, the bottom line is he didn't call a perfect game. But you know who had a fucking perfect game against us? Lamar Jackson had a perfect game. He had a day.
We're not going anywhere if Boyer doesn't make these
Sharif,
adjustments, bro.
your whole premise
We're
is
not
assuming
going
that all the
anywhere.
players executed to play perfectly, too.
No, but the thing is, you don't bring them off the line of scrimmage 11 yards, so you have to push Bateman out after a 12-yard gain. You
But then he
guys don't
fixed
get
it.
it.
Did he not fix it?
Yes,
I was
but too
wondering
late
why
for me.
Get so soft on Bateman.
Too
That's
late
what
for
I
me,
wondered.
only
man.
said two.
They
Steven.
only got one
Tua
play
shouldn't
off
have
of
to
that
do
zero
this shit.
blitz.
Tua should not have to do this shit because of Boyer. You fuck up again, man. You're gone.
Sharif, he messed up.
That's lots
one
of swear
time.
jar.
Yeah, but Sharif, you can't. Sharif, it's week 2 of the NFL season. I understand
did
that.
he,
I understand that. Hold on. I'm sorry, Rashad. Hold on one second.
You good.
I understand that, we all can sit here, we all could pound Boyer's head into the ground for the play calling that he did on Sunday. But then again, this defense is still trying to get adjusted. You know, there's a couple new players on this defense, and Boy is still trying to get adjusted to it. So this defense needs time. I guarantee that this defense is going to get better. They're only going to get better.
Right. And you have to admit, we were sleeping in the first half, man.
Yes, exactly. And I barely saw any cover zero blitzes in the first half.
Did you watch any
tape? I barely
tape?
saw any.
I watched the game.
I left the timestamp in the back channel for you guys.
I hate it.
But that was a different look.
We're on the panel right now. We'll see it. Like, we know exactly what you're talking about. We watched the game.
That was a different look of the zero blitz that they ran last season. Way different look.
That's because we don't have Byron Jones
late in the fourth quarter. That's the perfect way we run it. With 7 at the line of scrimmage, standing, moving, Xavier was able to break on the ball.
Oh, you're talking about the pick six, yeah.
But that's how we run it. You waited too late, Boyer. You waited too late to run that shit that way. For me, you're gonna get blown out. Not fuck. You're gonna get
swear jar.
But I think,
I'm glad look, let me tell you, he got kicked out. What's up, Alex? I hear you with your Tua takes, but listen up. Sharif is right. And these are the problems that I'm bringing up. Sharif, we're up here sitting up like the Patriots didn't do what they wanted on us offensively until they screwed up in red zones and turnovers.
Things are gonna get
okay, so Sharif knows what he's talking about when it comes to this defense. We're just giving up too many plays and too many big plays, letting them get into the scoring area fast. Yes, I know. We love them on 4th and 1, on 3rd and 1. Elandon Roberts, Zach Zeiler, Christian Wilkins. But we're just giving up too many big plays. Look at Javon Holland getting smoked like the tailgate. But we love Javon, but he's getting smoked
Javon's a monster, okay? He had a bit of a rough game.
No, it's not calm down. These are elite players not getting put in by Boyer in elite positions.
This
shouldn't
they
be
had
happening.
one faulty
coaching issue, clearly.
Bye, Pete.
Oh, Pete.
He was telling the truth.
Thank you for the donation.
He was telling the partial truth, and you got to give credit to Pete, and that's why he's a master class at what he does, bro. Because Pete gives partial truth, and it is valid.
I will say,
but the thing is that the defense adjusted in the second half, and they played way better than what they played. That Dolphin defense in the second half was the defense that we wanted to see.
Listen,
the entire Dolphins defense.
We adjusted.
That Dolphins defense has to do that for 4 quarters against the Buffalo Bills.
They have to do it in 4 quarters. I agree.
Let's not kid ourselves. I saw what they were dishing out
no
last
doubt about
night.
2-0.
We have to. Nando said it perfectly before. You got to exert pressure on the quarterback.
Yes, I agree. Yes. I agree.
I'd rather zero blitz all day and lose by 50 than just being in freaking cover 2 or cover 3 and just get blown out.
Exactly. We got to tackle Josh.
Let's not be complacent.
That's what we got to do.
That's a good point. I agree with you there.
That's how you beat the Bills. You play man to man and you tackle Josh Allen. Don't get
go down swinging. See if we can swing.
All right.
It doesn't.
Couple things. Number one.
Every line.
That's the finish. Sharif owe $5 to the swear jar before they can get back on. Okay, that's finished.
Only 5. Steven, I might have said one word, and you already sent me a message hey, I'm at 3.
I cut them off at 5.
No. If you're gonna try and call me out for one word at 3, you need to go back and watch your tape.
Okay, so you're at like
10 or
Robert,
15.
You're at $2.
All right. That at least gives me.
You're arguing me over $1. Fine, but Sharif and Esfin need to pay their $5 fees to get back on. Next thing.
Good morning, Dolphin fans.
Finn's fan 13
What's
said,
up,
you
Mark?
said
What's up, Mark?
the F word. That's $3.
Hey, I just want to give you guys, I didn't have a chance to make it into the show yesterday because you guys were all in a blissful state, but I wanted to congratulate you on that fantastic win on Sunday. It was awesome to watch. I was sitting there watching that. I was watching the Dolphin game and watching the Jets game, and I was incredibly impressed. I mean, that offense rocked and rolled.
Mark, I got to ask you a question, man. What is up with your fan base and just thinking every game's going to be a give me with your fan base?
Well, the fan base is delusional, just like all fan bases.
Why did you guys say Tua sucks? That was so mean.
No,
bro.
I think.
I'm not even talking about the Tua.
Oh, you talking about the chant? The chant?
Yeah, man.
I actually like the Tua sucks chant. I love
Bring
it.
him on.
That means
Bring him
he's
on.
kind of arrived. He's kind of arrived if they're screaming to it.
I mean,
well,
I'm gonna put it on
it either means he's arrived or he really does actually
Just
suck.
get it
No,
for the
it's
Buffalo
just
Bills.
Bills
So much
fans
clout.
being the Bills
If we-
fans. but
if
they're-
we go-
I think they're showing. I think they're showing respect. Honestly,
Exactly,
respect.
Not in the
we
chat.
go and
I'm
beat-
showing
no, they're
you
not
guys
showing
respect.
No, Nando, they wouldn't be screaming. He sucks if he didn't have that game.
Pete.
Valid.
If
I get what
we
you're
go out-
saying.
If we go out and beat the Buffalo Bills, I'm gonna get a Tua Sucks shirt imprinted, quoted.
But one
You're
thing
saying, Andre,
we have to remember is
We're
the
having a
Buffalo
Steven.
Bills are not the Baltimore Ravens. It's a
got
totally
timed out by
different thing, and
Pete.
it's a totally different game plan you're going to have to play. You know, I look at this game on Sunday, and one of the best things that could have happened for Buffalo was to see Tua and the offense do what they did, because now you've got Buffalo's attention. There's some real concern whether or not they can hang with the Dolphins. With the offense humming as it is.
We need more weapons. You guys are still talking about the offense. The offense is going to be fine. Get off the offense. It's our defense that has to stop Josh Allen.
Your defense isn't going to stop Buffalo. That's not going to happen. It's going to be.
Come on, Mark.
Figure out a way to
Don't
contain
go
him.
there.
We can contain him.
Mark.
A little 35-31, baby.
We need another pass rusher, and we need another veteran linebacker.
The last couple times that Josh Allen does not play well in Miami. Even though
It's
listen
true.
to what
That's
I'm
true.
saying.
No, that's true.
Listen to what
That's
I'm
true. He
saying.
doesn't.
Even though they blew us out last year in Miami. I get that. And they beat us the last couple times in Miami. Josh Allen, stats wise, does not
Stats-wise,
play
he didn't.
well.
I'm pulling him up. Hold on.
They made me drink too.
And he was
Hold on.
He was really off.
Hold on. All right. When the Bills beat us 35-0, the stat line for Josh Allen was 17 of 33, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
And the year before was 415 yards and 5 touchdowns.
The game in October of that year was 29 for 42, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns. But he ran on us both 55 yards each game.
The Bills are going to put points up on Sunday, and you're not going to be able to prevent that. And one of the differences is going to be that, you look at the Ravens game, and the Ravens got 2 one-play touchdown drives, the long run by Lamar and the touchdown pass to Bateman. Buffalo's not coming at you that way. They're coming at you 10, 12, 15 yards of play. And they're not going to sit there and, if the Bills are up 35-14 in the fourth quarter, you're not coming back from that.
God damn it, Mark! You're making too much sense, and I don't like it.
I think we'll spread your offense out a little bit more than the Buffalo.
Mark is the coolest Buffalo fan on the planet.
I know, but I don't like his logic right now. I hate it. I hate his logic right now.
He is pretty smart, bro. It's a little hard to pick some holes.
It is.
Mark,
I actually have a question for Mark.
Russell, good morning.
It's a fencing match with Mark, bro. This isn't a brawl. You got to fence with my guy, Mark.
Exactly. So my question to you real quick, Mark, because I actually wanted to ask you this yesterday, but I didn't see you on anywhere. Are you as comfortable about securing a win against this team after seeing what you've seen on Sunday, or are you a lot less uncomfortable?
I am very uncomfortable about Sunday's game. I think it's a 50-50 game.
That's how you know you got an honest Bills fan right here, fellas.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the Dolphins merited, respect.
I still don't like
any
him.
Buffalo fan looks at this game as a walkover. They are out of their minds.
So, Mark, what's your biggest concern?
I think, I don't know if you guys watched the game last night or not, but Dane Jackson got hurt. He was released from the hospital this morning. But right now,
that's good news.
I've got 2 rookie corners against Hill and Waddle. That makes me want to vomit.
Oh, that's true. And of course, Jordan Poyer not getting any younger.
I mean,
Matt, you're the only
Jordan Poyer is playing great right now. Alex.
I talk to Buffalo Bills fans every day, Matt, and you're the only person that is actually worried about the
Poyer's really good, but he's not getting any younger.
We can say the same thing about Xavier Howard. We still trust him. Jordan Poyer is playing elite right now.
Poyer's still nice, bro. Poyer the Destroyer.
This game is going to come down to the Bills' defensive line.
Don't you guys still have Micah
Miami's
Hyde or
offensive
no?
line, and I really feel that that's going to be the case.
It's going to be the trenches. I agree.
Mark, don't you guys still have Micah Hyde?
The Bills didn't run the football for doo-doo until late in the game, and James Cook got a nice run. But I don't think either team's going to really dominate on the ground. So it's going to be a passing game.
Yep.
And do I like the matchup more of the Dolphin wide receivers against the Bills corners, or the Bills offensive power on the overall versus the Dolphins defense, which has some holes in the inside linebacking core, and of course you're still short Byron Jones. It's a wash to me. It's a 50-50 game.
Mark, I saw yesterday Micah Hyde got shook up. Did he ever come back in the game?
No, he's fine though. He looks like it's a neck stinger. He'll be fine. The one injury that actually is could be interesting is Jordan Phillips. He on the touchdown interception by Milano, he kind of he fell to the ground. Maybe a hamstring, but the Bills are going to get Ed Oliver and Tim Settle back. And I don't know if you noticed, but Gabriel Davis didn't play yesterday either.
No, they're saving him for the game on Sunday.
That was a smart move. They knew they weren't going to have a problem with Tennessee, so they sat him. So you're going to see a full.
That was just the
That's why I said Tennessee sucks.
Yeah, they do. The Tennessee is not the same team this year. Derrick Henry is not running the same. Their offensive line is beat up. Tannehill. We already know what Tennessee is. They're going to be a 500 team this year.
You want to know my hot take right now? Mike Vrabel could be in the hot seat. Mike Vrabel might be in the hot seat by the end of the season.
I don't know.
One more
who's
thing
going to
to
go
add.
first, Vrabel or Frank Reich?
If you look at what
Frank
happened
Reich.
with the Rams, I'm not impressed with the Rams either. Over 2 weeks, I'm not.
They were sloppy in that Buffalo game. They were really sloppy, and
they almost lost to the Falcons.
And they almost lost to the Falcons. Yes.
Even with all the talent the Tennessee Titans have, I don't think they're any better than the Patriots, to be honest.
Mark, does it worry you a bit that the Bills haven't played like a tough team yet? Like they haven't had, I know the Rams are obviously Super Bowl champions, but more than the fact that they haven't had a tough test. They've gone in every game and just mollywopped them. Is that more just the Bills, or just the team just letting it up?
I think that's a really difficult statement to make because we don't know how good the Rams are. I think we saw how good Tennessee was.
That's what I'm asking your point.
Over 2 weeks, we can say the Rams
look at the Patriots and the Ravens, and that's not any more impressive than what Buffalo has done.
Valid.
The Ravens are just god awful. They are.
I would say the only difference is the Ravens had a perfect game from their QB.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But this game's going to be super difficult for both teams.
100%.
I think this game's getting flexed, by the way.
I just think that at least the Dolphins have been able to dig deep, and the Bills haven't been asked to do that yet.
National television, not flex time, just flex to national television.
Well, I think CBS's number one broadcast team is going to have.
This is the game of the week. This is 100%. Did you guys see the power rankings?
I think it's week 6 or 7 is when they start flexing games, I believe.
Guess what? Fox has the doubleheader this week. It's going to be the Packers and the Bucks, which ought to be boring as all hell.
Roach, you want to pull up the power rankings?
So I've got one more question for you, Mark. I'm really curious on your thoughts on this.
Oh my God, Sean Payne admits he was wrong about Tua. Oh my God.
Well, that's actually what I was going to ask.
Compared to
last night on pregame with the Monday night.
With
that,
Russell, you had another question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you with Monday night, the pregame last night. You're fine. All the Bills fans they started talking about the Dolphins, and then they started chanting "Tua sucks." And I don't know if you caught that or not. I'm curious. Do you think that is truly just the fans being the fans, or do you think that your fan base overall truly believes that?
No, I think our fan base is showing respect in their own.
Somebody to volunteer to sit in the back room for a second.
Tua doesn't get a mention if he doesn't throw 6 touchdowns and 469 on Sunday. They're showing respect, and it's easy to say Tua blanks. When you have a little bit of fear going into the game.
I don't want you to go, Andrevius.
I got something to say.
Okay.
ESPN ranks Miami the 5th best team in the NFL this week.
Thank you.
NFL.com ranks us the 8th best team, and Bleacher Report ranks us the 7th best team. Everybody thinks we're a top 10 team now. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's good.
I think you're a top 5 team. Who's better? Who's better right now? You have the Bills, the Chiefs, and who is better? Who is better than the Dolphins at this
Personally,
point? In my opinion?
I honestly think that we're better than Tampa Bay right now.
Pete, are you in a liquor store?
Let's go, Pete.
Maybe. Yeah, Tampa Bay
that makes
got
sense.
He's buying Vegas stores. What he's looking for.
So
Nando woke up right there.
We're giving you Tampa Bay, so maybe the Dolphins should be. Anybody could be rank anybody ahead of the Dolphins outside of the Bills, Chiefs, and.
So time out. I'm halfway paying attention because I'm trying to do 15 things at once. Andrevius, where are the Dolphins in the power rankings?
ESPN, we're ranked at 5th. NFL ranked at 8th, and number 7, we're ranked with who's number 7?
Bleacher Report.
Bleacher Report.
Interesting.
Thank you.
I said we were going to be top 5 this week, and
we're top 5 in ESPN.
I think we are a top 5. I think we are a top 5 team.
You know who Big Cat is?
Legend.
He's from
who's the 4 teams better than us in ESPN?
Barstool, right?
Part of my
Yeah, he has us as a good team with the Ravens, Dolphins.
Yeah, he's 2-0, bro.
Chargers.
Big Cat definitely 2-0.
Big Cat's 2-0.
He quoted Valuable
Super Bowl
Sports last year in a
contenders.
pod. It was so funny. He quoted a VBS stat, and it was hilarious.
His Super Bowl contenders are Eagles, Niners, Rams, Bucks, and juggernauts are Bills and Chiefs.
I don't think the Bucks are a Super Bowl contender
I
anymore.
promise you, if we beat Buffalo on Sunday, we'll be a juggernaut.
They're 2-0, and they look like the worst 2-0 I've ever seen.
I'm telling you right now. If we lose to Buffalo,
I think Brady may be pretty much done. To be honest with you, looking at them.
If we lose to Buffalo by like 3 points, we're still going to go up in the power rankings.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't mean to drop you, Russell. My bad, man. Come on.
Yeah, you're going to drop me for Pete with his terrible casual takes.
I'm
He's in a
sorry.
liquor store,
If
bro.
there was somebody I was trying to. I just went with who was talking the least. And I should.
I was talking to Mark. I was in the middle of a conversation.
Let me tell you guys something before I get kicked out.
Put me back. I gotta hop in a meeting.
Shout out to all of you guys, and I appreciate you, Steven, for having me right back up. But guess what? The best thing, honestly, and it might sound bad out of my mouth, but I honestly believe the best thing that happened this weekend was Trey Lance ankle breaking. We might get the first overall pick.
All right, you got to bounce him.
You guys don't think?
You got to bounce that. You got to bounce him.
Think about it.
Jimmy G is better than Trey Lance.
They're actually better with Jimmy Garoppolo. Jesus Christ, get rid of Steven. No. We should not have to donate for this. We should not have to donate for this. This is ridiculous.
You got to get rid of him.
New rules for people. There
Steven,
are rules
that's
in place
inviting
for a
bad
reason.
karma, Steven.
The rules don't happen until you make the rules, Steven.
That karma here. Do not wish that karma on me, Ricky Bobby. Bounce him out of
So you guys think that's bad? You guys think that
horrible.
Like,
That's
first of all, Andrevius.
Trey Lance is hot garbage compared to Jimmy G.
Oh, really? So they made coaching errors. So Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch don't know what they're doing.
Y'all know, I'm not doing $50 day bans for the day. It's $42 I started for this week.
A discount.
Because we scored over 42 points. So if you want to get rid of it for the day, you pay $42 and get rid
Okay,
of it for the day.
retail suspensions.
Oh, so you doing that? You doing that? You're actually selling them to ban me for the day, Steven?
Hey, I'm just saying, Pete.
But they say they love you, Roach. Roach, but they say they love you, Roach. It be the ones, Roach, it be the ones that say I love you on the first date you gotta worry about.
You can't.
Pete, you are the greatest steal I've ever seen in my life, bro.
He is a Dolphins fan.
He is a
Dolphins fan.
Stop.
Hold on.
Are you sure about that?
He is a whale fan. He's not a Dolphins.
He loves Noah Benogany, bro. He loves Noah.
He also said that Jabroni Brisket was a better quarterback than Tua. I've never seen Jabroni Brisket throw 6 touchdowns in a game.
I've never seen Jabroni
But Mitchell
Brisket throw
Trubisky did,
4.
Russell. Look at you, Russell.
You have jumped off ship and back on.
That's a Nickelodeon valuable player in the league right there, bro.
Guess what?
Steven,
I don't look. Steven, it's not my fault. I know it's not Wednesday. I'm just here. This is what happens.
Mitch
I don't
Trubisky
do
is one of the few QBs who's won an MVP, bro. MVP.
I need to say something to Pete, like hardcore right now. Pete, the only time I was off of Tua is when we were going to get Deshaun Watson before the allegations happened. Once the allegations happened, I was done, and I've been with Tua ever since, bro. Yes, it is.
And Deshaun Watson has never thrown 6 touchdown passes, bro.
I'm not talking about Deshaun Watson.
So
You're telling me that I flip-flop on Tua, and you're full of crap.
You guys are going to invite such.
Thank you for censoring yourself, Russell.
This is the
I'm
issue.
trying.
This is.
No,
I
you're
don't
doing
think
good.
you
I
guys
appreciate it.
look. You know what it is? I don't think you guys really listen to what I say, and then you guys only take
Pete,
like
Pete. I love you.
Yeah.
You know that.
Nah, man. I'm
Pete,
talking about Russell right now.
Pete, but
I'm talking
bro,
like
we listen.
You're just
Trust
saying
me, we
stuff,
listen.
Nah.
We hear
So do I, because you
Y'all
literally
think
just said I
this-
flip-flop on Tua.
Y'all trying to tell me? Y'all trying to
How
tell
old are
me
you?
by the middle of the third quarter, y'all were feeling this way about Tua, or were y'all ready to see Skylar Thompson?
I literally,
Honestly, you want to know how I felt at halftime by the third quarter of that game?
Russell,
I was
know you're
disappointed
about
in
to
our
lie, bro.
defense. I was disappointed in our game plan. I was disappointed
This is
in Tua.
Monday
But
morning
guess what?
quarterback.
Tua changed that narrative and came out and kicked that you-know-what, bro.
All day.
In one quarter, he
Let 'em know,
outperformed every
Russell.
quarterback in the NFL.
Let him know,
Okay,
Russell.
let's give it to Tua. He had a great fourth quarter, but that's about it.
Great second half.
But we also need to admit,
Shake money,
they were
leave me
wide
alone.
open.
Hey,
They were
Pete,
wide
they're
open
doing
guys,
15
right?
things
What
at one time.
quarterback? What quarterback?
So the
what
big
quarterback
throws that
will
were for
come back?
touchdowns, besides
Hold on.
the Waddle one, the Waddle one was amazing.
Tua
throw.
messed up.
The Mike
put his
Gesicki
ceiling
one was
way too
amazing.
high
Mike
now.
Gesicki one.
That one too.
Come back like
That
you
one
did.
too. So I'm just saying the big streaking ones.
I can't hear.
That was just
Is it me?
Tyreek being Tyreek. And Tua's credit to that is what I'm saying is
Tua
I'm giving
found
Tua
it.
credit. Just let me get there.
Yeah.
Is Tua recognized it and made the throw like he's supposed to.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
So it wasn't
100%.
just Tua making that play happen. It took Tyreek. It took that
Okay,
Ravens
Joe.
defender on the left side of the field not knowing what the hell's going on. And it took Tua recognizing it immediately and making a decision and not second guessing himself
100%.
like he usually does.
It always
Yeah, I
takes
agree with
two,
you,
Roach.
Roach.
It always
Yep.
takes two.
Good point,
So-
Roach.
Let me ask you guys a question on the panel. Can you hear
At least you
me?
didn't sound like
Yeah, we
Colin
can
Coward
hear you,
that
Pete. Go
that
ahead.
said he
Unfortunately,
Okay,
we
so-
can't hear you.
receivers.
My answer, I
Crystal
already know it.
Marcus. Unfortunately, we can.
Out of the 2-0 teams that are right now that you guys see in the NFL,
You mean
which
the
of those
Tua,
teams?
the Tua and O teams?
The
Go
Tua
ahead.
and O teams, yes. Out of the Tua and O teams in the NFL as of today, which one of those teams, and look at the list, are more to disappoint later on in the year? And then look at the 0-2. Look at the 0-2, and which one of those
The
look
Giants
like
and the
they'll
Eagles.
overcome and prevail?
Giants.
The Giants and the
Gonna overcome
Buccaneers.
prevail.
The Giants and the Buccaneers. I don't think they're
I
that good.
agree with
The
with
Raiders,
Andrevius. I
the
think
Raiders
that-
and the Eagles.
all right, so the Giants and the Buccaneers being 2-0 are crazy.
What about
to
the
me.
Eagles?
Giants.
No, the Eagles are good.
I think
The Eagles are good.
I think the Eagles are for real. Now,
Two over
the
Daniel Jones
0-2
any day.
teams that disappoint me, y'all know how I feel. The Raiders are the best 0-2 team I've ever seen. Like, I can't
agree,
believe they're
yeah.
0-2. I can't
believe
believe
that
they're
either.
0-2. But teams that start out 0-2 in the NFL have an 11% chance of making the playoffs. So,
Does that look at? Is that a 16 game stat or a 17 game stat?
I mean, that's
You know,
off of like
I'm-
the last 10 years or
Mark,
something like that.
Mark,
whatever it
it's a
is.
16-game stat,
Pete,
and you know it.
Pete.
We just
So
beat
what's the
7.
percentage for playoffs if you're 2-0 to
Hold on.
start the
Hold on.
season?
I gotta ask. I gotta ask Pete.
If he
Pete,
was
stop
general manager,
talking.
he would trade Tua Tagovailoa for Kyler Murray.
Help me this morning, please. Give me the strength.
I would.
Pete, let me ask you.
Listen, this is how I know you guys are so. This is how I know you guys just hate everything I say. I literally said there's a chance we get the #1 overall pick because Trey Lance went down, and we got Tua Nears laughing and clowning me, saying Jimmy G is better than Trey Lance. Like, come on, bro.
That's the actual factual.
Christolakis is trying to talk, Pete.
Hold on, let John ask Chris.
Let Christolakis go, guys.
The one question I want to ask Pete, since he posed the question to all of us. Pete, do you think the Miami Dolphins are the 2-0 team that's likely to disappoint you later on in the season?
You know my answer, John. That's why I asked that question.
We want to hear you say it, Pete.
The Miami Dolphins ladder will fall off the building starting Sunday. A lucky fourth quarter is not always going to happen. We saw this team, bro. Sharif was just up here pointing everything out.
Oh, my God.
What about 28?
Hey, watch this, guys. Watch this, guys. Watch this, guys.
It's like a bad coach defense and the offense as well. And we got lucky in the fourth.
Nah.
Seriously.
What about
what's the quarterback you wanted to replace Tua with so bad? What's the quarterback you wanted to replace Tua with so bad?
Jacoby Brissett,
No.
Skyler.
What's the main guy? Who's the main guy you wanted to replace him with? Deshaun Watson. He has one playoff win, and it was according to you, it was a lucky fourth quarter comeback. Shut the fuck up.
Why? But this is how you guys get, man. This is what happens. One fourth quarter got you guys talking like this, reckless. Sheesh.
Pete,
I just don't get it.
All right, let's get something straight. I normally don't like that, but I know you and Andrevius are cool. But let me tell you something. You talk about us talking reckless? Come on, Pete. You've been saying some blasphemous stuff this morning.
Steven, because look,
Roach,
weren't you sitting next to Crypto in that stadium?
Hey, Steven.
Yes, and I said I was not looking forward to Monday's show. That's what I said.
Steven, let me just say this to Pete. Pete is one of those guys, like if you take to a party, he would say, I don't like this. Let's go. I'm tired. Let's go home.
Wait, I do that.
He's a
His
party
DJ sucks, man. He's not playing my song.
Sucks, man.
So
this party sucks.
If you guys want to see an awesome breakdown of Tua and the game, go to Pat McAfee and watch who was it? Hasselbeck, I think. He broke down.
Break it down. I want to watch that.
He broke down the third and fourth quarter, and it was the most pro Tua thing you'll ever see in your life. So you all would love it.
Definitely. Pete. Pete is also Debbie Downer.
Dang you, Roach. Here's all right. So Pete.
Hey, Steven, my meeting's over.
Huh?
Pete's Debbie Downer.
My meeting's over.
What do you mean?
Congratulations.
I couldn't talk for a few minutes because I was in a meeting.
Okay.
But Pete, first off, we've heard you for years say you want everybody else but Tua.
Years. Y'all take that. Years. It's been years, but go ahead, Green Rat.
Yeah, man, because you keep running your mouth and saying dumb shit. That is where I am at $4. I'm still good.
Literally took it. You said it. Years, bro. Years to see
I'm not
one
arguing that
lucky
with
fourth
you.
quarter, and now you guys want to pump your chest out? Just remember how you were feeling at halftime.
Station at the end of the year. But to say we haven't listened to you, no, we've listened to you, and your takes are outlandish. You've been wrong so many times.
What I don't get is this. The fourth quarter that Tua had, you should be actually happy about that because
he called 28. He
called 28. I was happy.
I
said I was happy, but I think it's luck. I'm happy we won. I'm happy Tyreek Hill got his deep balls.
I don't think
he got the balls thrown deep to him. I'm happy about that.
Your words and actions speak differently, Pete.
That should show you that Tua has what it takes to be a franchise NFL quarterback. And he's on his way to a franchise quarterback with that.
I'm not mad at Pete at all.
But didn't we see this Mac Hollins throw last year?
I just want him
he
to
always
get it
takes
all
advantage of miscommunication and busted coverage.
The last 2 years.
He takes advantage any quarterback. This is why I tell you, Alex, if we put Skyler in, these wide open receivers, Skyler's hitting them too. Who is it?
You're not understanding.
Who is it?
Skyler may be hitting, but he also would throw you some bad picks too.
Oh my God, Skyler wouldn't be going down with arm tackles. With arm tackles,
I'm not hating on Skyler at all.
Tua's throwing some bad picks too.
We got some Skyler
has
talk.
a lot of talent.
We got some Skyler talk.
And we didn't bring it up.
No Skyler talk right now.
Yeah, Skyler.
Hey,
Skyler
I'm not mad at y'all. I just don't want to forget about Skyler.
I love what I saw from
I'm not talking Skyler talk when Tua Tagovailoa threw for 470 yards, 6 touchdowns, bro.
Tua leads the league.
Look at this. I didn't even bring this dude up, and do you see this?
I pray
Like,
that Pete's girlfriend, after everything.
This is how you know somebody doesn't know how to listen with their ears, because they couldn't even tell that Alex brought up Skyler.
We
got some people that don't
I
pay
didn't bring up
attention, bro.
Skyler.
You know
Pete
that.
did,
Like,
but
I don't know how to fix that. Like, how do you get people to actually listen to what
I'll say
it's because you love Skyler.
It's because of the things that you said previously, Roach.
Embarrassment that this is going on.
Seriously?
They just assume you're engaged.
We just had Tua throw 6 touchdowns, 469 passing yards, and it's
I got some hot takes.
It's Pete.
Like Steven, if you could get everybody chill, I got some hot takes
Shame
for
on
you.
all of you that are proving this.
It's Pete Takes Tuesdays. It's Pete Takes Tuesdays. Y'all know how this goes.
Shame.
Rashad, don't do that. Rashad,
Don't do
don't
what?
do that.
I want to hear all
It's
your
just-
takes today. That's why I've been telling everybody.
What is it? I bequeath you in the name of Tua.
Here,
Exactly.
I got some takes for everybody.
You
I got some takes for everybody. So Tua's gonna. I originally had Tua throwing 36 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and about 4,200 yards.
Yeah.
I am now bumping him to 4,600 yards, 42 touchdowns, 9 interceptions are going to stay the same for now.
He's going to hit 5,000.
And if this is predicated on this game, if we win and Tua plays a factor in that, which obviously he would have to, then I am also changing my season prediction of 12-5 to 15-2, and we're going to take the number 1 seed. And Tua's going to go top 3 running for MVP this season. How about those bold takes?
We got
I promise you on everything, bro. I promise you on everything. We beat Buffalo on Sunday.
Seriously.
Hey, listen. We beat Buffalo on
I
Sunday.
thought Pete was crazy.
We beat Buffalo on Sunday. If we beat Buffalo on Sunday, I need you up here next day on Monday.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, he's not up for a month.
Hey, bro, this team is it. Because you have to believe after Monday.
He's going to say Tua was a first rounder.
This game is so important.
Hold up, Steven.
This is a playoff game.
Steven, what if we beat Buffalo on Sunday, but it's because Tyreek Hill's in the Wildcat? He ran for 160 yards and 3 touchdowns. He
Oh my God.
And Tua does nothing because we're not beating Buffalo with Tua. It's going to take a miraculous game scheme. We're going to have to go Wildcat.
Why do we allow Pete to get away with this?
This is ridiculous. I mean, this is the most. Where's Andrevius? I need my boy back.
Somebody needs to drop at least a $10 donation so we can have a break.
I've dropped a
We need a
donation
break.
already. Okay.
Yeah, for you, Russell, for flip-flopping on your stats now. Now you get 4 fourth-quarter stats, and you flip-flop off of them now. Now you want to add.
Mark my words.
I'm just giving bold takes. Why not? Why not support the team? Why not support Tua? Why?
Are you aware?
Why the hell not?
Listen, are you aware we've had running backs here?
Right?
We've had running backs in Miami have a good
$42
first quarter.
gets him off for the day. $10
We've
gets him
had
off
a
for 10
good
minutes.
1 quarter performance doesn't win you games. But what Tua did versus the Ravens early on loses you the games more often than not. Whether you guys want to agree with it or not.
What did Tua do?
That was a complete anomaly.
I forgot Tua was playing quarterback. I forgot Tua was playing quarterback in the first quarter, bro. I forgot Tua was playing defensive end. I forgot Tua was playing every position on defense.
The first and second quarter wasn't just Tua. It was our defense.
Go find
It was.
friendship with Colin Cowherd, bro. Go find friendship.
Do you realize that the Ravens literally had the ball for almost the entire first quarter? So Tua wasn't even out on the field. They had the ball for almost 11 minutes, dude.
Who's that for, Eric?
Nah,
That's
that's
on
it.
the
Nobody.
defense
That was
not being
a
able to
sticker
stop them on
donation.
third down.
That's nobody. That's nobody, Steven. Don't ask for a name.
No,
Don't ask for a name.
there
Oh,
are
that's for
plenty.
you,
That's not
baby.
new. That's not new.
Dang, Pete, or
Don't
what
ask
is
for
it,
a name,
Steven?
Steven.
Eric, you got to be
Steven, you're
specific.
fishing.
Who's it for?
Steven, you're fishing
Don't
for
ask
to
for a
get Pete
name.
kicked,
You're
man.
doing that. If he puts my name, goodbye, Steven. You're welcome
I mean,
to
that-
detention center, baby.
That's what he's
Oh,
supposed
he
to
said
do.
Pete.
He's trying to figure out what
He
the
said
donation's
Pete.
for.
That's
Somebody can pay double to bring me back, and then Pete can't kick me
My
off
thing
for the
is,
rest of the day.
if somebody
it's
donates like
absolutely
that, Steven, and they
embarrassing.
don't put who it's for,
Aldo got you
that's their
out
mistake.
too. You're 20
That's
minutes.
another
Pete.
10 minutes.
He's 20
Another
minutes.
10. You're gone for 20 minutes, cuz.
Shout out
Pete
to
don't deserve that.
Aldo.
Pete's up here just saying what he believes.
Yeah, he has the right
And
to
you
say
guys
what he
just
wants.
dog on the guy, man.
Are you
No,
out of
but
your
it's-
mind, Roach?
He
Roach,
does not
No,
support.
seriously, Roach.
Look,
He does
this is
not.
one thing I've got to say, Roach.
He doesn't have to
Everyone
support.
I don't know,
stop
Trey.
talking
I
right
don't know what
And I'm
happened.
not saying I agree with everything
Went
he
away.
says, but you guys are a
But
little
Roach,
ruthless for the
pathetic.
moment.
Look, friend
Roach
Roach, we clown Kyrie for his flat Earth theories, bro. Like at the end of the day, there's a certain level of tolerance you can take.
You want to talk about flat Earth, bro? I'm not talking about flat
You
Earth.
already know, don't you, Batman?
Hey, listen, guys.
You're
I
on
know.
mute, too.
I was trying to pick the right
Batman.
conspiracy with you, Roach. So there's.
So
I'm an
I
alien
don't
guy.
I don't believe in flat
Look,
Earth.
There we go.
here's my
Hey,
here's
I'm an
hold on,
my
aliens
deal.
guy,
hold on,
so I
guys,
knew
hold
I
on.
had to pick the right battle.
Guys, DJ Khaled's in the building.
And where'd Batman go?
DJ Khaled's in the building.
Hey, did you
What?
guys see Fat Tua?
DJ
Did you guys
Khaled.
see Fat Tua?
I'm pissed off. I'm
That's Fat
pissed
Tua.
off.
Tua?
I'm pissed off that you guys kick out Pete. And he's been ducking and hiding like Mayweather the last 2
Oh,
days.
man, Roach,
So.
you're gone for 30 minutes.
That's
Eric
cool.
spent another $10.
Eric's on a roll here.
Actually, I'm probably gonna go relax. I probably won't come back. But
Yeah,
hey,
dude,
guys,
Eric's on a roll.
I'm
you
gonna
should
go
rest,
relax
bro,
and try to
Roach.
get better.
I hope you're okay, man.
All right, Roach.
Thank
Jeez,
you for the
better.
donation,
Hey,
Eric.
Roach.
Look, I
Peace, man.
genuinely really want to say one thing. If this is how I personally feel, everybody can have their own opinion. But if you don't support this team, which
I'm not
means
that
you're
team.
not supporting the players, how can you really call yourself a fan? I'm sorry, but I'm going to support
nothing
this
to do
team,
with
including the players that have that logo on their helmet, because
Russell,
it's
I get you.
ultimately about the logo. And
Russell,
I
I
don't
under-
understand. I
I
just
understand
don't
what you're
get it.
saying, but Pete's not here
Mark
for the Dolphins,
is a
bro.
Buffalo Bills fan
Pete's here
and
for
talks
Pete.
better about our team than
He
Pete.
does. He does. He does. I said in the chat earlier, Mark over Pete.
Well, thank
And
you. Because
Nando,
I saw
you're in
reality and
Nando,
Nando
it's your
needs
show, bro.
attention.
Nando,
and
you're
that's
in
the
charge.
problem. And if you
I'm
guys
in
would stop
charge.
paying attention to Pete
Get
and
rid
his
of the swear
takes, he
jar,
would just
Nando.
finally just
Nando,
go
get rid of the
away
swear jar.
because nobody
just
would listen to him any longer.
let
That's
him get
crazy.
all his takes out till he can't have till he has no more. All of them
I
are
mean, his
bad.
take-
I mean,
his
you'll get
takes are-
2 good ones out of 10.
Look,
His
I
takes-
stopped
his
believing in
takes are
Pete's takes
clickbaits,
when he
guys.
said Jacoby Brisket was better than Tua. I'm
I'm up
sorry.
25%
That
on
was
charge.
it for
We
me.
ride.
That statement alone, I was like, "Are
But
you
I'll tell you
kidding
this.
me?"
I'll tell you this, Russell. For the last 3 weeks, Pete, at least on my show, he comes on and he gives about 6 good takes, which is something. It's an anomaly. It's weird.
It's
But
coming from the
he's-
heart, at least, you know.
Yeah, and you're like, what the hell? And it actually makes sense what he's saying. But when he comes out and says Tyreek was a waste of money, bingo, wrong again.
Jakeem
Jacoby,
2.0.
Jakeem 2. We have a bunch of midgets. We're not going to win games with the midgets. Jalen Waddle proving otherwise. It's just like one bad take after another, and nobody holds them accountable for each individual take. And that's my problem with Pete. You don't have to believe in Tua, but don't sit here and tell me Tyreek was a waste of money. You get what I mean?
If we held Pete
From what we've been
accountable,
seeing so far.
if we held Pete accountable, it wouldn't be nice. Like it'd be real ugly.
I'm not
It'd
trying
be
to be
real
that
real
way
ugly.
because
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
Pete as a person. I just don't care for his takes, and they're really, really bad. There's no actual football knowledge behind it. It's all just based
I
off
love
of
Pete. I love Pete. I love
Pete too. I really do. But he and I do not agree on this team.
Steven, cash app $20 to bring him back on.
Wait, what?
Which is fine to have fans that don't agree.
Steven back on. I
So
don't know.
it's
No. Now I'm done. Now I'm in my car. I'm out of work. Now I'm done. Let me explain something.
I didn't know how that
Let me
worked.
explain something to you. Pete is not here for the Miami
bring
Dolphins.
somebody back.
That was me.
But now Pete can't kick me off anymore today.
God.
Pete is not here for the Miami Dolphins.
Pete is
What's up,
here
Steve?
for Pete.
His
And I do
prescription
not
back
like
to
listening
Ethernet
to
cable
somebody that
when he
says
got kicked.
Alex.
That I agree. He's
Not
just
somebody
here
else
for,
can, but Pete can.
like we just came off a victory and we're here talking about Skylar Thompson. I don't need that karma in this team. He is ridiculous. I don't care about Pete anymore. I like Pete as a person. I don't want to hear from him ever again. If he's on a panel, I'm not listening to him ever again. I'm off the
Look at
panel.
Marino. Put Marino's goat.
I'm
Put
done with
Marino's
Pete.
goat.
I agree.
He's over there
Marino's
talking
goat's
about
comment.
Trey. It's a good thing that Trey Lance got injured and not one of you guys said, guys, what are you talking about?
No, I got
nothing okay with
I
it.
said that.
Everyone's going to tell him, get off the panel.
Nobody's
You don't
okay
like
with
that
that
karma,
take.
bro. How do
I
you?
said it's immoral. I said it's
karma.
immoral.
Hey, speaking of
That's
Trey
horrible
Lance,
karma.
Speaking of Trey Lance, I'll tell you this, bro. Did you not see the video when he broke his ankle?
No,
It was
no,
nasty.
Steven, can you
Bro,
put Marino's goat's comment?
He did
Marino's
not know
goat.
he broke his ankle. He did not
I
know.
dislocated my
Neither
ankle,
did Dak
I'm looking
Prescott.
for it.
Remember,
Because
Dak
he
Prescott
went
thought
to
his
get
shoe
helped out.
came off and stomped his foot down.
And they're
You guys
both on my
remember this?
dynasty
Bro,
fantasy
he went to
football
get his
league,
step
bro.
and he fell down.
Do you guys remember this take from
Dak
Pete? Do you guys
and
remember
Trey
this?
down.
You guys remember this take? Lynn Bowden and Malcolm Perry?
That's laughable. And neither one of those players are even Miami Dolphins. Actually,
Hey,
one
but
of them
you
went
guys,
back
you
to the
guys,
Navy.
you guys, hey, you guys got to learn how to speak Pete. You gotta know that somewhere in that
What's up, Irvin?
incentive. What's up, bro? What's good, my boy?
We love you,
He's
Pete.
kind of troll. You guys got to know that it's somewhere in that soliloquy. He is trolling, bro. Like I don't think he really
He's
says
thinking
half of the
fast.
time.
Does it end and you
He's
start
serious,
supporting your
Irvin.
team?
Pete, you
At
done
what
took
point
over
do
the
you, when the
conversation today,
Dolphins
man.
win the Super Bowl, what is Pete going to
Honestly,
say?
don't believe.
I cannot wait for that to happen. If the Dolphins were to win the Super Bowl tomorrow,
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Never been higher. That's exactly.
He does
what
make
he's
good
gonna
points
say.
from
I got
from
this
time to
on
time,
mute,
though.
so I'm not banning you for this. But this visual you provide is what are you talking about, Andrevis? I have no idea what you're talking about. Aldo says I have no problem with Pete as a person. I don't like his takes. Thank you for the donation, Alex.
It's unanimous on that.
Okay,
I honestly
fine.
think he's trolling.
I'll take off the camera. There you go, Andrevis.
I think he's a patriot in disguise. I'll be real.
Hey,
with
can
you.
we trade? Can we trade Pete for Mark as a fan base?
Ooh, please.
Andrevis, come on.
Please.
No, that's where you guys draw the
what
line,
are you
bro.
doing, bro? Like, what friends are you
fan.
making on Twitter or on social media acting this way?
But like
what
that's
is your-
where you gotta draw the
what is
line,
it?
bro. Like as bad as Pete's takes are, as good as Mark is as a smart football fan, Mark is a Bills fan and Pete's a Dolphins fan, bro.
He's devoted to the Bills.
Everybody tells me he's a
Hey,
Dolphins fan, though.
Hey, but
He's
listen,
fucking double dating. That's unacceptable. Mark can't go over here and pretend to be like he a Bills fan, and then he was once a Dolphins fan before he came here.
He's a football fan. That's
Hey, but listen, what I will say.
He stays on
Hey,
Dolphins
but
panels all day.
hey, but to Pete's credit,
No,
we
polygamy in this fan base is unacceptable. He's not going to be a Bills fan and pretend like a fucking Dolphins fan.
Hey, man.
I like
Come on now.
He says all the time.
We all know
Like,
that the Mets are in the playoffs.
I mean, this is borderline. Like, I'm gonna pray for Pete at this point because this man needs
Mets are
therapy.
in the
He needs some
playoffs.
sort of.
He is a Buffalo
drugs in
Bill.
to get him off
Oh,
this.
you bound to. Oh, my bad. All right, you're gone, Alex, for
Bill
10
fan.
minutes. I didn't realize that. My bad. My bad.
Hey, how much
Poor
time
Alex.
does Pete have, Steven? How much time
He
does
was
Pete
gone for 30 minutes.
40
people
hours.
banned him.
Hey,
30
but
minutes.
listen,
Sorry,
Stephen D.
Andreas, I didn't realize that I didn't understand it. I got it. I scrolled down. I was doing. I took care of it. He's gone for 10 minutes. Whew.
Like when Pete first came onto Dolphin panels, what he said was he doesn't like the fan base. They just say stupid stuff. That's why he comes to Dolphins.
So all right. So for the sake of the conversation, okay. For the sake of the conversation, I allow part of me doing this. I hated listening to talk shows, or especially local ones in South Florida, that a fan would get up, say his piece for let him say 2 sentences and then not be able to rebuttal the people. Like, it bothered me. I hated it. So I said, if I ever did my own show, no matter what take somebody had, I was going to welcome it. But I would also allow the fans to have control of the show, the concept. So that is my thing. My CLOCKBLOCKERS and Miami Sports Music Podcast Network is a network made for the fans by the fans. I give you guys control. I'm not going to ever kick anybody off here for their stuff. I'm going to allow everybody. Pete chooses to come up here and gives his stuff. Then that's
and you're a real American, Stephen, because you believe in free speech.
Now, what I will say is, I think majority rules. So if the majority, or if somebody comes up here and says, "Hey, look, I can't,"
and that's what makes you a real American. You're a real patriot, Stephen.
There's nothing good about being a real American.
Because you believe in free speech.
You have a way to get that person off of here. I give you options to get that person off here. I appreciate it. Does it help the channel grow? Of course it does. I appreciate it. Okay. But understand, like, I'm putting the power in your hands as fans.
Only the North Koreans control speech.
If you don't like what Pete says, you can get him off. And we also said that this is a Dolphins channel. So we're not going to vote other Dolphins fans off. We're not playing that game. If you don't like somebody bad enough, you have two options. You can either not listen, or you can choose to get them off. But
I'm not one of the ones.
Or the third way is to come up here on the panel and to overtake that person. I like what Christolakis was doing earlier. Andrevius has done it on a number of occasions where he's been like, "I'm not going to let you talk. I'm not going to let you talk. I'm not." I don't want it every day, but there's times where I get it. They're like, "I'm not paying for it, but I'm not going to let you up here and talk all this." That's fine. That's what it is. Let them.
Hey, can I ask a question?
And it's perfectly fine.
To anybody?
That's the American way, Stephen. That's the American way.
Anybody on the panel?
You don't have to be like Kim Jong-un and ban them because they don't line up with your ideology.
Crypto, let me say something real quick. Like, listen, Pete has his opinion. Whether you like it or not, just take it, and that's it, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah,
you got the freedom to kick him out.
Exactly. Just move on or change the channel.
Let me say this. Let me also state this for the record. Pete is one of the nicest people you ever talked to behind closed doors.
I love
the guy. He's great.
He's awesome.
He's great.
Week
but
one.
I never want to hear him speak ever.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question before I leave real quick?
Well,
Batman.
God gave you a remote control and the exit button, Christolakis. If you don't like hearing them while you're on the panel, just exit the panel.
On the panel. I'm bouncing from this panel. I'm telling you right now.
There you go. Be an American and change the channel.
I got a quick question. I gotta go, guys. I gotta get back to work.
Lance getting hurt was the best thing that happened for the 49ers.
Let him ask his question.
That right there is
blasphemy. And let's get something straight, because I don't like that. I don't like that comment. Like, I hate it. But like, if I'm gonna sit here and critique every person that says something I don't like the one thing I try to do is like be respectful towards each other. Like earlier, Andrevius said "F you" to Pete, but Andrevius and Pete I know have a history together and they're cool. So like it to me, I know I can respect both of them for whatever. But if it was somebody new or somebody that I know is like being straight up mean or hurtful, like I'm not gonna let that slide.
Can I ask a question real quick, Steven?
I don't like Tua. He could say that all day. I really don't care. It's the outlandish takes that dumbs down our fan base as a whole that I'm sick and tired of, especially when we're 2-0.
But can I ask a question real quick, Steven? Real quick.
All right, hold on.
I mean, that's just the way of the world.
And I'll let you go.
People are going to say outlandish takes. It's not like it's been done before. It hasn't been done before. It won't be the last time.
It's just a quick question. I gotta head back to work, but I'm curious because I don't have the new Madden, and if anybody here has it or has it in the comment section, is it true that Tua got bumped to an overall 90 last night?
Yeah. So Roach said. If you ask Roach knows. Roach is the Madden guru.
That's a Madden card. That's a 90.
Yeah.
They don't do the player updates until
they always do it for like weekly, right?
It's like Ultimate Team. For month.
I'm not buying
Kate
Madden until the team's overall goes up.
All right, guys. Have a good day, everybody. Oh, that's my boy Lewis right there. He's coming to the game.
Lewis.
Hey,
Lewis from another mother, Lewis.
Lewis, I heard you're a True Leaf manager, bro.
Lewis, rip you a new a-hole Amador.
We on the clock right now.
Yo, little True Stick vibes, my brother, bro. That's amazing, bro.
Oh, okay. I see you with the True Pod. I see you.
Yes, sir, bro.
What up, Lewis?
I usually go to the one right here in Fort Lauderdale, like the one in Davie, man.
I got some interesting things for you when you have a chance. But Lewis, you just came on, so I'd love to hear your takes this morning.
About
How you
what?
feeling?
Now, whatever it is you want to talk about, it's your world. We're just living in it, Lewis.
Man, listen, I just
I
came
like
up here
Lewis
to
takes this week, bro.
I just came up here to defend my man Pete for a little bit, man. And whether we like it or not, we got to let that man speak. That's how he feels. There's a lot of other crazy people that talk a lot of crazy nonsense, but we ain't telling them they're less fans or they ain't no fans. Like,
I'm telling him he ain't a fan, and I
if you
don't say
don't
that
like
to
what the
nobody.
man says, that's fine. But don't try to come out here and tell him he's less of a fan
He's still a fan, bro.
he might believe something you don't.
I'm telling him he less than a
I'm
fan.
trying to tell you,
I don't
Lewis,
care.
that Pete is not a Dolphins fan. He's a Pete fan, if that makes sense. I think Pete is here for Pete.
No, I'm not accepting that neither, John.
I agree.
I don't buy that neither.
I agree.
Pete is just a frustrated Dolphins fan. That's all he is, bro. He don't buy
exactly.
the
If he's been snake bitten for a long time,
Right.
doesn't mean he's not a freaking Dolphins fan.
Week one, I heard
because we're winning now, and he wants to trade the winners. So
week one at the game in my section, I heard this dude screaming about Tua and the offense, and the only reason I didn't yell back is because he sounded like Pete, and I was like,
Pete.
In case that's Pete, I don't want to turn around and just be like, shut up.
You should have
literally said.
So I was like, I stayed calm and we won the game, so I didn't care. But you know,
This is a
that's what I'm saying. We're still fans at the end of the day. If we're wearing the aqua and white, I'm okay with it.
I love Pete. I love Pete just like everybody else.
How is that supporting
Pete. I've heard the real Pete talk. I honestly feel like this is just for Pete. Pete is for Pete. Pete has some good takes, but a lot of times.
John, hold on, Pete's take. John, you stopped coming here for a while, and now Tua shows up. You think you can
go
say,
to hell, Pete? Go to hell!
Get him, Pete.
I ain't gonna lie, that was funny, bro.
From the top row, bro. That's what I'm saying. The ultimate heel, bro. The ultimate heel, man. This man from the top row. Behind John.
I just laughed
at
the way
Triple
Chris
H.
Delacus.
Triple H in the attitude era. That's Pete.
And see, as far as I'm concerned, that's part of the fun of this show. And if you don't take it as that, I'm sorry you don't take it as that. But I think it's, I love Chris Delacus knows I love him, and I love Pete. And so
everybody have a good day, man. Much love, everybody.
Hey, Batman,
that's a great soundbite right there, bro. Like, go to hell, Pete. Go to hell.
Somebody needs to clip that, and I'll put it in the thing. Go to.
Hey, Louis, you working?
Can we move away from subjects other than Pete, because there's a big game coming up on Sunday. But I want to give you guys some feedback from the Bills fan base this morning on their website or on their fan forum, and it's you talk about ridiculous takes, and we're sitting there looking at. Oh, the Bills are going to roll the Dolphins. It's not going to be close. It's going to be a curb stomp. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. And I jumped on and put my input in about my feelings about how good this Dolphin team is and how dangerous they are. And I was like beaten down far more by my own fan base than you folks. And I don't know. Maybe it's just the realist in me and the football fan in me that's been watching football for like 58 years. That I go by what my eyes see, and I really respect like TD. What your feelings are on TD is your own individual feelings, but I agree with him in that I go with what my eyes see, and my eyes see a very, very dangerous Miami Dolphins team.
Can I interrupt for a second and let me say, here's my problem with that. All right, and TD's my brother from another mother. I love that guy. Okay, my problem with there's two things with the eye test that trouble me when somebody brings that up. Number one, eye test is perception. And your own biased views, no matter which way they are going to be in your eye test. It's just what's going to happen. And the other problem I have with that too is and I'm not saying that you're saying this, Mark, but I have heard TD say this in the past, and I would like for TD to clarify it one day with me. But my issue is when you say, I'm just going to go based on the last game that I saw. That's all well and good. But if he has that leaves the door open that if he has a bad game, then all of a sudden he's the worst quarterback in the world, right? And so you can't judge people like that on a game-by-game basis. I don't like judging somebody on it. I want to take a collective games, a handful of games, and use that to judge him on, right? And so I'm taking his whole career as a whole so far, and I'm going to use that to judge him. And I don't even want to talk about Tua. I'm just talking about in general. Like, I'm not big on Noah Igbenogany because the man doesn't play. And when he does, he gets burned.
He won't be here next year.
So so everybody's like, well, you don't give the same energy for Noah that you give for Tua or vice versa. And I'm like, because Noah's not out on the field. Tua is. And forget Tua and Noah for a second. So look, there's TD. TD listening. That's why I love my boy. I love TD. So what is it? Get up here, TD.
What up, TD?
That's what I'm saying. Like but for me, he's been average. For me, he's been average.
100%. Like he's been average, and that's what everybody said week one, Steven.
He's been average or below average.
It was he's been average week one. They were like, oh, he's gonna regress to being below average.
TD's on. What's up, TD?
I don't know. I clicked on and I heard my name.
Your ears were ringing. They were ringing, weren't they, TD?
You gonna live alone.
Hey, first of all, I love you, brother. What's up, man? How are you?
How's it going, boss?
I'm good.
What? You don't sound happy.
No, I'm preserving my voice. I got to make sure it's good.
Oh, yeah. He lost his.
I was in the same.
Be careful, TD. You might end up being called a non-Dolphin fan.
Okay. All right. So TD, here's my problem with judging somebody on a game-by-game basis. And please correct me if I'm like taking your context or your view of it incorrectly. The way I've always
judging game-by-game basis.
Say what?
Who's judging somebody on a game-by-game basis?
You have said that numerous times on your platform.
No, I said that it's one game at a time, and you judge the cumulative, everything all together. So if you have one game, you judge the one game. If you have 2 games, you talk about what they did in that second game, but then you put 1 and 2 together and give a judgment. You have 3 games. You talk about game number 3, then you put 1, 2, and 3 together and give an overall assessment. You got 4 games. You talk about the 4th game, what they did, then you put all 4 together and give an overall assessment.
Okay, so when Tua has a bad game, but maybe had a good game the game before, like do you take the last 5 games or do you take his whole career when you're judging? And let me not just put Tua in there, anybody. Do you take their whole career as a whole when you're judging them? Or do you just take like the last 5 games and say, this is how I currently see him as is?
You take the current game, you take what they did in that current game and just evaluate that by itself at first.
Mm-hmm.
Then you plug it in with his whole career on what you think the trajectory is going to be. But you also take that current game and make sure that you look at context. Look at all content, all the contextuals of the game. I just did a quarter and a half of Tua, and I saw some things in the first quarter and a half of that game that were real sharp, that things that he's not usually doing, which is a huge big ups for him because that means that he could be headed in the right direction. And actually, I'm more favorable about what I saw in that first quarter and a half outside of the picks. That first quarter and a half is more promising what I saw then than what I saw in the 4th quarter. Because in the first quarter and a half, they didn't give him anything. He actually went and took it. In the 4th quarter, he took what they gave him, which all quarterbacks should do, right?
Yeah,
but that first quarter and a half, I just did a little film this morning, and I was actually highly impressed at what he took on his own, even though they weren't trying to give it to him. So it was a bit.
All right, so let me ask you a question here, TD. I've been very pro Tua for a year. Right, I'm a very pro Tua guy. People know this when they come to my channel. They know I'm very pro Tua, and if you want to call me a Tua nair, fine, so be it. I know I've been saying for the last since the Tyreek Hill trade happened, I was like, this team can put up 40 points a game. People have been clowning me, bro. What have they shown you? What has he shown you? He does it this past Sunday, and now some of the fan base either A is denying what they saw, or B just saying, well, he got lucky. And
well, the NFL, I don't believe in that luck word, really.
Me neither. I don't either.
28 points.
I use it times because, to go far in the playoffs, sometimes things just got to work in your favor with injuries and all that. That's the only thing I factor luck. But I guess my issue is just like people can say, a bad game and all of a sudden it's people flip.
Mm-hmm.
That good game is rare, but one great game and all of a sudden people say the Messiah has arrived.
I haven't said that the Messiah has arrived.
About you, I'm just saying in general. So, like, it's a contradiction to even have that notion of, like, I think a lot of Dolphin fans are scared and they kind of know what's going to happen in Buffalo and they're bracing themselves.
That's fair. That's fair.
They're basically trying to write a narrative that keeps Tua in good light, even if Buffalo destroys us, even if he has a horrible game. They're trying to cushion what they believe might actually happen. And at the end of the day, this kid, just like he did with Baltimore, he got to stand on his own 2 feet. And maybe he does it. Maybe, and this is what I told people. If he stands on his own 2 feet in Buffalo, that doesn't mean we have to win. That just means don't get blown out and have a respectable game.
That's what I said this morning with Nando and Nicky. I said to both of them, didn't I, Nando? I said, look, if they make this a close game, then I'm still not. I'm gonna be like, all right, we're a good team. We're a good team.
Do you think we can keep it close though?
Do you think we can keep? Yeah, I agree. Do you think we could keep it close, TD?
Steven, I got to be honest with you. This is going to be Tennessee 2.0. And
I don't know about that, man.
I hope you're wrong.
I know we don't know about it, and hopefully I'm wrong, of course.
Yeah.
But when you look at the matchup, I'm sorry, bro. Let me go through it, Richie.
We're better than Tennessee, right?
Our defense, our secondary is playing so horrible right now, bro.
True. I agree.
People do not understand how bad you're going off of what you just see on film. Luckily, Lamar and them kept trying to run the ball. But our secondary is playing horrible. Luckily, they dropped a whole bunch of passes, too. Our secondary is getting outmatched in every aspect of the game, and you're about to go up against one of the best receiving corps, best receiving units in the NFL. That's number one. Our linebackers have officially proven they are hot boo-boo. And you're lactose intolerant and you drunk a gallon of milk. I mean, that's what our linebacking core is. Sorry, that's a fact. Nobody needs to even dance around that. These linebackers are grading out worse than last year overall. None of them. You can't name a single one that's playing well. It's just not happening.
Have they played good for 4 quarters straight? No, but the fourth quarter on Sunday, I think everybody played decent on the fourth quarter on Sunday.
Yeah, but
I said the second half.
We're talking about
that run
quarter where Baltimore.
No, it was the fourth quarter.
Dumb Baltimore didn't continue to run their same offense being balanced. They tried to run. And then when they finally tried to pass, they were wide open and they dropped the ball.
That's true. That's all I understand. I saw the game. Yep.
Thank God they played into us by running. Thank God. They ran. Anyway, linebacker trash. Defensive line can't get organic pressure to save their life.
I will admit, Nando and I have talked about this.
We need Jan
I'm very disappointed how there's been no pressure on the quarterback the first 2 games.
And you're about go look at the Tennessee game,
right? But I
illustrate everything that TD just said right now.
TD, we can do it. Like the talent's there to do
that
it.
Ain't what
potential is there.
That ain't what
we see it.
I'm giving you all the reasons. I'm I'm concerned right now.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not agreeing with some of it, but I hear you.
Tennessee's defense got guys on that D-line that actually pushed the O-line back, and it was still rough. Buffalo has a legit O-line. Buffalo has Josh Allen. All those things I just named on defense, you're not going to stop them from scoring. You just have to keep up with them scoring. This game is going to be, if it's going to be close, it's going to be a shootout.
So do you think we can keep up?
On the offensive side of the ball.
I think so. Go ahead. Do your
on offense. The offensive side of the ball. Everybody's fabricating one group, and you're just wrong. This offensive line is not playing well. Tua is out there actually doing more than he's ever done to escape pressure.
I agree with that full-heartedly, TD. I've already been
playing
saying
as well as everybody out here making the scene. You got 2 offensive linemen graded well in the run game. The other 2 trash. You got 2 offensive linemen graded well in the pass protection. The other 3 are trash, and your tight ends are just trash in blocking. And this is just a fact. Why do you think we have to use 7 and 8? Do you not also recognize we're using max protection and 7-man blocking, and he's still having to make fancy spin moves?
A lot of 12 personnel.
Yeah, Tua made the offensive line look good against the Ravens.
And
He
that's
made the
not with
offensive line good.
and that's with 7-man protection.
Yep.
And Buffalo's defensive line and linebackers are the best that they come.
And all they got to do is play nickel. That's it to answer that 12 personnel, bro.
They are not going to let us run the ball
All right, so let me tell you where I'm at with this, TD. Have we put together 4 quarters? All right, hold on. All right, let me tell you where I'm at. Have we put together 4 quarters in each of the 2 games? No, we have not.
No, we haven't. 6-2. 6-2.
Okay. But
6-2 on offense, 7-1 on defense.
But what I will say to this is good teams find a way to win games. And we have found a way to win 2 games. And our offense, when it's on, we know that fourth quarter, our offense is the ceiling. It's what it can be.
Now we know what they can do.
When a defense isn't balanced.
Okay. But and the fourth quarter, the defense, we have not even hit what they should be.
Bro, you had 12 snaps. You had 12 snaps of a rookie corner on Tyreek Hill with no safety help. Who in the heck gonna do that in the NFL?
Who had no safety help?
So you agree with Colin
Well,
Cowherd's
you got to have
take?
safety help.
No, but no. Screw Colin
You agree
Cowherd.
with Colin Cowherd's take?
Screw
TD?
Colin Cowherd.
Yes, TD.
Well, let me ask you this: if he's saying the same thing that I'm saying, I just need you to point out what was false.
He said that oh man, I feel like I gotta go back and replay.
He said he
Did you
threw
not
it
hear
to
it?
wide open people.
You gotta. Well, I don't care what he said. I just want to know what he said that you think is false.
Okay.
See, people could run their mouth all they want and say, "Oh, he wrong," but name the things that were false.
The Gesicki play, for sure. You know, he was talking about it was a poor throw, that it was inaccurate, that it was lucky.
No, I think Tua did a good job on that.
I'm trying to bring it up because
What about the game-winning throw?
Gesicki throw, but I'm more so talking
He
about.
was wrong about the Gesicki one.
I'm just talking about the Baltimore.
I know you didn't say that, TD. That was Colin, you know.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, I'm just talking about. I don't know what Colin said. I'm just
Colin
talking
said
about
that the
Baltimore
Ravens
defense.
didn't have their defender, their starting
Can you hear
defenders
it?
out there the
Can you
whole
hear it?
game.
He's great.
Their
Congrats
starting secondary
for
out
hitting
there
a
the whole
bunch of
game.
wide
can't hear
open
it?
guys on broken coverage. He's still small, not very athletic, with an average
Put yourself
deep arm.
on mute,
Folks,
whoever
if
that
you
is.
can't hit some of these throws, he underthrows
Breathing.
Tyreek Hill there.
Thank you.
If you can't hit these throws in the NFL, these are layups. Wow, what an amazing throw there. That's a practice throw. And then in the back of the end zone, he overthrew somebody who made a great catch. I mean, that's a great catch, actually. So again, you suddenly think he's now tall, really athletic. This is so predictable. They give him an offensive coach. They get him Tyreek Hill. He already had Jalen Waddle, who's in year 2. They get him Cedric Wilson. Both the running backs look dynamic. They get him an all-pro left tackle. His numbers go up, as we told you they would, and everybody freaks out. Ask yourself today in the AFC, where does Tua rank? Is he Josh Allen? Hell no. Herbert? No. Burrow, despite the 0-2 record? No. Patrick Mahomes? No. Lamar Jackson? No. What is Tua great at? Size, arm, athletic ability. He's accurate. So is Jimmy G. This to me, though, is this has become, we told you this was going to happen. We said the dilemma in Miami, I picked him as a playoff team. The dilemma in Miami is not going to be the Dolphins scoring points and winning games. They are. In fact, the dilemma is not going to be can Tua play. If you look at Tua's numbers last year, they weren't terrible. He's limited, but he's a capable guy. We saw at Alabama and we saw yesterday. He can hit wide open fast guys. Absolutely. He's a good kid. He's great at the podium. I really like him. He's a good kid. He's taken a lot of crap. The Flores stuff was bad. Deshaun Watson rumors. He's been a wonderful kid, and he can absolutely, I think the Drew Brees comp is silly, but there's a little Drew Brees in which he's not going to be great over the top, but he'll be good at the line. He's a good guy. He'll accurately throw it. Hell, Tua admitted last week, I can't see over the line. I'm too small. He admitted it. He's not Lamar. He's not Herbert. He's not Josh. He's not Patrick. He not any of these guys. I think he's a left-handed Mac Jones. Maybe he's a little better, not much. But we told you this would happen.
Again.
Miami's going to win, get to the playoffs. They're going to be so much fun to watch because they just took the Niners assistant and brought the offense out. That offense got Jimmy G to a Super Bowl. This offense is so quarterback friendly. And the Dolphins have better wide receiver talent, in my opinion, than San Francisco does. So this was all very predictable. Now, does Tua deserve credit for yesterday? Absolutely. I thought it was awesome. It's one of the best games of the year. But we told you
that was a throwaway line.
Is that this renaissance? In fact, I think we made a prediction at one point. We said add 20 to 25% on all his stats. The dilemma is going to be at the end of the year. You're going to talk himself into being Herbert, Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, and he's not. He's still small. He still have an average deep arm. But I'm happy for him because, again, this kid has gone through so much nonsense. The ownership stuff, the Flores stuff, the defensive coach stuff, the bad O-line stuff, the rumors about Deshaun, Fitzpatrick coming in every third start. It's easy for me to root for Tua, and I really is. And he's proven he can put him in the pocket with protection. He'll hit open guys. That's not his issue. But this suddenly yesterday I'm on a social. Oh, my God, Tua is small. Tua is not that athletic. Look around the AFC. Where would you put him this morning? At best, like 7th? At best? I mean, I know you got him better than Russell Wilson this morning. He's not. By the way, don't call me a hater. I had Miami beating New England and getting into the playoffs. I think they're a playoff team. I like the coach. I think they're on the right side of the ball now. I love Cedric Wilson, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, 2 really nice running backs, a legit left tackle. In 2022, they are built to win some games, even in the tough AFC. I can like something, but not go gaga and fall in love with it. I like the story. I think Tua is going to, for the next 2 years, win a bunch of games. This year, he's into the playoffs. But the reaction is so predictable. Of course he's going to improve his numbers. They weren't even terrible last year.
All right, TD, your thoughts.
So I need to wipe a few things out first. So the Gesicki high throw, I want to wipe it out because if we be honest, the ball was high, but I think it was intentionally high because you don't put a ball straight through traffic in the end zone. You let your guy in Gesicki go get it. So I think that was intentional by Tua and the right move, and Gesicki did his job by connecting with him on that. Another thing I want to remove, what did he say? There were like 3 things I wanted to remove, but there were semantics, like the whole he's like certain people are better and people don't believe that. Those are all subjective. But you're asking me, what do I say? And I have to ask the question back. Name to me the things that he said that we know 100% are false.
Not much. That was pretty accurate, actually.
It was predictable that if he has a great game, everybody's going to like literally. Tua could have. Let me put it like this. Tua could have threw for 100 yards and 5 picks versus Baltimore. He could do the same of Buffalo. He could do the same of Jets. He could do the same for 4 games. If Tua has 5 games from now, the performance he had yesterday, people still would have had the same reaction. It wouldn't have mattered. One performance, and you can have 5 trash performances if you're Tua in one game like that. Would the reactions have been any different? People still would have been like, yeah, the time is now. It's over now. The whole narrative is over now. He about to flip it now. It's predictable. Everybody, come on. Am I wrong on that?
Stop it, TD. You have to stop it, and they couldn't stop it. You think other teams are going to
stop it? You stop it, Steven. Talk about
what are you talking about, bro?
You talk about they couldn't stop it, bro. Go look at what they did. They didn't even try in the 4th quarter to stop it.
You mean they didn't try? They're NFL players, bro. Like they definitely tried. They just couldn't stop it.
You can call it whatever you want. All I'm saying to you is this. This is how true NFL analysts will always grade Tua. And y'all don't have to. You can get mad at it all you want, but let me give you the comparison. And I'm not trying to compare the players, but I'm trying to compare the play. Until people see Tua making these type of plays. Remember when Herbert got hurt? And that pass over the middle where the guy reached up trying to tip it?
Mm-hmm.
Until they see him making throws like that in the 4th quarter, they will never care. until they see Tua, like the level of like, don't get me wrong, I thought he did a great job escaping the pocket to make those
He
plays.
looked like a top. Yeah. I'm not saying he is. He in the fourth quarter though on Sunday looked like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Bro, everybody's gonna okay. I'll do you one better.
Lamar I'll take Tua's fourth quarter over Herbert's fourth quarter any day of the week.
Watch this. See, this is where you get it mixed up. Lamar Jackson looked like a top 5 quarterback in that game.
Sure did.
Patrick Mahomes on Sunday looked like a top 5 quarterback.
Yep.
Josh Allen looked like a top 5 quarterback.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts looked like a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, he had a good game last night.
I bet he say no.
Touchdowns, 2 rushing,
you gonna
300 yards.
out your face say after what you saw last night.
He put up 24. He put up 24 points. But
do y'all see what I'm talking about here? You see what I'm talking about?
The game was well in hand. They was prepped. The Vikings were terrible.
How bad the other team was.
To offer some genuine
Jalen Hurts was way more efficient and more productive than
Hurts
Tua
looked
was.
good. I'm not sitting here denying it, but you're asking me to say he's a top 5 quarterback. I don't think he's a top 5.
He like one.
And I don't think he showed he was a top 5
Steven,
really good game.
Is Tua top 5? Is Tua top 5, Steven?
He played like a top 5 quarterback in the fourth quarter.
And you're saying
Jalen Hurts did it?
Like a top 5 quarterback the whole game?
I don't think Jalen Hurts played like a top 5
Bro,
quarterback.
he started 10 for 10 for 100 yards.
I think he had a really good game. I'm not denying that.
TD, I have a genuine.
I watched it all.
Take nothing away from him. He did not.
Genuine pushback to one topic pertaining to it. Is he the biggest guy? No, but I think we are kind of giving him a little shortcoming when it comes to his athleticism, and he did show some of that in that fourth quarter. During that,
hold on, Russell. Hold on,
Russell.
I'm sorry. Hold on, Russell.
So, TD, can I ask you a question, TD?
Hold on, guys.
Because do you feel, TD, like Tua was lucky in the fourth? Because it sounds like everything he was saying, like Tua was lucky.
I don't feel like Tua was lucky in the fourth quarter.
What do you think?
Tua did what quarterbacks are supposed to do. Take what they give you.
Exactly. So what Tua got was a lot of broken, miscommunicating defense.
He did his job.
And he did
his job.
So he got lucky. The defense wasn't in position. They miscommunication. He got lucky. How many broken plays does a quarterback face in a crucial situation in a game? This guy back to back drives got so lucky.
The entire point of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
He failed miserably in the first quarter. It was an anomaly. Yes, it was an anomaly offense in the fourth quarter. Like they gave it up.
For the record, I didn't say that it was luck. I am just telling you. He did.
No, but TD, you said it was. You don't believe in luck. That's why I'm asking you.
But Pete, he did his job. He did his job. It is not his responsibility to blow coverage. It is his job to identify the blown coverage and get the ball to his guys.
Okay.
And he did his job. All I'm saying to you is when context is in the play, you got to recognize that it was blown coverage.
CD, let me ask you a question.
And that's why I said that, TD.
Hold on, Pete.
You're right. You're absolutely 100% right, TD. But I still feel.
Hold on. TD, the power rankings came out this morning. ESPN, Pro Football, and another one. One had us 5th, one had us 7th, one had us 8th. Do you think we're a top 10 team in the NFL right now as it stands?
When you base off of this season,
yes or no, TD? Answer the question. Yes or no?
No. The answer is no.
Okay. So with that being said, do you not think that we are because what gives? All right. So now I want your answer. Why not?
Let me tell you why. Because
first 7 quarters of this team is horrible. Offense.
The sample size is too small, Steven. Go put it like this. If you get blown out by Buffalo, you go down to the 20s. That quick. No, that's why the power
arguably the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, I get that, but once again, you're up there. Up there competing like you're one of the best in the NFL.
I agree. We would slide. I don't know about.
Hold on. If we get blown out by Buffalo on Sunday, and then go out and blow out Cincinnati on Thursday, where would you put us then?
will probably be, I would say.
No, where would you put us?
But I'm saying we get blown out by Buffalo. We beat Cincinnati, whatever.
No, we blow out Cincinnati.
We blow out Cincinnati. I'll put us probably around 9 at that point.
Oh, so you'd have us in the top 10. That's fair. But that's still crazy. That's still crazy to say that we'll go from where do you have us right now?
Steven, this is why the sample size being so small is tricky, because this week Baltimore plays New England. And here's another thing. If you get blown out by Buffalo and New England beats Baltimore, then what? You see how that works? What
if we lose a close game to Buffalo?
That's what I said. If you lose a close game to Buffalo, we're competitors. Then I will put us around 8.
And to what Nicky Smoke said earlier, and I agree with him. I don't like
Buffalo
what's the word? Moral victories. I'm not big on moral victories, but if we lose on Sunday and it's a close game, I'm going to consider that. I'm going to consider it a moral victory.
Yeah. If we lose and it's a close game,
hold them under 30. If we can hold them under 30 and lose,
I didn't touch TDO. I didn't touch TDO. Just so y'all know,
evil Steven.
I didn't touch him. I disagree with TD. I do. I love him, but I disagree with him. Like I disagree with you, cuz. I disagree with you, TD.
About what?
I think that this team is a top 8 team in the NFL right now. I think Tua's doing exactly what I expected him to do, which is get better every week. And with this type of offense around him, he could be one of the best in the NFL. That's why Vegas had him as a long shot to be NFL MVP, because of what this offense and this personnel could do around him. I also think that even with the offensive personnel around him and the offense that's being provided for him, you still have to go out and execute. And he's done that.
Okay.
Where would you put us?
He's done that.
Power ranking.
No, well, he said outside the top 10, right? You put us at what? 12 or 13?
I mean, a lot of teams.
I'd have us at 10.
I have us at 7.
That's why I'm asking.
I have us at 7. I think we're the 7th best team in the NFL right now.
I got us around.
That's fair, Nando, based on the sample size.
Yeah, we got to earn a little bit more, but top 10, but just there, you know.
When you look at record and production, I mean, we should be ranked 4 if you're just going off of on paper, statistically and all that. We should be ranked 4.
It was just this year.
Yeah, I just think that this team is more like 12 to 14 right now, based off of what I see on the field, based off of what I know our strengths and weaknesses are, and what other teams' strengths and weaknesses are.
Now, TD, let me ask you: we go out and we win.
Valid.
We win on Sunday. I don't care if it's a close game or a blowout. If it's a blowout, bro,
defeated and we win the Super Bowl.
But if we win on Sunday, no matter what, we're winning the Super Bowl, right?
We're going undefeated and winning a Super Bowl.
We're going undefeated. If we
beat Buffalo, who in the heck in the league you believe can beat us?
Nobody, son.
Okay.
I mean, any given Sunday, anybody.
I don't want to hear that any given Sunday.
TD said if we win on Sunday,
I don't want to hear it.
Undefeated and winning
But
the
if
Super
we
Bowl.
beat Buffalo and we
I'm
lose
here
some
for.
fluke game, it doesn't
TD
matter. That's what I'm saying.
If we beat Buffalo, we'll lose to the Jets.
Do it, TD.
TD, I love you.
We'll probably lose to the Jets.
I pray we win just so that
Hey,
we can go undefeated with us.
I gotta get up out of here, but at the end of the day, let me just say these last words, bro. At the end of no matter how you want to, because I know it's always going to be about Tua. No matter how you want to judge Tua, the kid did his job at the end of the day on Sunday. No matter, you could be critical of what they gave and what they didn't give. Every game, teams give up stuff. Every game, he takes stuff. I went back and watched the film for the first quarter and a half, and I am telling y'all, I was more impressed. And forget the picks. And I think the picks was him just trying to. The second one I didn't like, but the first one in that triple coverage, I think he was just trying to split it in there. I'm tripping about that. But if you remove them picks, what I saw him actually going through progressions and making some tight throws, the one to Gesicki across the middle, the one to Waddle after reading the first 2 reads, I was more impressed with that than I was the fourth quarter, because those are the things I need to see when it's tough. when it's tough, when it ain't just, and I'm not trying to discredit the fourth quarter and say it was easy, but it was tough in the first quarter and a half. And what I saw on film in the first quarter and a half was better than I thought it was when I watched the film. And that's what I want to see from Tua. He's always going to have moments of what happened in the fourth. Every team does and every quarterback does, no matter how good or bad you are. But evaluate him only on the things that he doesn't do well, and you'll appreciate when he does those things well. I don't care nothing about him throwing a wide open Tyreek deep. We know he can do that. We know he did it all in Alabama, and if the guy wide open, and I'm not even saying nothing about the passes being underthrown or anything. That's the stuff we know he can do. If the opportunity is there and the O-line holds up, we know he can do that. And the separation is there. But it's the things he struggled with across the middle of the field in tight coverage with a pressure coming that he struggles with. And I saw signs of him hitting that more than he usually don't on Sunday. And that's what I'm going to focus on. The things that's going to make the difference for him. Not these spur-of-the-moment fourth quarters that everybody going crazy about. The things that'll take him out as a franchise quarterback is what matters to me. And he actually did those things well in the game. So I don't even care about the fourth quarter. He showed me in the regular quarters that nobody raving about. He made some plays that he typically don't make.
I think, and let me just add to this. I think that minus the personnel and the offensive scheme, I think Tua is improved. Just in general, I think he's improved from last year to this year, personally. All right, TD, look, man, you're on mute. You're on mute, TD. You're on mute again.
I got to get out of here. Thanks for having me. But again,
I love you, brother.
I got to go through a college guy said and let us say wrong, and that's what Tua's got to change those narratives.
I love you, brother. Be good, man.
I agree, bro.
Easy.
All right, man. Good luck at Buffalo.
All right, TD. It was so great to change the narrative there. That was good. Got away from the
TD was screaming at halftime.
Here's what I took out of that. TD says if we win on Sunday, we're going undefeated and winning the Super Bowl. Isn't that what you heard, Andrevius? That's what I heard.
The one thing I take that I feel like a lot of you are crazy. I'm giving TD credit. I feel a lot of you undermined is Tua actually was playing good in the first half. And people don't understand that because of the two.
I get it. Yes.
He was making fucking
He was pretty lights out.
And he was moving the ball. He was moving the ball.
Yes. And then that second interception happened, and we all just threw in the towel. Like, God damn it, you idiot!
That was the only bad throw that I can really call. I
thought he was playing well.
He was trying to make something happen.
No, that second interception, unacceptable, stupid as hell.
At one point, he was like 8 for 10, 140 yards, a touchdown.
Was comparable to Josh Allen's first half in the Rams game. Threw one pick that was bad, and one that was a questionable throw. Very comparable. And of course, you take a look at where the Dolphins are right now. And am I going to say the Dolphins are going to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl if they happen to win the game on Sunday? No. I'm saying that they held serve and they did what they needed to do to be able to win a division game at home. That's what it'll be, no more, no less. It'll be a huge boost for the fan base, but from where it stands on the scoreboard and the standings, it's a divisional win against a division rival at home. You're doing what you need to do if you're going to be competitive in the division. That's what it is, and I'm being honest here. We have a lot of fans going crazy on both sides. Bills fans going nuts saying blah blah blah, and Dolphins fans saying blah blah blah, whatever. But the reality is, the winner Sunday is the leader in the AFC East through week 3. Nothing more, nothing less.
And the thing is that Mark, like the Dolphins will have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder because they have that 0-7 and last 8 starts hanging over their head. So they're gonna and they're playing at home, so they could be playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
I have no doubt the Dolphins are going to be bringing everything they got on Sunday.
Yeah,
got to, man.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
What are these guys?
Hey, Stephen D, can't hear you.
Yeah. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, final thoughts of the day, fellas. Final thoughts of the day.
Can I go first, Steve?
You sure can.
Yeah, one thing I will say that I'll disagree with is the broken coverage narrative. There was only one play out of all the touchdowns. I think there was one. Sure, there like on the chunk plays, there were here and there was some miscommunication and some broken coverage, whatever. But like I would say, like 4 out of the 5 touchdowns, like a lot of them were in tight coverage. You know, Tua made some big boy throws. He stepped up in the pocket and delivered strikes. That there was one miscommunication where, you know, basically like, you know, Tyreek Hill burned the DB in front of him, and there was supposed to be a safety help, and the safety got there late, and you know, it was a touchdown. But other than that, like Tua was hitting like tight window throws, you know, whether it was off coverage, man zone, it didn't matter, bro. He was hitting the windows. But what I will say, man, and, you know, if Tua, like, he doesn't have to throw for 6 touchdowns, but if Tua can deliver another strong performance, you know, and, you know, really, you know, be the playmaker, you know, get the ball to his weapons when they're open, you know, when the opportunity presents itself and just continues to be aggressive, the Dolphins have an excellent chance to win. So that's all I got to say. Hopefully we win on Sunday. Fins up to everybody on the panel. Thanks for having me on, Steve.
Hey, no problem, man. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man, no problem. All right, Crypto.
All right, Irv.
All right, man. Final thoughts of the day. I want you all to stick around because I got some final thoughts for y'all. I'm doing my final thought, but stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, Rashad. Final thought of the day. Take yourself off mute, Rashad.
Ready for week 3. I think we got a chance. It's a small chance. We just got to tackle. If we play this man-to-man defense, we got to tackle Allen, because once he gets out the pocket is when he makes his plays versus man-to-man. That's the only thing I got from Tennessee, because they didn't give us nothing at all. But besides that, fins up.
Fins up, brother. Love you, man.
All right, Rashad.
All right, y'all.
Easy, boss.
All right, Mark. Final thought of the day.
I just want to say I'm looking forward to an absolutely fabulous game on Sunday between the 2 top-rated quarterbacks in the NFL.
It'll be fun.
I think it's gonna be a shootout. I don't think either defense is going to be able to stop the other, and I think it's a 50-50 game. And I hope both teams play well and hope there's no injuries. And thank you to the panel. It was a great show today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it, man. Love you.
Damn, Mark. What a beast.
Mark's a good guy. I like Mark.
Yep.
Crypto, final thought of the day, Crypto.
Good show, Steven.
Mark, text me.
It's going to be a good game coming up. I'm looking forward to it. This is pretty much as what's going to make or break our season as far as having a true momentum going forward and becoming the new kings of the division since the Patriots exit. I say, just like AT&T, you don't get to have rollover minutes. Tua doesn't have rollover touchdowns into the next game. It starts 0-0, so we gotta hit the ground running, hit them early. Don't depend on late miraculous comebacks. Let's do it from start to finish, pedal to the metal. No rollover minutes, no rollover touchdowns. It all starts from 0-0.
Crypto, man, I enjoyed hanging out with you on Sunday at the game, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yep, it was been fun, Steven. We'll be at the Jets MetLife takeover together as well.
Yeah, we will. It'll be good times, man. Good times. All right,
I
brother.
might be riding up to that, man.
Yep.
Be easy, Crypto.
And then there were 3. Andrevius, as Von Joe just pointed out, is always in the chat and in the panel. One of the very few that do both on a regular basis.
And
there 3.
And just so y'all know, Andrevius, absolutely love this guy. Andrevius has seen the show grow on many different levels, good and bad. Final thought of the day, brother.
Let's see. It was a great show today. You actually opened up the panel, and it wasn't complete chaos outside of Pete.
Outside of Pete.
It wasn't complete chaos. It was a pretty good day. Everybody was pretty level-headed. I think everybody. What do we always say? With winning, we'll start to be a little more peaceful.
Winning heals all wounds.
Listen,
If we win this Sunday, I mean, outside of Pete, because Pete's just going to be Pete, we'll be the most united we've ever seen us be. Oh God, if we win, we're going to be so excited and come there on Monday. Listen, Steven.
Yeah.
If we win on Sunday, soon as Pete says something crazy on Monday, if you let him stay on the panel, I promise you, I'm unsubscribing. I'm taking my membership away. I'm done. I'm done.
Somebody's got to pay him to get him off.
I don't care. No, I'm not paying. I'm not paying to stop that foolishness if we beat Buffalo. I'm not giving you a single dollar to stop Pete's foolishness if we beat Buffalo. Pete can hear it too. I'm not paying you a single dollar. I'm just going to be done with you. I'm done with you. I'm gonna block your number.
You're gonna be done with
I'm
me?
gonna block your number
thought
if you
you
let
loved
that
me.
foolishness happen after a win over Buffalo. I promise you. This is a promise, Steven. This is a promise. I promise I will block your number and unsubscribe from your show. Listen, you might be cool with that. That's fine. I'm not.
Hear me?
Don't take my. You don't have to respect my.
You can hear me now.
You don't have to respect my threat.
Andrevius, I want to make you a happy fan. I want to make a lot of you happy fans. If we beat Buffalo Sunday, I promise you I will not come up and spew nothing negative from here on out on a winning Sunday. If we lose, I get to be me. But if we win, I will not even come up and have nothing negative to say. I might as well not even show up. I'll be a chat soldier. If we beat Buffalo on days that we win, I won't even enjoy the panel. I'll let you guys have it, and that's what it'll be. I'll put that one. How about that? Because you know what? At the end of the day, I don't need to make you guys feel the way I feel about my team.
We just don't want you to say crazy stuff if we beat Buffalo. Like, you can't say nothing crazy after we beat Buffalo. It's just insane.
That's a little sad.
And but if we beat Buffalo, I'm not taking it, guys. I'm just not taking it.
Oh no, we beat Buffalo. I'm on the moon, ecstatic.
Bro, if we beat Buffalo, we're going to the Super Bowl, cuz. TD Vince Talk told me that. TD Vince Talk told me that.
I'll see y'all tomorrow so we can wild out and come at each other's throats.
Oh, yeah. Well, tomorrow, Wilding Out Wednesday. By the way, no $50 day bans. It's $42 day bans for the rest of the week because we score 42 points. Anytime we throw up a 40 burger and we win, it's whatever that number is for day bans.
Okay, Steven. That number. So
it'll never happen again, Steven. Like, get over it already.
Pete.
I heard, you know what I love about TD? I heard his passion. And to me, even though it might sound like he says that Tua wasn't lucky and he feels otherwise, regardless of how he says it, I hear it in his voice. He sounds like he knows Tua got lucky in the fourth with too many broken coverages.
He said he didn't
That's
say
what
that.
it's. I
Don't
know
put
he
words
said
in
that.
TD's mouth.
I clearly said I know he said that, but that doesn't mean I can disagree with that. I feel otherwise.
Don't
he can
do
say that,
like
but just
that,
by
man.
hearing it,
hard.
by hearing it, I can tell he feels just like me, man. You were there at the stadium. You probably were wondering, like, what are the Ravens corners doing? Are they even doing their job?
Somebody pay to end Pete's final thought.
But look, no matter what, they've shut me up. So like I said, Steven, all they got to do is beat Buffalo. They could beat them by a field goal. I won't come up no more and have nothing negative after a win. But after this, man, like our first 7 quarters, Steven, like, let's be real, man. They were bad. The first 7 quarters of the season.
Pete,
not
they were
bad,
not.
bro.
Okay,
They
guys.
weren't.
Catch you guys tomorrow. It's going to get even crazier because you know what? I have some takes that I held back.
Out Wednesday,
I held back on takes today just to save them for tomorrow.
This was
I held back. So imagine tomorrow.
You coming with that
Imagine
fire,
tomorrow.
son?
Exactly, man. And I hope I get time. I hope all of you guys wake up blessed tomorrow and we'll do it all over again. Fins up.
Pete, I love you, man. Thank you, brother. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. We allow everybody up here. Crazy talk with Crazy Pete. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, bro. Everybody gets a shot, you know. Everybody gets a chance.
Vasasaur
time, man. It's been a fun time so far in the morning show, man.
Here, I'm gonna put you on the big screen. Show that again. Cause hold up.
Time,
Hold up. Leave that up there. Hold on. There we go.
Just a little fun time on the Vasasaur with the morning show.
Drink. There we go, cuz. I'm definitely screenshotting that and sending that to Vasasaur.
We ride, Vasasaur. That'd be a fun time, man. Definitely send me that screenshot if you do, bro. The Miami Dolphins looked beautiful. It was
Somebody
a little rough.
Screenshot that and send it to me.
Please do. That'd be beautiful, man. The highest quality would be appreciated because the Miami Dolphins looked beautiful. A little rough start, but Steven, we fired on all cylinders. I'm so jealous that you were able to go to the game, man.
Hey, man, I want you to come.
Dude, I'm probably riding to.
Are you coming to Buffalo? Are you coming to Buffalo?
So I told my buddies that. Oh, obviously, well, yeah, I'm going to Buffalo because I'm a season ticket holder, man. But like, I meant like I'm probably going to MetLife as well. That's probably my first away game of the season.
Well, I need to. Look, if you want to save some money, like I'm thinking about getting a hotel room. We could talk. Save a couple dollars.
I might be down, bro. I've got like 2-3 buddies who live in New York. So if they can't house me, I'm down. But I'm definitely down to link for the weekend, man, because I don't think they're going to go to the game. So I'm down to enjoy the Dolphins weekend, Mr.
Just
Steven.
so you know, I'm sitting row 1 for that game.
Row 1?
So I got.
I don't know if I can sit row 1, man.
I had to pay for the ticket. But I'm sitting row 1 with Dolph Freaky, Finn Sticky, I think Finn Sticky, Eric Carrier, not Finn Sticky, Eric Carrier. I don't know who else is with us. I know Dolph Freaky, Eric Carrier.
Per chance. How much is that ticket? Per chance.
I spent a couple dollars on it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to talk to you after the show because I will drive and bum on my friend's couch if it means I have to figure out a way. So we'll figure it out.
But I would love
drive from Miami.
I would love for me, you, and whatchamacallit, the smoke show.
Yeah, I heard you guys talk about it earlier. And like me and my buddies yesterday were talking on FaceTime, and they were like, "Yo, come up!" Like they got a little couch, so I can make it work, man. I think
Saturday night we could do the live stream in the back, at the meet and greet at Dolphins NYC at Slattery's.
Okay, and dude, I'd be driving up, so I have all my stuff.
And then Sunday we can do the tailgate together.
That'd be electric. I mean, unfortunately, you have to be in New Jersey.
But it would be good because it wouldn't be like the last 2 years I've been doing it. It's all on me. So I would love if you guys came up and did that with me. That'd be awesome.
No, that'd be electric, man. A little MetLife takeover. I've never been to an away Dolphins game. I've always wanted to go.
We'll talk after the show. I might be able to get you a ticket.
Be right.
I'm gonna try to get you and see what I can do. But it's gonna be awesome.
The legend, bro. I think
you're gonna drive all the way up.
I want to, bro. Like,
all right, if you can find a flight to BWI, and we'll drive up together from BWI to.
That's electric. That sounds like a game plan.
Because I don't want to ride by myself. I'm thinking about getting a rent-a-car and just riding up.
That'd be electric.
Rent-a-cars are like cheap here, I think. So
okay, that'd be electric. I'd be down.
Let's do it, cuz.
I'd actually be down for that. That actually, because I don't want to drive. It's 24 hours. I already looked at it. It's 24 hours to New York. Like I've driven is 12. But like I'm not trying
to solo like Spirit from Fort Lauderdale to BWI. He's gotten him as low as like $30.
Dang. Okay, that's a bet then.
So
a little handshake or Udi right there, bro.
Right here.
I like that.
Here, like this. Other side. No. Other way. And then go the other way. Flip your hand. Open it. Palm. Go. There we go. I don't know what we just did, but it did look good.
I like it. It worked. That's all that matters, bro. We send it away.
Takeovers. We're gonna be there for the MetLife takeover.
MetLife takeover. The Jets suck because we'll be 4-1. We'll beat Buffalo.
JETS suck.
JETS suck. We'll beat Buffalo. We'll beat the Bengals, and then we'll beat the Jets 4-1. And then it'll be on to take the Vikings.
No, bro, we're gonna be 5-0. We're gonna be undefeated, cuz.
Yeah,
we'll be undefeated, cuz.
Oh yeah, and that's I'm bad at math, bro. We'd be 5-0 in that scenario where I just said if we beat the next 3 teams. Wow, what a time to be alive!
What a time to be alive! If you're a Miami Dolphins fan right now, cuz.
Let's do it, Mr. Steven.
Dude, I fly down Saturday night. I'll be there for the tailgate on Sunday. I want you to come do some of the tailgate with me.
Hey, this time I'll be there. I'll be there a little earlier, so I'll drink a little slower, and I won't get too sloshed too early.
I'll have some Beza Sore for you.
Okay. I'll be there a little early, so I'll drink same amount, but in less time. You know what I'm saying? Like more spread out, so I'll be good to walk over.
Yeah,
and not sloshing around. So that'll be perfect, man.
All right, my final thought of the day. Oh, you didn't give your final thought.
My final thought is that it was an amazing time against the Ravens. It looked a little tough, a little scary in the beginning, especially with that opening little touchdown. But at the end of the day, the Dolphins hung tough. We got through the adversity, and my big thing is if we can be there against the Buffalo Bills, who have not had that tough challenge yet. Yes, they've looked amazing, but they haven't faced a tough test. Like I've said earlier, bro, if the Dolphins punch them in the mouth, bro, get a good hit on them early, we can finally show the Buffalo Bills that, hey, welcome to the tough test. We can hang with you. Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Let's go.
Welcome to the jungle. We got a cheetah. We got a penguin up there. We got a little waddle getting on you. And let's see if we can get some touchdowns, man. 35-31, Dolphins up on the Buffalo Bills.
Do you like this photo?
I love that, bro. I love that, bro. It's electric, man. To a man, take me by the hand, little gray man.
That's fire, right?
Oh, it's so clean.
I love it. Shout out to Allie. Doll Freaky.
Oh, shout out to Doll Freaky. Damn.
Final thought of the day, man. I love doing the show every day. I love you, the fan. Y'all don't understand how much I love y'all. It's awesome. Finn's in the house says, "Hey yo, hit me if you need that gray Tua sign." Okay. I love it, man. I love that thing. Dude, this is going to be. I think we're gonna do something on Sunday. We're gonna tell the world.
We're in the good timeline, man.
That's right. We're in that's the timeline. We are in that timeline that the Dolphins are gonna win the Super Bowl, cuz.
Think about it.
If we win on Sunday, cuz. If we win on Sunday, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Undefeated Super Bowl. You heard it here first from the boys and TD.
Possible.
Dude, everything is possible when you do it as a team, huh? Let's go, Mr. Dolphins.
I love it, man. I freaking love it. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Super excited that we got to hang out tonight. Today. It was a lot of fun, and it's gonna be this. Let me stop this music real quick, and let me play that. We love you all. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Tomorrow's Wildin' Out Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace.
I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time. To a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fit. So we knowing when to switch. This year we got the golden pill.